We in the building. Kyle just getting off his shift at McDonald's.
It does kind of look like that with the shirt. It's true.
I saw a little bit of it, but what's on there?
Oh, it was my old coaching shirt.
Oh,
It's my soccer coach shirt.
Nice.
Yeah, it says coach on the back actually.
Yeah, I did volleyball, and then I just signed up for low key fencing. I'm gonna be a fencing coach.
No shit.
Yeah, I don't know anything about fencing. I got to look it up, but like I was told that like it'll be pretty self-sufficient. They're gonna I don't think it's too many kids, but they know they've been doing it as a club sport for a while, and they just got it set up as like a varsity sport. So they're kind of like locked in on what they need to do. So I kept it real too. I was like I don't know much, if not anything about this, but like as a coach, I'll be like supportive and like make sure that they're, mentally ready to be, like I'm good at all that extra shit at making sure people are good and like prepared for whatever they need to do,
That's so crazy. So they like basically wanted to add a sport, and you were like, I'll fucking coach that shit. And they were like, whenever we need to add a sport, just get Corin to coach the shit.
Well, I told the dude, I was like, because it's winter, I was like, if basketball opens up, like, like I'll hold that down for sure. And he was like, yeah, we're good on a basketball coach, but I'll let you know if any other things like open up. And then he hit me and was like, we got fencing. I was like, fuck it, I ain't doing else right. And like anything else right now. So I'll do it. But again, like a good coach, I feel like, I mean, obviously you got to know about the sport and like you should be knowledgeable on it. But like, if your players are good, like like the Lakers got a set roster, you need someone for sure to like know basketball. But like when you got LeBron James and like Austin Reeves is beasting and like Luka Doncic, like they know what they have to do to be successful. You just got to be like a motivator. You got to make sure that they're in the right spots, that no one's fighting. Like that's what, to me, a good coach it really is.
But if you're teaching high school fencing, they definitely don't know dick. So that means you do have to know dick, which means you got to watch YouTube videos on fencing coaching. Like you can pick it up. That's the thing. Like you can pick it up. You can just research and pick it up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the move. Just research, pick it up, and then teach them. And then you got all the other, like you said, the leadership skills, the coaching skills, the ability to like get through. Like that part's easy. Like you can handle that part. It's just you just got to get the A, B's, and C's down of how to actually do fencing.
I have a couple friends that I actually went to middle school with a kid that I think I've never really spoken to him about fencing, but I think he fenced in high school and then maybe even college, but like he was like official with it. And then I texted one of my other boys, and like he's got a friend who actually was like real serious at like fencing. So he like,
no shit.
He was like, he's actually really good. He can come speak. So like, I've got good resources, but like I've watched it on the Olympics and it looks crazy, man. Like I mean, I don't know. It's like when Molly did karate. They like there's certain rules where I think like if you get a hit above like a tap above the waist or something like that, like that's how your point system is. But I'll learn more about it. But it's it looks intense. It looks dope. It's not something that I think I would ever like do. I was never interested in like playing it, but watching it's kind of fun. You ever watch?
Yeah, I think I've seen some fencing like at the Olympics and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just sword fighting. It's sword fighting, which
yeah
can be fun. It kind of looks fun,
Imagine they brought back old school sword fighting, like instead of like gunfights, like people rob the bank with a sword.
Challenge people to a duel and they sword fight to the death.
Low key, I mean, like people like collect swords. It's like that was the fighting mechanism back in the day. Like it's kind of crazy that you would be that close to. I mean, a knife is like even crazier when people used to fight in wars and like you straight have to stab someone with a knife, like body to body, close to close.
War back in the day was just OD. War back in the day, it was like, here's a sword and here's a shield, and just go run at this guy in a field and like try to kill him with it before he kills you. There's gonna be a lot of people with a lot of swords and a lot of shields, and like just try to kill them, but you don't get killed. And so imagine what war was like back then. Like every one of those guys that died, they would get like stabbed, and then it would be like a long process for them to bleed out and die.
That's
yeah.
Yeah.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
And then there would probably be like a medic walking around the fields, like trying to save people, but that guy would get stabbed too. So like, no, no one was getting saved in like whatever war was before World War One.
And also, as soon as they upgraded to having muskets, finally, when they got the first firearms and they had muskets, those shits took like 5 minutes to reload. You get one shot,
like powder and like
powder, all sorts of shit. You got to take a ramrod and like ram the little ball in there, and like, so you would shoot it. And first of all, you got to be literally like 12 feet away to even have a chance of hitting somebody, because those shits were not accurate. They would just like spew out in whatever fucking direction they wanted. Yeah, so you'd have to stand like 10 feet away from somebody, shoot, and then put that shit down and start reloading it for 5 minutes. Both you guys are standing there trying to reload. It must have looked comical to fight back then, you know?
Yeah.
Also, the uniforms. Like, why are you wearing... Like, think about the Revolutionary War. Like, why were the British wearing bright red-ass fucking jackets, basically telling the other side, like, we are right here. We're right here, bro. You know?
That's so true. I never thought about their style choices. Like, they wore some crazy shit during war. And like their feet must have been freezing too. Like whatever the Cold War was, whenever that was, or wherever the weather was for that shit, they must have been freezing their asses off.
The Cold War wasn't an actual war, dog. It was like...
Oh, for real?
Yeah, the Cold War was between the U.S. and the Soviet Union, and it was like we were basically racing to like get the best nukes and get to space and shit.
Oh,
and like it was like war? That was the Cold War, because we were like competing. Instead of having an actual war, we had like an economic war and a space race and like a nuclear race, and like that's the Cold War.
Why'd they call that shit the Cold? Why was it cold? Why not like the warm war or something like that? Or like
a hot war is just a war. Like if a war goes hot, that means you're actually fighting and there's shooting and people are dying and stuff. Cold War means like it didn't actually get to fighting, but like we're kind of waging a war without waging a war. Like we hate each other, we're competing against each other, but we're just not killing each other. That was the Cold War.
Oh, so we have mad Cold Wars going on right now with like China and like...
Oh, 100%. And the other thing we have is like proxy wars. So a proxy war is when like there's two countries that are fighting, but that's not like the heart of the battle. The heart of the battle is like the bigger countries that are backing those smaller countries who are fighting each other on our behalf, right?
Wait, so think of like... So other countries...
like this. Like Russia and Ukraine.
Yeah.
Like Russia invaded Ukraine and they're trying to steal Ukraine, right? Yep. And we are like arming and funding Ukraine, and so that they could hold off Russia. That's what's called a proxy war, because it's kind of like Ukraine is fighting them, but it's also kind of like we're fighting them because we're giving the money and we're giving the weapons, and we don't want Russia to take over Ukraine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's what a proxy war is. So there's a lot of that going on too. There's a lot of that happening too.
Yeah. But also, I mean, like, there had to have been some war in Russia or some shit that was cold as fuck, and people were freezing their asses off.
Bro, that's how the Nazis were defeated. Is the
weather?
Well, yes, the Nazis, when they invaded the Soviet Union, they fucked up in that they invaded in the winter.
Oh, yeah.
Hitler was doing meth, and he was fucking crazy, and he was like, belligerent, and he was screaming that, we're not going to stop. We're never going to stop. Like he would get told by his generals, we're losing here. We're losing there. He'd be like, fight harder. Like go again, go harder.
Yeah.
And so they sent them into the Soviet Union in the winter. And then when the winter struck, they didn't have the right supplies. They didn't have enough food. And a lot of them fucking froze to death. And so that was a big reason as to why they lost. I mean, the US and the British obviously helped as well, storming the beaches of Normandy and shit. But basically, Hitler was fighting a war on too many fronts, and he invaded the Soviet Union in the winter and like lost so many soldiers because they just died from the cold, from the snow and the cold.
If there was one way that I didn't want to go out, it would just be like cold and freezing. That's just like the worst. I played golf. I showed you the other day, and it was like 7 a.m, and the first thing that went with my feet, and they were just so cold. And the rest of like just the morning was miserable because my feet couldn't warm up. Like I was trying to put them in the sun, but like once your body feels cold, it's over. Like it's just like I just completely shut down. Like I was shivering, and I couldn't like even tell myself like, no, you're not cold. My feet were just freezing.
It's so true that it's amazing how quickly that just ruins your whole vibe, because I've had that happen too, man. Like I've told the story before, but my dad took me hunting when I was a kid.
Yep.
And we were sitting down underneath this tree, like waiting for deer to come by. And we were sitting there for like maybe an hour or two or something like that. And he's like, all right, let's move to a different spot. And he told me to get up. I was sitting on my feet the whole time. And I didn't realize that because it was like 5 degrees out and I was sitting on my feet, the blood stopped going to my feet. So both of my legs were like paralyzed. They couldn't fucking move. And I was like, I can't fucking move, Dad. Like my legs aren't working. He was like, shh, you're going to scare the deer. And I was like, no, I'm like paralyzed right now. So I had to sit there and rub my legs for like 10 minutes to get the blood flowing back. And then I was able to move. But yeah, to your point, like, especially like you said, if you get wet and it's cold, you're just done. It's over. It's a wrap. Like you literally need to go take a hot shower to get the chill out of your bones so that you can then maybe be okay. But if you're not dressed properly and you get a little bit wet in the cold, that's why I'm saying, like, everybody, tell me your thoughts on this. We probably talked about it before, but everybody's a big fucking autumn fan, a fall fan. That, to me, that shit is overrated as fuck. Like, no, I like spring and I like summer. Spring, because it's getting beautiful out. The sun is setting later and later. The fucking flowers are popping everywhere. Summer, because everybody could go to the fucking beach. Everybody could chill outside. Everybody could enjoy the sun. The sun sets at like 8:30 at night. Everybody's having a good time. But as soon as you get, like, we just moved the clocks. Fuck the fucking clock change, dog.
I was gonna ask you how your daylight savings went, man. Because when it happened on Sunday, I woke up because I had that early tea time. Like someone asked me to play golf Saturday. I was like, sure, I'll play. And it was 7:00 in the morning. And I woke up at 6 and I didn't think about it till later, but I was like, I woke up pretty easily because I usually wake up at 7. And then I was like, oh shit, it's daylight savings time. And I was kind of good, but later in the day, it hit me a little bit harder. So like I got up at my normal time, but otherwise I probably would
an hour earlier. Yeah,
an hour later. How was your daylight savings?
So mine was the same. I want to say I woke up at like 8 or 8:30 when normally I'd wake up at like 9:30.
Okay,
so same shit.
Kind of normal. Yeah.
But to your point, like I'm just keep it. What people want is not to get rid of daylight saving time. What they want is to keep it permanently on daylight saving time.
Yeah, I know,
because that is the sun staying up later. You know what I'm
saying? I'm for that. I think today it got so dark at 4 something, and I was already like checked out. I was like, I got to start making dinner. I got to get the kids to bed. And then I looked at the clock and I was like, it's only like 5:00. Like what? That's way too early to start doing anything.
Bro, it literally fucks with like your brain chemistry gets fucked with when you do this. Your brain chemistry gets fucked with because your body starts releasing melatonin earlier and earlier. And like that makes it so that you want to go to sleep. So yeah, I'm looking right now, and I'm a little luckier than you because I'm further south than you. So the sun sets even a little later for me than it does for you this time of year. So you said yours was 4 whatever o'clock. It
was dumb early.
Right now, our shit is 5:04 is when it is when the sun sets. But even that, it's like, come on, man, like this is crazy. And I get it. People say like, oh, but the sun will rise too late if you keep the clocks how they are on daylight saving time year round. And it's like, I get it, but I'd rather have it a little bit dark in the morning and see the sunrise than fucking make it so the sun sets super fucking early. 100%. So that's why it's a big reason why I'm not a fall fan. They did change it once in U.S. history. I think it was in like the 70s. They got rid of daylight saving time.
I feel like
everybody hated it because I forget what their reasoning was, but I think they did it the wrong way. They did it permanently on daylight saving. They did it permanently on normal time, not daylight saving time.
It said it was originally proposed by Benjamin. I looked this up. It was originally proposed by Benjamin Franklin as a joke in 1784. He suggested Parisians, could save candles if they woke up earlier. The U.S. officially adopted it in 1918, mostly to save fuel during World War I. And Hawaii and Arizona don't do daylight savings, so when you FaceTime your friends there, their time zones get confusing. So they kind of were just like, fuck it, we're not doing this shit.
Yeah, but they did it the wrong way. They did it permanently on standard time, which again is not the way to do it. The way to do it is permanent daylight saving time. So they did it worse. I'd rather have it the way we have it now than do it the way they do it.
Wait,
because they never get the late sunset ever. Their shit is like this, like it is right now, year round.
Oh yeah, they're bugging. Why'd they do it this way?
Because when people don't think about it too much, and they just think like we should have one time. And then they go, well, which time should that be? And they go, I guess standard time, like what the time actually is. That's why they do it. But then in the summer, the sun's still going to set at like 7:00 in the summer, which is like, why do you want that? I want the sun going down at like 9:00 in the summer. You know what I'm saying?
How did I get Hawaii like does their own shit, but how did Arizona like pull off
state government? The state government voted on it. They were like, we're done changing the clocks. Fuck you. We're going to just keep them how we want them.
and no other state was like, let's do that shit. I feel like there's got to be somewhere that
They
was
should, but they haven't. But there is a bill. The bill passed the House. I mean, I'm sorry, the bill passed the Senate.
Yep, that's the next thing. It says there's a bill Congress for years to make daylight savings time permanent called the Sunshine Protection Act. It keeps passing the Senate but dying in the House.
Exactly. So they passed it in the Senate to do what I want to do, which is permanent daylight saving time.
Yeah.
And they never fucking even take it up in the House. They never even have a vote on it. They just don't bring it up.
It's it's a weird one because it's too researchers show a small spike in car accidents and heart attacks right after a time change.
Yes.
More daylight equals less crime, which that would be if they left it the other way, like didn't do the time change.
Right. If they did permanent daylight saving time. That's right. Yeah.
Studies found the crime rates drop slightly when evenings stay lighter. And then it's saving versus savings. The correct name is daylight saving time instead, and no S at the end.
Yeah, people like to say savings. I used to fuck that up too, but I committed it to memory now that it's saving time.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm like it. I mean, it doesn't really mess with me anymore. I think it takes me like a day to adjust of like the time shit, but it does feel super late, and that's got to affect. I mean, there's people that go to work when it's dark out and they come home when it's dark out. At least the other way, there could be a little bit of light time.
Exactly. I'm just so like everybody low-key hates it this time of year. That's why you get like seasonal affective disorder, which is seasonal depression, like kicks up massively. And a big reason is you're never getting any sunlight. Like the sun is setting so fucking early and like you're just tired. You just want to go to sleep. It just makes it so that I don't want to do anything after like 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like after 6, I'm done, bro. Because 6 now feels like fucking 9, you know? And so I'm sorry, permanent daylight saving time. And also people in the further south really don't know how good they have it because they never get those super early sunsets. You know, like imagine living in like fucking North Dakota or some shit or like Alaska where the sun sets for literally like months on end. That's what happens in Alaska. In the dead of winter, the sun just doesn't come up. It's just fucking dark all the time. But in the summer, the sun doesn't set. It's just up all day and night.
I mean, I guess I don't know if I would take that.
I don't want that. That's too crazy. That's too crazy.
Too much of a change.
To me, the ideal shit is probably like, you know, like whatever the fuck they got in Miami, you know, where it's like, it never sets. Like probably the earliest the sun sets there with even going back to standard time is probably like 5 something, like 5:30 or something like that. They never get.
I mean,
they never get to like 4:30. New York, you get 4:30, 4:20 in December. It just makes this time of year miserable. So yeah, what are your thoughts on fall? Because I've always been a fall hater, and that's one of my most controversial opinions. People have fucking come at me for that opinion, bro. People fucking hate that opinion of mine, but I really feel it. Fuck the leaves. I don't give a fuck that the leaves are different colors.
I'm like on both sides of the fence right there because I'm like pre-homeowner, I think I was a fan of fall because I was like, oh, it's pretty. I don't have shit to do. Now that I own a home, the fucking leaf cleanup is one of the worst shit. I don't know if you like have to rake your leaves or if someone does that shit for you.
Yep.
It's OD. Like OD. It's like it even when you just clean it up, that shit's like it comes right back the next day.
God forbid you have a windy day, bro. God forbid you have a windy fucking day.
Over. Or like if you have a big ass tree by your house, that shit, like it might not look like the biggest tree, but once it starts shaking the leaves off, your fucking grass will have the biggest pile of leaves. And it's a pain in the ass. Like I had someone tell me they had the backpack blower that I could use. And I was like, all right, that's cool. Maybe I'll actually take you up on that. But even getting the leaves onto a tarp to then have to pull the tarp from like my backyard to my front yard is the worst. And it's not cheap to like, I think it was like, I asked my gardener guy because they fucking came through and just did the leaves like without asking me this time. Last year they asked me and it was kind of pricey, so I just did it myself. But this time they just did it and it looked great. But I didn't ask how much it was and he just did it. So I texted him. I was like, yo, how much that shit going to cost me? And I'm nervous. It's going to be like, I think it's going to be like $500 or $600 for 2 cleanups, which is OD. Because for them, it's not that bad. But when I do that shit, it actually takes like a long time and it's hard. Again, to get the leaves perfectly on the tarp and then have to pull the tarp to the front of your house.
Absolutely. So the leave shit is horrible in the fall, and then in the winter, we got a long ass driveway, and that
Oh
shit when
shit.
it snows, bro. Like this is what I'm saying. Like there's stuff that just normal life stuff. Like I love people who grew up in like Southern California or Florida who are like, oh my god, I love the snow, and it's
Yeah.
like you think you love the snow, dog, but growing up in New York, I remember you just like you got to go take the shovel, you got to go shovel the walkway, you got to shovel the driveway. Like
See, I'll
even
push you on the. I don't mind shoveling. I'm like,
really,
yeah, I'm okay with like getting out there and shoveling a little bit if it's not excessive. Like if it's like a little bit and you can push it to the side, and like you only have to do it like 3 times maybe in the wintertime. But if you, my worst thing is like when you shovel your shit, and like 2 days later, like when it's like the whole winter, you got to keep shoveling. That's OD. But I didn't mind as a kid. Did you ever like go around from house to house and like shovel people's shit?
yeah, I did it like once or twice. You make $100 or whatever
Yeah, like
shoveling
to me
stuff.
that was like when I was a kid, like that was like like no one really does that shit anymore unless you're just kind of like a landscaper or some shit and like you do that for your business. But there's not a lot of kids I don't see that go around like door to door like, can I shovel your driveway? Because
Totally.
I
But
enjoyed that shit as a kid, and
I don't.
I still don't mind shoveling the driveway a little bit.
But like, okay, I'm just different though because I don't like being outside in the winter. I just don't like it. Even a warm winter day is like 40 degrees.
Yeah,
Like a warm, like think of like deep in January or late December, like
it's brick.
or like early February. Yeah, it's like fucking 40 degrees on a good day. It could
Mhm.
be like fucking, whatever, 30 or fucking 24. And like there is nothing about the range of temperatures it could be in winter that's okay to me. You know what I'm saying? Whereas
That's
every
true.
other season, they could hit you with a day where it's, oh, I love being outside. Even fall. Now, again, I'm a fall hater, but at the
Yeah.
beginning of fall, you get 70-degree days, 65-degree days. Even now, we're still getting 60. I don't know what it's like by you, but we're still getting 65-degree days here, 60-degree days here.
Those are nice days.
Yeah, so our shit is sort of, especially this time of year, I feel like it's way better in the DC area than it is in New York because we still get those 60, 65-degree
Yeah,
days.
we don't get it that high. Like ours is like 50 with no sun and it's cold as fuck.
See, that's what I'm saying is like, so this time of year, especially, like my fall hatred has dropped a little bit since I moved further south.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But having said that, in the winter, man, I just don't want to go outside. So yeah, like I know
But
that.
I'm gonna hit you with some shit. What about when you were a kid and like a good ass snow day and some sledding? You're bundled up. You're not a fan?
No, well, here's the thing. I love the snow day, of course. Everybody
Yep.
loves a snow day.
Yep.
But I'm gonna be inside all day, dog. I'm more of a hot chocolate guy, fucking
I'm
by
kind
the
of that way too.
fireplace,
I'm
you
kind of that
know,
way also.
like watch a movie, play some back in the day Super Nintendo type shit. Like,
Some people would argue that that's a good feeling too. Is like you're just nestled up in the crib. It's mad cold outside. You got a blanket on,
but
heater's
at some
going.
point you gotta go. Like at some point you gotta shovel the driveway. You
Yeah,
know,
you're
like
gonna
there
have to
is
do some
no.
shit outside where you put boots on and you're like walking through slush and like some rainy shit. And yeah, you're right.
And meanwhile, and I'm extreme, right? Because I hate it, even if it's 40 degrees, I hate it. But you tell me, bro, it's 93 degrees outside and it's humid in the middle of the summer, I can still go outside. I can
Yeah,
still go outside. To me, and I know there are people, I know people personally who are totally different. I like my buddy Will cannot stand being outside in the summer, fucking hates it. If there's humidity, he's done. He's going inside. He's not coming outside.
Mhm.
Crystal, I feel like is more sensitive to the heat outside than I am. Like she does not like if it's a certain amount of humidity, she's like, fuck this. Like
Yeah.
I don't want to be out. So I get it. There's a lot of people who are not like that. But to me, whatever and I don't know why it's like this. Is it because of like my fucking lineage and where my parents were from or my grandparents were from or some shit that like makes it so that I prefer the hot? But any sort of winter weather, I'm not built for that. I'm built for being inside like a motherfucker in the winter, you know?
I'm more on your side. I like the leaves shit throw me off now because it's OD. It just raking leaves like they fucking block the whole street. They're like all over the place. The weather is kind of cold and it's like deceivingly cold where you're like, oh, it's not that bad out today. So you don't put a jacket on and then you end up being colder. Where at
Yeah.
least in winter, you're like, I know it's going to be brick today. Let me bundle up. So you prepare for it. This weather in the fall is kind of like, if it'll fuck you up because it's like, all right, I'm just going to put maybe a long sleeve on with no undershirt. And then you go outside and you're brick and you get like, you're even more mad. So that throws me off a little bit because then sometimes the sun will come out and it'll be mad nice, but then the sun will get blocked by the clouds or some shit.
Instantly
And
gets
it
cold like that.
instantly gets fucking
Mhm.
cold again. So that gets me mad. But winter, the only time that I kind of like, again, I don't mind shoveling too much if it's not excessive. I enjoy like shoveling OD and it not being too cold that I'm bundled up and I start to sweat and get hot a little bit from shoveling. That to me, I feel like I'm like exercising and that like it's not so cold where like I kind of enjoy that cold. I for some reason I like that. And I don't get out like sledding anymore, but I mean, I should, but I also don't like the aftermath of like wet boots, wet snow pants, and having to like put away
Yeah, it's a
jackets.
thing,
Like,
dog. It's a thing.
that's
Like,
why I
it's a
don't like
whole
skiing
thing.
or snowboarding. Like people are like, do you ski or snowboard? I'm like, no, there's too much shit with it. Like there's too much like
You got to be about that life to
you
want
gotta
to do
have
that.
goggles, you gotta have a helmet, you gotta have your jacket, you gotta have like ski pants, you gotta have some under shit, you gotta have like clothes under the shit. Your socks have to be fucking like thick as fuck so they don't fit in your boots. Then you gotta carry around the skis, the snowboard. It's like basketball, you need a ball. Golf, you just need your golf bag. Like football, let's just go to the park, we'll have a football. Like there's too much shit, and you're kind of convincing me on the winter shit because like there's too much shit you need to survive in the wintertime. Whereas summer, you could go out with no shirt on if you're a guy and just have some shorts on and get your chores done.
Bro,
So
you got
winter,
to
you
love
gotta
the
throw all
cold.
your shit on and put a winter hat on. You gotta fucking this, that, your car. Like when you're sitting in your car, there's no worse feeling than when you sit in your car when it's absolutely brick.
Oh my God, yeah.
And some people don't know this when they're from hot. And it's just that initial, like, you just make the weirdest sound in the world. You're just like,
It's true. And then it always takes too long for the car to heat up. Like it's always a
too
process.
long.
Even in
And
the summer, it could be hot, but you roll down the window immediately. So at least you're getting that fresh air.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Like it's just not. And the other thing is, you mentioned something about how cold it is. I watched a video the other day that was kind of interesting. There's this stuff called brown fat that we have in our body that actually kids have a lot of, more than we do.
Mhm.
And brown fat almost makes it so that in the winter they could feel much warmer. So like if ever you've seen a kid go outside and it's 40 fucking degrees, right, or 35 degrees, and they don't bring a jacket and they're wearing like a t-shirt, we look at that like, holy fucking shit, that's crazy, bro. It's 50 degrees, dog. Like you need a jacket. But to them, it feels like it's like 60 because they have this stuff called brown fat. And for us, it's kind of interesting because in the summer, we shed brown fat and then we gain it back in the winter. And so to your point, now it's like the beginning of fall. And so you were like, damn, I thought I didn't need a jacket, but I did. That's because your body hasn't built up the brown fat yet because it's not deep in winter yet. And that's kind of like why if in the middle of winter, you get a 60-degree day randomly, that shit'll feel like 85 to you.
Yeah.
Because you have more brown fat, your body's adapted and has the brown fat. And in the summer, you lose it. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I didn't even know about that until I watched this. It was like some Vox video or some shit.
Wait, so everybody has the brown fat shit or just kids?
So everybody has it, but kids have the most of it. And the older you get, the more you lose it. And also for everybody, it sort of changes by season so that in the summer we have the least amount of it. In the winter, we have the most amount of it. But yeah, the older you get, so old people are always cold.
Yeah.
And that's because they have lost most of their brown fat.
That's why if you always see like an old person sitting in the chair, they got some old ass like blanket on their like lap or some shit. Like,
and they always like it like 74 degrees in the house. Meanwhile, we like to keep it at like 68 or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
and it's like I'm thinking of my kids and like Scotty and Cece kind of don't have like a blanket on them when they sleep. Like they always run hot. And that's maybe because they got some brown sugar in their shit.
They got brown fat. Then the kids have the most of it, bro.
I feel like when I was a kid, I remember never really having it. I had one jacket. I had a bear puffy coat. I got that shit from, there was a store called Bunnies. I think it was Bunnies in the Galleria. And the bear jackets used to be like the North Face before the North Face. And I had a red bear jacket, and that was my favorite fucking jacket. But outside of that, I think I always would just go out in a sweater or like a t-shirt on some shit. Like I never really wore a jacket, and I still don't really wear a jacket.
See, I was like you. I really was not a big jacket wearer. I would wear like a North Face fleece from time to time. He said, "Nah, not the Galleria." Yeah, dog, the Galleria.
Bro, Galleria was the shit. I think they tore down all those places.
It went out of business, bro. And meanwhile, the Westchester is still in business, and it's like the Westchester was whack compared to the Galleria. The Galleria had more shit that I liked in it. Now the Westchester's got all high-end fucking luxury bullshit. You know.
but all malls. I mean, not to sidetrack, but like all malls. The Palisades Mall. Do you remember the Palisades?
Of
It's up
course,
by
yeah.
me in Rockland.
Mm-hmm.
When that shit opened up, it was like everything. They had a fucking Ferris wheel and that shit,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a destination. Like people would really go out of their way to go to that shit. Now I keep
Like
reading
Gucci.
articles. What happened?
It's like Gucci and Versace and shit like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, like
Yeah.
high end shit, but they also had like regular shit too. But it was just like a huge ass mall. But now I saw like it got like sold or foreclosed, and like they're trying to sell that shit, and like they might shut it down because it's like a lot of these malls are just like who's shopping? Like I don't know. I feel like not a lot of people are shopping in those shits anymore.
We're kind of lucky. We have I call it the busiest mall in America we have near us.
Oh,
Because
really?
it's like the only mall in like a very long area, very big area.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that
yeah.
makes it so like a lot of people go to it.
Yep.
So we're lucky to have that. But let me get back to what I was saying about the jacket. So
Yeah.
I wear a North Face fleece from time to time. I'd wear that, and I did have one North Face like bubble jacket that I wore sometimes. But I'm like you in that I mostly didn't like if there was even a question about whether or not I should wear a jacket, I didn't wear a jacket.
Yep.
And I remember one time I fucked up hard when I was on the high school golf team. It was like, they usually golf in the fall, and we had a match, and I was out there in a t-shirt, and I swear to God, dog, it was like
Rick?
40 or 45 degrees, and I was in the t-shirt, and it was like starting to rain a little bit, and it was just miserable. I
Yep.
remember just feeling like, God, I'm so fucking cold.
That's how I felt on Sunday, bro. It was like my feet went, and it just threw off my whole fucking like morning. Like I just couldn't.
Yeah, losing your feet, dog, that's a tough one. You can't come back from that.
And like I was wearing thin socks, but like they was this thing called a dew delay where there was like dew on the court.
Yeah, there was frost on the course, yeah.
And everyone was tight because like the sun was hitting the greens, and the guy was like, it's still frost on there, and they were like people were really upset. Yeah, like we're like, let's just play. But when you walk in the grass too, and it's wet, and your feet are kind of just stuck, so I can't even imagine how you played that day because it probably threw your whole shit off.
Oh, totally. I mean, I don't remember how I played because it was so long ago, but I just remember thinking like, I'm a real fucking idiot that I tried to do this in just a t-shirt. Like I needed not just more than a t-shirt. I needed like multiple layers of long sleeve shit to feel comfortable,
I also like maybe never just bought a big ass like winter coat. Like I had that one as a kid because my mom bought it for me, and like when I wore it, I felt like I from what I am maybe just imagining, I was warm when I wore that shit. But now I have like a thick Knicks winter coat that someone gave to me, and when I wear that shit, like it feels good as fuck. So low key, I think like maybe just buy a winter coat. It's probably a smart move.
No, I mean, you're making a good point though, because like as I've gotten older, I feel like I dress much more appropriate now for whatever it's like outside, and it does make a huge difference, obviously.
Big ass difference. When I wear that coat, I'm like, I'm so warm right now.
Yeah, one of the reasons why I probably was a winter hater is I was always outside in some shit I shouldn't have been outside in, thinking, man, it's way too cold out here,
Exactly.
But now it's like, if anything, I overdress this time of year, and then if I need to shed layers, I just shed layers, like that's the move.
That's smart. All right. So you're like America's Most Wanted. You're like the world's hatest man right now with I was like scrolling Twitter, and I saw like a New York Post article with your shit, and I sent it to Davina and Jet. I was like, yo, Kyle's in the New York Post. And I thought Davina was gonna be on some conservative side shit with like, yeah, like don't make fun of widows or whatever. But she was on some like, nah, fuck her. Like, like she's on some grifting shit. So like shout out to you for sticking to your shit, man, because people are coming at you hard. I don't know what it's like. I've only seen like some shit, but people are probably coming at you.
Oh, it's over the top. It's probably the worst blowback I've ever gotten, probably. But it's so funny because I saw, certainly on my Twitter timeline over the weekend, my whole fucking timeline, everybody was saying the same shit.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, hey, yo, why is Erica Kirk putting her hands all up in JD Vance's hair? Like, that's
some weird shit.
That's some, like, you don't do that unless you're, like, really, like, that's an intimate thing to do, to run your hands through somebody's hair like that. Yeah. And he had his hands on her waist.
Yeah.
And, like, so those pictures started going viral. Then what went viral was him, JD Vance, saying about his wife now, Usha. He was like, I hope she eventually, like, finds Christ and converts to Christianity because she's Hindu. And he said that shit. And it's like, You're throwing your own wife under the bus? Like, that's
And what is
crazy.
Erica Kirk's like really into like Christ and all that shit. So like
100%. So all weekend, dog, I'm seeing all these memes, basically saying like, oh, the reason Erica Kirk wore those leather pants is because couches are made of leather, and we know how JD Vance feels about couches. I'm seeing shit like that. Erica even said that JD Vance reminds her of Charlie Kirk. So that shit's happening. Then at the same time, everybody remembers that, like, as soon as it happened, she jumped up and was like, I'm now the head of TPUSA. She didn't take any time away. She didn't fucking mourn or look after the kids, or she just went, I'm now the head of TPUSA. And everybody was sort of like, damn, that's a little crazy that you just jumped right to that. They were fundraising off of his murder. So look, everybody's having these conversations. I saw it all throughout Twitter, all these memes. I didn't make any of those memes. I'm just reposting shit other people made.
Mm-hmm.
Or for some reason, I was the lightning rod, probably because I'm like a big account and I was posting those memes or whatever. So people say like, I'm being rude or I'm being obnoxious or whatever. And my reaction to them is basically like, yeah, I am.
No, and shout out to you for not giving a fuck, man. Like,
but like the point is they made us like this. Like, I cannot imagine me fucking in 2015 ever acting like this or posting shit like that. But the fact of the matter is, Republicans made the new rules, and the new rules are we get to be gigantic fucking assholes. We love your liberal tears. We want to chug your liberal tears. Fuck your feelings. That's their big thing. They wear shirts that say fuck your feelings.
And they've done the same shit when people have passed away.
OD, bro. They were fucking posting the George picture Floyd of the underwear, George Floyd shit, but also they were posting a picture of underwear and a hammer and talking about this is my Halloween costume when Paul Pelosi got nearly killed and assaulted with a hammer. So like, yeah, they've always done the shit, and they always feel like when we do it, it's fine. And it's like, okay, if you guys are saying that shit is the fucking rules, then bet I'm gonna play by the same rules.
Yep.
Like you can't clutch your pearls now when the other side starts doing the shit you motherfuckers have been doing hardcore for a fucking decade now.
Facts.
So that was my whole shit. And by the way, to the backlash, just so everybody knows, I didn't even read most of it. I don't give a fuck. Like, it was funny because there's one day I was scrolling, this is after the backlash hit.
Yeah.
Every single tweet on my timeline would be like some big ass conservative name.
Shit.
And I would just scroll right by it. Just I wouldn't read any of it. And then there's only one that I read. I'm not even kidding. There's one that I read. One. And it was a senator. It was Senator Mike Lee.
I saw that. That was the one and
that's the one
he did some shit with the Minnesota guy, right?
Yes, he was joking about fucking Melissa Hortman, who got murdered by a MAGA terrorist. And he was joking, it's a Nightmare on Wall Street, because the person who murdered her was wearing a fucking mask, like a Mike Myers mask or some shit. So we posted Nightmare on Wall Street like it's some fucking joke. And so that motherfucker is coming after me. You're coming after me. I'm going after Erica Kirk for her fucking bizarre displays after Charlie Kirk being killed. You were literally mocking a fucking murder, like mocking somebody who was murdered. You know what I'm saying? So like your shit was way worse than my shit.
Yep.
And you're going to clutch your pearl. So I couldn't help myself. That was my one instance of I read the shit and I just responded real quick and fucking lit his ass up. But like, bro, let's be serious. Like,
yeah.
And the other thing
watch
is
when it comes out that she's with JD Vance or some shit, no one will give you props.
I know. That's so true. And the other thing is like, look at all the shit that was happening this weekend too. Like Trump was having some billionaire party at Mar-a-Lago, a Great Gatsby Roaring 20s party, at the same time that he froze food stamp funding so people couldn't get their food stamps, which means 40 million people were going starving. And so that's crazy that he's doing that. They didn't say shit about that. They didn't have any problem with that. He's blowing up these fucking boats in the Caribbean that are filled with innocent people. They're not saying shit about that.
You know, all these companies are laying off like 400, like Amazon just laid off people, or like
a whole bunch of people.
A whole bunch
of companies just laid off people. Trump pardoned a guy that was doing money laundering for Al-Qaeda, some crypto asshole. These people didn't say dick about any of that. But I'm the fucking villain for a shit posting lefty joke. Like, fuck off. It's just their crocodile tears are so fucking bullshit. Like, I'm so sick of it. I'm so done with them. And one of the things they kept saying, one of the things that they kept saying about me was, oh, they're evil. He's evil. They're demonic. And it's like, do you motherfuckers know who you support?
Yeah.
Do you know, like, the policies that are actually destroying people's fucking lives? And I'm demonic for making a joke? And so they also said, oh, they want us dead, and this proves it. It's like, where the fuck are you getting that from? No, I don't want you dead. I fucking hate you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to be friends with you. I think you're a piece of shit. But I also genuinely want you to have a good life. just fucking away from me. Go mind your business somewhere else. I'm more than happy to split this country up into blue states and red states, and let's have our own separate things. But like, it's nonsense. I want you to have a good life. And it's so weird that they just assumed, oh, he
found a
wants us dead
popular
because he
person.
posted that. Like, what the
they
fuck?
found a popular person that they try to kind of like all rally against, and that shit didn't work. Like, that shit fell flat.
Bro, you got the wrong one, dog. You got the wrong one. And by the way, just so everybody knows, am I getting death threats? Of course. Yeah, I'm getting fucking death threats.
For real?
Of course. But that's like, for my job, it really is par for the course. You know what I'm saying? Like, for what I do, if you are a big political commentator in 2025, and if you're saying some real shit as a big political commentator, you're going to get fucking death threats. And so, yes, we got death threats.
Damn.
So,
sorry, that's fucking scary.
I mean, whatever. It is what it is. I mean, it's just par for the course for this game. You know what I'm saying? But they're never going to shut me up. They're never going to shut me up. I hope these motherfuckers know the fact that they came after me so hard made me double down and triple down and quadruple. Oh, I'm going to go so fucking hard. I even posted, since they came after me for those memes in particular, I posted like 5 more memes
I saw the progression of like Widow's outfits or something like that.
Yeah, bro. Like, I'm not going to stop. Are you crazy? Do you know you got the wrong one, yo? You got the wrong one. Like, and this is the thing, Corin, they're so used to Democrats being bitches. Like, they actually think that, like, oh my God, Barack Obama, he was so unfair to us. And like Hillary Clinton, she was so unfair to us. And it's like, what planet are you on? These are the people, oh, when they go low, we go high. That's what they did. You idiots just convinced yourselves that these were fucking like, oh, they fight too hard and they're far left or whatever. You ain't seen shit, bro.
Yeah.
You guys ain't seen shit. Nothing. So fuck them.
Meanwhile, so tomorrow's election day. I don't vote in New York, like city, but
you don't live in the city.
I'm hyped for Zoran or whatever, man. Like, he seems to be doing all the right shit, man. I follow his social media, so I'm getting fed all his stuff. But like, his campaign compared to Cuomo's is like, Cuomo's almost feels like a joke. It almost feels like it's not a real serious thing.
No, like, he's cooked. He knows he's cooked too. He knows he's cooked.
Definitely. Do you think like Zoran can pass a lot of the shit that he's really kind of like pushing for?
Some of it. I think he could get some of it down. But there's no way he's going to get all of it through.
And can Trump actually like block money coming to New York? Is that like a thing? Like, does he actually give money to New York?
Well, yes. So the federal government, a lot of funds that the federal government has goes to the states. And so, yes, he can withhold certain funds, but it would be illegal if he does that.
Yeah.
He might do it.
It's illegal too. So it's like.
Exactly. And like, he's already frozen $27 billion of funds that's supposed to go to blue states. And so he's punishing blue states. He has been punishing blue states. But, as you know better than anybody else, the fact that he's like sort of trying to extort, or that's not even the right word, blackmail or whatever the word is, coerce New Yorkers and say like, don't vote for Zoran or else. That's going to only make them fucking people vote for Zoran more. Like, you can't just tell New Yorkers, like, don't do this shit. Like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Some spoiled, entitled brat whose daddy had $400 million and you were a fucking reality star and you tripped over your dick and fell into the fucking presidency. Shut the fuck up. Like, New Yorkers are going to be like, go fuck yourself,
That I watched a little of the 60 Minutes interview yesterday and kind of just like laughed. They asked him about like his sons running that crypto company, and then him partying the person, like you said, and then they got like $2 billion from it, and then the company was like, yeah, we had no involvement with his sons being on our board or getting that.
Bro, he said, homie said, I don't know who you're talking about. Like, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, okay, that's weird too. Like,
why did you pardon him if you don't know who he is? They're such liars. He's such a liar. Obviously, he pardoned him because he helped him with his fucking crypto scam. Yep. And he helped him with his, World Liberty Financial or whatever it's called, the crypto platform that he has. Like, it's all so corrupt. They're actually doing straight up pay to play pardons. So somebody would go to Mar-a-Lago, give Trump $1 million, and then Trump would pardon whoever that person wants them to pardon. And so you got all these like white collar criminals who've committed fraud and stuff. They're just being let go. They're being freed because Trump is taking bribes directly from their family members. That's why it's very possible he pardons Diddy. It's very possible he pardons Ghislaine Maxwell. He doesn't give a fuck. What's the worst that's going to happen? It's going to be like 3 days of outraged coverage, and then everybody's going to move on like they always do, and he's going to fucking get away with it,
Yeah, I was confused. I saw a picture of Diddy in prison, and it's like, it looked like, I mean, like, I don't know what you get in prison, but it looked like they all had like nice sweatsuits on and like warm jackets, and like they all had different like Nike and nice sneakers and shit on. I was like, yo, it looks like he's kind of chilling in there. Like they had a picture of him talking to remember Sebastian Telfair?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Like Diddy and Sebastian Telfair were talking in prison. Like
Wait, I didn't know Sebastian Telfair was in prison.
I didn't know that either, but then I just saw a picture that like him and Diddy were talking in prison. So I think I thought he was in and then got out, but I guess he's back in or something like that.
I wonder if he's in the same prison as Sean Kingston. Sean Kingston's in prison too. Did you know that?
In Princeton?
Oh,
In
he
Princeton.
committed OD fraud. Like him and his
Really?
mom were committing OD fraud, and they caught him, and he's in prison. Yeah.
I remember like Shakira was like getting pretty heavy.
Hers was on some taxes shit. Yeah,
like they didn't get her. Like she like hers was like apparently very serious, and then they didn't have any charges against her. Like
okay, I didn't know that part. I just knew it was some taxes shit.
Oh,
like
really?
with Wesley Snipes, how they got Wesley Snipes on tax evasion type shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait, so what was Sean Kingston doing?
Fraud. Him and his mom had some fraud scheme where they were stealing money from some welfare program or something like that. It was some big fraud scheme that they did, and they stole millions, I think it was. So they caught him, and he went down, you know.
Damn, I wonder if he's done for a while.
Oh yeah, I think he's cooked for a while. I think he's.
There could be like you could have an all-star prison of like R. Kelly, Diddy, Tom Kingston, Telfair. Like you could have a like a star-studded lineup of people that. But like, it's crazy that Brett Favre never went to jail for his shit. The shit that he was doing, like he was stealing way more money than probably Sean Kingston ever was.
100%. He literally stole like most of the money for all of like Medicaid or welfare in the state of what was it, Mississippi?
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. I remember reading that story going, this literally sounds fake. That you had like the governor being like, here, take this money, which is for poor people who desperately need help. And Brett Favre was like, thank you for giving me this money that's for pour people and not for me.
Yeah, the text messages back and forth. And then they built like, I think his daughter's like a volleyball arena or some shit like that with that money.
Yes, it was some bullshit. He was like, yeah, we're trying to build this thing, and they gave the money from this social safety net program, and then did they even build it, or did they not even build it? Did he build it or no? I don't even know if he built it. I think they talked about it.
They built it.
They built it?
I think so. I think he went to Southern maybe Southern Miss, you're right, or Southern Missouri. I think it was Southern Miss. I think they built it, and then this is true too.
R. Kelly had some bangers. Of course, everybody. R. Kelly's. I mean,
like not gonna
musically
lie,
goated. Musically goated.
That's what I'm saying. Like I can't not listen to R. Kelly music. So like like when that shit comes on, Chocolate Factory was one of my favorite CDs. You know what I listened to today?
What?
Remember Avril Lavigne?
Of course, yeah.
She's saying "So Much for My Happy Ending."
Yeah.
That song hit so hard today. It came on the radio, and I was like, I put it on my Apple Music and listened to it like 5 times in a row. When it gets to the like third or fourth verse, where she intensifies her the chorus. Damn, that song was so good, man. Like that was good music. She was like, she kind of fell off the map. I don't know if she still makes music, but that was one that like, damn, that was a good ass song. Apparently,
she's been married like 58 times.
Really?
Yeah. Apparently, she's had a lot of husbands, and she like leaves them every time.
Yeah, maybe she has like a weird thing or something, but like her music was really good.
But to your point, like a good ass song that you haven't heard in a long time that comes on and makes you feel some type of way. That's how I felt when I was at the Wizards game and they started playing Choppa Style.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, I totally forgot about Choppa Style. This was a fucking goated rap song.
Yep.
And so I immediately downloaded that shit. Every now and then you'll get hit with something like, oh my God, how did I forget about this song?
I remember being in like maybe 6th grade or something like that. And we went away to this, I think it was like Rocking Horse Ranch. And they had like this nighttime club thing that like it might not have even been nighttime. It's probably like 7:00 for like a school trip. And they played Wobble Wobble. And ever since that song is like, just like that wobble wobble. Let me see you shake it. And like the like aggression they had in their voice for like a young Jewish kid from Westchester, like just hit so hard, bro. And like there was There was another song that I sent you, like it's called like Freak Ho or Freak Nasty or something like that. That
Freak
the
nasty.
but the lyrics are just so like so gangster that when I listen to it, I'm like, I rock with it, but then I'm also like, I can't rock to this shit. Like that's not me.
That's like My Neck, My Back, which is
Yeah,
just
that's one.
it's just such a catchy fucking song, but like you can't, there is the censored version is like she can't say any of the words.
Yeah,
Because the whole song is like fucking licking ass and pussy and making people come and like you can't, there's no like you can't, it's just like censored, everything is censored, you know?
Well, that's why when they came out, like, well, my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. That one like could play on the radio, but then like when Khalees did interviews or whatever, she was like, "No, my milkshake is not like not like a vanilla milkshake." There was a Spanish song like that. I think I've said this before that it was like paleta, dame paleta, and it's like it's kind of like give me a lollipop, but like the lollipop is alluding to
Right.
like
Something
your
else.
junk. But like I didn't know that, and I think I was in like DR with Jed or something, and I was like singing that song heavy, and he was like, "Yo, chill, dog. Like it's not like you're not you don't know what the lyrics are like some OD shit." So like
Somebody told us that the Gasolina song,
yeah,
Déjame poner la
yeah,
gasolina, dame más
banger
gasolina.
too.
That apparently the gasoline they're talking about is jizz.
Oh really?
That it's like the song is like, give me your jizz, give me your cum.
I mean, it makes sense. Like I don't know anyone that would like
But
sing
that could
about.
be fake. That could be fake. The source was not the best source, but it could be
No,
fake.
but I mean, it makes sense. Like no one would be singing about giving me more gas for my car. Like what? Like or
true.
like you know.
That's true. That would be a hilarious song.
Although I saw, so the Sacramento Kings play in Arco Arena, and I guess Arco is like oil or gas or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
They had a fun competition. I think it was at halftime where you had to stop the gas pump like at exactly like $25 or something. I always try to like end on an even number, but then now I've gotten to a point where I just fill my shit up.
Yeah, I just fill my shit up because we're the type that it goes all the way back to like nothing, and then we put it all the way back up. Like that's sort of how we are. It's kind of funny. My mom is not like that. My mom will be like, she'll have like a little more than a quarter of a tank and be like, I need gas.
Oh,
you
really?
know?
Yeah,
Like,
no,
what do you-
we
no, you
like
don't.
we've said this forever. I think we like challenge each other sometimes. We'll send each other pictures of like how low our shit gets. And like we drive our shit to the bone where like we'll push the limits of our car to like extreme measures to see how far it can go. Where like, I mean, you've pushed the gas pedal before and you're
Yeah,
like, my
I've
car,
actually
like,
needed gas.
power.
Like my shit has died before. Yeah, my old Cavalier, it would go below E. Like it would be like the whole meter shit, and you'd see E, and my shit would be below E, like significantly.
Yeah.
Like it would be like 3 inches below the E shit, and like it would let you rock out for like 20 to 40 more miles. You know, when you're on E with the light on.
Yep.
And one time I just pushed it too far, dog. Like and you never felt dumber in your life than pressing that gas pedal, and it's just going,
not giving you back anything. Yep.
Then
and
it
it's
was like
scary because like, well, I was with you that time. I don't know if it was any other times too, but like having to then find the gas station because then you're relying on the gas station to be like.
No, we made it that time. You're thinking about
when we made it in the city that one time.
Yes, we made it that time. I actually went out one time.
You know what I thought about too, though? We could have been involved in the same ring as like Chauncey Billups and them, bro. We were playing like in clubs where like I think Jonathan Vilma played in one of the clubs we were at. Apparently, like Alex, I think it was a rumor that like Alex Rodriguez maybe played in the place we were at, but like there were sports guys playing in the card spots that we were playing in back in the day too. So
yeah, the one we went to in the city,
yeah,
that was like
it was called like PlayStation.
I don't remember what it was, but that place to me was like not worth it as much because it was such a long drive for us to get there to then play it, you know. But yeah, I remember
like the hype of like playing in it and getting into that one.
It was sort of like a mini casino. Like you walked in, there was a lot of fucking tables there, you know?
Yeah, from what I remember, wasn't it like a warehouse and like we went in an elevator and then the elevator opened up and then all the tables were there or whatever. But like it was a lot of tables.
Yes, it was sort of like a high-rise building kind of, and you went in and you press the floor and you get up there and it's the whole floor.
Yeah.
Is that, you know?
Yep.
And then you're going, obviously, that for this to exist, there's got to be they're paying off the cops or some shit. You know, they're not just winging it on that one.
Yeah, because I feel like there were. I mean, even at the Norwalk spot, there were cops that definitely played in that shit too. Like they
But
used to
then
call
you were
people
there
out.
when they got raided. They
I
got
was there
raided,
when they
and
got
you were
raided.
fucking there. And one of the guys jumped out of the window and broke his whole shit.
Yeah, yeah,
That was crazy. I didn't go with you. That's like the one night I didn't go with you.
yeah. I still remember playing in the New Rochelle place, and there was a guy called like Rob the Cop or something like that.
Yes, I remember
Right?
that. And I
Right? He's
also
like a
remember,
bald guy.
yes. And also, do you remember what happened to the guy who ran that? His fucking
His hand got
got
cut off.
chopped
Yeah,
off.
limo. Yeah,
And I remember looking at that going, holy shit, like that was a mobbed up OD place.
yeah.
When we're young, we just think like, oh, these are like fake mobster guys in this fucking card room, you know?
I never thought about like how much money they were probably taking rake from the pot. You know, like they probably were like
Taking a
taking so
lot.
much more money than like
Yep.
what we probably really won a lot more and just had no idea how much was in the pot, how much they were taking. Maybe there was, I mean, I doubt there was like x-ray shit in the table back then. And
No,
those guys
no.
wouldn't know how to use that shit anyway. They were so old school.
Yeah, and
But like,
they made enough money off just having the game. They didn't need to do that. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. But like other places, imagine being one of those guys that were getting taken for all that money just on some like,
7 million, bro. $7 million. But they were all super rich guys, you
yeah,
know?
so it doesn't even affect them anyway.
But that's also probably why they were able to catch the fucking criminals, is because these rich guys have powerful friends. And so the
Yeah.
FBI started investigating the shit and they were like, oh yeah, they're fucking stealing, you know?
Yeah, I wonder why the FBI even cares anyway. I mean, like they probably playing in that shit too.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they gotta justify their existence. And so one way of doing that is to be like, look, with old school fucking mafia running this card room and we fucking got them. Like we
Yeah,
got them, you know?
yeah, yeah. You're right. Makes for headlines. Anyway, how was your Halloween?
Halloween was good. I dressed as a 1970s
I
dude.
saw it. That would look like a good costume, man. Like, how did
Yeah.
you? Was that a wig?
So yes, it was a wig, and no, it was my actual hair.
No, yeah.
So I just went on Amazon and I just typed in like Halloween costume, and I was just scrolling, and just because I don't want something that's like difficult. I just want some easy ass shit.
Yep.
And so I saw that they were selling the glasses, the fucking hair, and the gold chain. And
Mhm.
it was just like, you could say, oh, that's like a 70s guy. So I was like, bet I'm gonna do that. So I bought that. And then I was like, but now I need like a 70s shirt and 70s ass
Yeah,
pant. And
yeah.
I
You
pulled up
definitely.
OD 70s shirts and pants. And I even got different glasses that I thought looked even more 70s than the shit they sold.
Mhm.
And so I basically scrapped together the 70s shit.
It looked
And
good.
yeah, I thought it looked pretty good too. And I was joking around. I was like, kids, don't ever get in a van of a guy who looks like this. Like this
No,
guy
your
looks
guy
like he's
didn't look
trouble.
like scary. There's definitely 70s guys that look a lot scarier than your person.
I look like kind of like a stoner type 70s dude, you know?
Definitely.
Like that was
Yeah.
the vibe that I was giving off. But Crystal went as one of the K-pop demon hunters.
She looked good
And
too. That was a popular costume with the purple
bro,
hair and all that shit.
she had the so it came with like a purple thing that hair that you put on your head.
And that's
She
a
did
that was
that.
a tough costume to get.
It wasn't. I think she ordered it early enough where she got it, but they
Mhm.
ran out and then they ended up sending whatever sizes they had. They didn't have the right sizes.
Uh-huh.
So they sent like an extra large and a small and they had to make do with that shit. But all the girls in the family were K-pop demon hunters. But Crystal put on the purple hair shit, then braided her actual hair into that hair and spray painted the rest of her hair purple.
Damn.
So she was able to make her hair look super fucking purple. So she actually pulled that shit off.
I'm so impressed that like at how women just know how to like braid hair and do like hair shit. I've tried to
Bro,
braid like my daughter's hairs and it just comes out so bad. But like
some are magicians. Some women are just magicians with that shit.
they're just nice with it. Like the fact that she braided her own hair and kind of like dyed that shit and like it looked like really good. Like she did a good job with the braiding on her shit.
Definitely. And then so she tried both shorts on. She tried the small ones and the extra large
Yeah.
or the skirts or whatever the fuck they were.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like the small ones were OD tight where I was like, I mean, you could wear them, but people are going to be like, ass. That's ass just screaming at everybody, right?
Mhm.
And so she was like, she actually ended up going with something that wasn't even part of
Oh, her
the
own shit.
costume. Like she went with her own yellow fucking like tennis skirt, and it still worked. It still looked like the K-pop demon hunter shit. Have you
I
watched
might-
that? Your girls are probably obsessed with it if they watched it.
No, I haven't. I think I put it on for like two seconds. Well, they never watched it. We never watched it. They know all the songs, The songs are super popular, like Golden and all the other shit. I think
Mm-hmm.
Soda Pop is one. But
Yes.
never saw the show. I asked a couple of the dads I was with if they watched it, and they were like, "Yeah, it was fine," but like I haven't seen it. Did you watch it?
No, I didn't, but they watched it a bunch of times, and I feel
Mhm.
like the girls love it. So if you ever get another shot at it, let them watch, and then they'll have some shit they're obsessed with. You know.
How are you? Did the kids get like a shit ton of candy?
Um. Yes, ridiculous amounts of candy, absurd amounts of candy. Um, and it's kind of interesting because since I'm doing the keto shit, like
Yeah, you
I've
can't
been
really
good,
go in.
dog. So I didn't have any fucking candy,
I just
nothing.
like went in on all their shit.
Bro, I had no candy. And then we
Damn.
also had barbecue the other day. And with the barbecue came the best looking mac and cheese I've ever fucking seen in my life and the best looking cornbread I've ever seen in my life. And I fucking held it together, dog. I
Wow.
held it together. Like I'm genuinely impressed right now with my own ability to be like, I'm good. I'll pass on that shit, you know?
That's pretty impressive. Yeah, the candy I've been all right. Just tonight, like these are the killer. The mini Haribo joints.
Mm-hmm.
Those get me every single time. And then
Those
for
are
some
good. They're
reason,
delicious.
Twizzlers always get me too. Like I love.
Really?
Like I'm not a fan of Twizzlers in the big package. I won't go out of my way to buy Twizzlers, but Halloween. Oh, excuse me. I like the Twizzlers and I like the different color Twizzlers. Really get me good.
Bro, the girls will probably give you all their fucking Twizzlers because Twizzlers are not a hot commodity, dog. Like, people give them shits away.
Yeah, I don't know. They like the nerds because it's like a multiplier. There's so many little things in there. They're big fans of nerds. Starburst, they like. Nick's had a Twix tonight. But you know what's overrated? You always want, and I always wanted this too. And I think when we did our poll, like full size candy bars, but the full size candy bars are kind of whack. Like what? Like it's too much on Halloween. Like I'm not gonna eat a full Twix on my walk. Like give me the little shit. So like people that have full candy bars, kind of getting outdated. Like go back to just some smaller shits.
Yeah, I get your point because if you eat the big one, then
Then you're
you
done for the
feel,
rest.
yeah, you feel like I'm not even allowed to eat the rest of these shits. I just had a big ass candy bar, you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and you feel better having like 4 or 5 mini Twix versus one actual candy bar of Twix. Like,
Exactly.
yeah, one shit they sell in the store.
And are you guys pass out candy or did you have bowls? Like put a bowl outside of your crib?
We weren't home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we live in a place that's too rural,
Right.
where nobody is.
Yeah.
And so we went to a place in the area where everybody goes,
Right. Right.
and it's
Right.
like literally like the whole town that has kids, they go there.
Yeah,
And
that was
so
like us. We saw like people like buses. Molly saw a bus come in, and I was like, and she was like, I think that's a bus of people that get dropped off. And I was like, no, I think it's just like some regular ass school bus shit because it was on a Friday. Um, but yeah, we're in a spot too where people like driving on the streets while people are trying to like trick or treat, and it's like just park your car and fucking get
so
out of the way.
so did one of you hand out the candy at home
No,
and
we put a bucket out
you
and
put a bucket out? Got you. It was
we watched
gone, right?
back. Yeah, like we watched back the video, and I think it was like the first set of kids. I think they kind of OD'd on the bucket and then like ran back to the street or something. Like I get it, like you're a kid, but like don't be a fucking dipshit and take the whole bin.
Yeah,
Like come
no,
on,
that's a
man.
problem. Kids of a certain age, that's a huge problem, you know?
But no one also like I mean, and like no one's really back in the day. I feel like when we went trick or treating, like people used to really egg houses. People used to like really like TP houses with toilet paper.
Mhm.
I feel like that's not a thing anymore. And maybe like just because I haven't seen it these past 2 years, but like I feel like egging houses was really a thing for like high school kids.
Yeah, it was like a dick high school thing, you
Super
know?
dick thing to do because like doesn't come off of your house. And if someone like hit my house with eggs, I'd be tight as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if come to think of it, kids of a certain age have always been just like total pieces of shit. Like
Yeah.
from like 7th grade to like when you graduate high school, you're just like a mess. You're just like a rowdy motherfucker, you
We
know?
had friends, Richie and Julio. They put a dead squirrel in someone's mailbox, bro. I was with them one time and I was like, and they were like laughing and like enjoying that shit. And I forgot why they did it or what the house they did it at was, but they did that shit. And I still remember it to this day. And I feel like if I told them today, they would still laugh about it. And when they did that shit, I was like, yo, that's mad fucked up. Like someone opened up that mailbox and definitely saw a dead squirrel and like might have had a heart attack and died because of you, motherfucker.
And they're gonna think it might be like some sort of threat or something, or they're gonna think it's like, or they're gonna get anthrax from it because anthrax comes from dead animals. Like, there's all sorts
Meanwhile,
of problems
just like
with
some
it.
like 10th grade kid just being a complete dick.
Yeah, no, it's true, man. Kids need to fucking stop being assholes. It's really a fucking problem. And now all these kids now that you're talking about, like, that's what they did when we were younger. Now they just become Nazis. Now they just become Nick Fuentes fans. You know,
bro.
Like, there's always some shit that they do that's just like embarrassing.
Do you see the videos? There was like a video of a kid. I think it was like Atlanta. Was like wearing a straight Nazi costume out at like some event.
And then you saw, I think there was some woman stepped up and was like, "Get the fuck out of here."
Oh,
like,
really?
There was some woman that was just like, "You're not welcome. Like, leave. You're not fucking welcome."
Man. That's the thing about like making content. Like the fact that people are so kind of like what's the word? I'm like just unafraid of like embarrassment or like
it's like, yeah, they're looking for the
your
trouble.
reaction to
They're looking for the trouble.
Yeah.
There was a time, I would say, like 10 years ago, if somebody did dress like that as for Halloween, I probably would have felt like nobody's actually a Nazi and they're just like dressing like it, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
But in 2025, no, that motherfucker's a Nazi. He dressed like a Nazi because he's an actual Nazi.
Yeah.
And so now, since that's the case, and this shit is now out of the closet, nah, dog, you can't allow that. Like, now there's got to be social consequences. Because that's the thing, is these guys feel like there's no consequences socially for me to be a Nazi. And it's like, we need to make it so that there's fucking consequences so that you know this shit is not fucking acceptable. Because you're basically like walking around holding up a sign that's like, I'm going to murder all the Jews and Muslims and fucking and lefties. And you're basically saying like, I'm a mass murdering psychopath. Yeah. And it's like, okay, well then we're not allowing you in polite society anymore. So that girl who kicked that guy out, it's like, you're 100% right. 100% right about that shit.
Yeah. Kudos to that girl. Last thing I have I have two things. I wanted to get your thoughts on one of these things. Did you see Bill Maher? He's 69. He's dating a 31-year-old, and it's
stop it.
Yeah, I think it was Al Pacino's ex-girlfriend or something like that. But he's dating like a 31-year-old girl, and I just saw him interviewing Mike Rappaport, and he just looks so like he's trying so hard. And he had Margaret, what's her name? Marjorie
Taylor Greene.
Marjorie Taylor Greene on his show.
Bro, I'm looking at this now. The Bill Maher thing.
Right? Doesn't he say he has a new girlfriend?
Yeah, the Daily Mail. Bill Maher and Al Pacino's baby mama,
Al Pacino,
Alfala, reignited romance rumors once again after they were seen leaving a Halloween bash together in Los Angeles. He's 68.
What gets me is that like there's no way that girl would like Bill Maher if he wasn't Bill Maher.
Jeez, I know. So this woman is a mother to a 1-year-old son named Roman with Hollywood legend Al Pacino, 84. What the fuck? So she has a 1-year-old son and Pacino's 84?
Yeah, that's crazy. If he
the duo
yeah. Was it Al Pacino? There's someone else that also has like a young ass baby that's an old actor. Maybe it's Al Pacino.
The duo left the exclusive event together.
Or it was like Robert De Niro, maybe, or something like that.
Well, Pacino's 84. He's the one that has the baby.
Yeah. No, but there was another old ass actor that had like a young child.
Oh, I think De Niro does have a young.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So she was wearing a French maid costume. What the fuck is he dressed like?
Yeah, what's he dressed up as? He's probably just wearing like his outfit. He's like, I don't dress up on Halloween. I think it's stupid.
He dressed as some shit, but I really can't tell what the fuck it is. So she wore a French, which consisted of a short black dress with a lace-up corset. So she was dressing as like a sexy maid type shit.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, he wore an ornate costume resembling a circus ringmaster. What the fuck? But dog, this is crazy. This is so crazy. Right? I don't know, man. That's just creepy, right? Like, don't do that. She's fucking 31, and I'm not even just putting it all on him, low key. Like, also for her, like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
have
like a little bit of standards or some shit.
It's just like that's what she's looking for, some old rich dude, you know, who's like, whatever. I'll be with him for like 2 years. Maybe I'll have a heart attack, and maybe I'll get some money at it. Like I think that's what she's thinking, right?
100%. I mean, like, there's no way
I'm
that
attracted to Bill fucking Maher, right?
That's the same thing with the Bill Belichick and his girlfriend. Like, there's no way that like she's like, oh, I really just like Bill for his looks and his physique. He that reminds me of the Anna Nicole Smith when she was dating that dude who was like basically on like life support.
Yes,
he was like the best looking woman of the time.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I'm judging the shit out of all that, bro. I'm judging the shit out of all that.
Yeah. All right. Last thing I wanted to ask you, and then we'll get to some of the super chats. Your refrigerator. Do you keep stuff on top of your refrigerator? Is that like acceptable?
So I would,
Yeah.
but I can't because we have a cabinet directly above our refrigerator.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay.
so we
that's
can't.
fair.
But I
But you
would
would
if
if
I
okay.
could. Yeah.
Yeah, because I just we had a lot of stuff on there, and Molly was like why did the top of the refrigerator become like a storage spot? There was like bread up there and chips, and so now I just like I didn't have a spot to put any of the bags of chips, so I put them on the top of the refrigerator, and I felt like it was okay. But Molly doesn't want stuff on top of the fridge.
Can she
So
not reach it?
no, she could reach it. She just I think feels like it like looks messy.
Oh, okay. I'm okay. It's interesting you brought that up because
See,
I'm a
this is
big
another like cereal on top of the fridge can be acceptable because it's just like a
totally,
boom boom.
but I'm a big leave stuff out guy.
So am I.
I'm a big so in our bathroom, for example, we have this molding that goes around the sides of the bathroom, right?
Yep.
Like the wood shit that's like it's like a little ledge that goes around.
Yep.
And so on that shit, I got all my colognes, I got all my fucking my like Febreze like Lysol type spray
Yep.
for when people shit, and I got like 7 different fucking varieties of those shit. And I keep some other stuff there too. I keep my pills there too. I have like, my like fish oil and shit that's sitting there, and like my fucking probiotic stuff. And so all of that is out. And it's orderly, it's clean, it's like it's neatly organized, but it's all out. And I'm big on that because I like just to be able to like I don't want to do any extra movement to get to the shit I want to get.
The same way.
So it's just like let me grab it as opposed to having to open up a drawer or open up some shit. And so I'm big on that, but I understand that some people think it just doesn't look nice. But on the flip side, if you go full minimalist and have like nothing out, I feel like that looks low key psychotic. Like
exactly. Yes. Yeah. So yeah, like every time we have people over, she's like, "Can you clean the bathroom?" I'm like, "Yeah, like the shit is clean. Like I wipe shit down, like the toilet's not dusty or whatever." She'll put all the shit away on the sink, like all the toothbrushes, all the I have a deodorant out, but it's like that's not what our bathroom really looks like. Like you're supposed to have some deodorant on the shit and like your toothbrushes and stuff. And like she'll put everything away. And to your point, it's like there's nothing in your bathroom. Like you guys are weird. Like, are you guys serial killers?
Balancing act, dog. It's a balancing act, and like the total minimalism, nothing out at all. Like it makes it so that your house feels cold and empty and like lifeless.
Yeah,
So you got to have some shit out. But I am big on yes, let's have the shit out, but let's make it organized and orderly so that it doesn't look like a mess. Like it's got to look like it's supposed to be there. You know what I'm saying?
You're like there's memes of like I think the wife will put shit away and then the husband will just like pile it together so it looks like it's like organized, but it's still just all the shit there.
Yeah, that's me. And I'm good at like, don't get me wrong, there's some shit that I want to put away that I don't think should be out. Like I'll use like common sense for it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll use like that needs to be out because I want access to that. This I never really use, so I'll put this shit away. But yeah, I make it nice and clean and orderly where I could walk away going, that shit looks on point,
Yeah, I'm the same way. And like shit that every morning you're going to be reaching for, like some cereal, have it on top of the fridge. Bread, if I'm making a sandwich, like I don't need to open up a cabinet and like reach behind some shit to grab it. Just have it accessible where I can make a sandwich and not fuck up my lunch mood.
Totally.
All right, 100%. Let's get into some of these super cheesies.
I already know what the super chats are going to be about this week. It's going to be about my the multiple articles attacking me and every conservative in the world attacking me. Kyle, let's say you're sworn in as president on January 20, 2029. How would you rescue and bring home the people Trump sent to camps across the world? I mean, you just like make a phone call to like Bukele and whoever else is the president or prime ministers in those places. And you say, I need them back here by tomorrow. If they're not, I'm cutting off all of our aid to you. And, we're withdrawing our ambassador from your place. And then, they do it immediately,
Grand Regent
drag. Thanks for the $5, bro.
You remember taking the Regents in high school?
I do, yeah. I do. That was isn't that a New York State thing? I think it's like a state thing.
New York State, the Regents?
I think so. I think it is. Because now the kids these days, I don't hear shit about Regents anymore.
Oh, they might have gotten rid of them?
I hear SAT shit. No, but I'm talking about in Virginia. Nobody says Regents. That's why I think it was a New York State thing.
Right. And ACTs is, I think, a universal thing too, right?
I think so.
Like another type of SAT test shit.
Will ICE run holiday day gatherings? You can call him Maggot Mike Johnson and Cross-Eyed Patel, I think that's supposed to say.
Yeah.
Jen and Pumps are my gals. Hat 5 o'clock sunsets. Hate 5 o'clock sunsets, I think that's supposed to say. We agree. We agree on the sunsets. I agree on Jen and Pumps are my girls because they're the I've had it ladies. I don't know if you've seen them, Corin, but they're fucking amazing. They're great. They're like these liberal resistance wine moms who just always have banger ass clips where they're like going after Trump and shit. And like they've gone mega viral. They're a lightning rod where the right goes after them like crazy. They're a lightning rod where the right goes after them like crazy.
Are they young, old, or like middle?
No, they're like 50. Honestly, they're like 50. And so, but they're taking off like wildfire, bro. Like the shit I got this weekend is they get something like that every week because they're always spitting hot fire and saying like the coolest fucking things ever.
Really? I gotta check them. Are they on YouTube or like
they're on YouTube? Yeah, I've had it. It's called I've Had It. And that's the name of their podcast. I've Had a podcast. Oh, and I think they were saying, will ICE ruin holiday gatherings? Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're going to stop. I don't think they're going to stop, rounding people up. I mean, maybe on like Christmas Day, they won't do it. But like Christmas Eve, they'll probably do it. Around Thanksgiving, they'll probably do it. I don't know if
they go harder around the holidays. It's so fucked up, man. Like,
bro, I mean,
take a rest.
They're evil, dog. Like, they're evil. They're going in schools and shit. Like, they're fucking evil. So I fully expect them to continue to be incredibly disgusting and depraved. But thank you, Alan. Appreciate that.
My Thanksgiving inflatables. So those are.
Oh, did you? Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, but by the way, let me ask you this because I got hard and fast rules about this shit. Mm-hmm. So first question is, when is it okay to start putting up fall decorations? Any sort of fall decorations? And I'll tell you what the actual correct answer is in a minute.
From March, May, June, July, August. I would say like October 1st.
I would say September 1st is when it's okay.
Oh, September it can pass. Like, yeah.
That's meteorological fall starts on September 1st.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but I kind of agree with you though that like you should keep it to more later September or October 1st.
Well, for fall decorations, yes, you can go a little bit earlier September. I was thinking October because that's when I put like some of my Halloween shit up.
So that's what I was gonna say too. Is that so? Halloween, you got to wait till October 1st. Fall shit,
100%.
You can do September 1st. Halloween, you got to wait till October 1st.
Yep.
And I don't want to see a single fucking Thanksgiving decoration until Halloween is done.
Yeah.
I don't want to see a single fucking one.
Yeah, I'm totally all that. Like I've waited a couple days. And I put my turkey inflatable shit up. Now that it's November, like November feels Thanksgiving,
Totally. And then, okay, here's my next take, which I think you're going to agree with, but this is controversial to a lot of people who decorate on some shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to see a single fucking Christmas decoration until Thanksgiving is over.
I don't want to hear Mariah Carey shit until Thanksgiving's done. As soon as Thanksgiving ends, like 12 o'clock after your dinner's done, then hit me with the Mariah Carey shit. Then it's Christmas season.
Yep.
Hanukkah season, all that shit.
Put up all the fucking Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeers and the fucking, the Christmas lights and all that stuff, the fucking nutcrackers.
Yes.
But you got it. You can't before Thanksgiving.
Way too early.
Can't do it, bro. You just can't do it.
Mariah Carey doesn't age, bro. Like I know she has work done and like she doesn't move her face at all, but like she kind of still looks the same, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, isn't that amazing? Like I'm sort of jealous of the people who can just always look the same. I mean, there's some people who just don't age, who just like Tom Cruise just looks the same as he did in fucking 1985 or whatever the fuck,
Tom Cruise does look the same. Although I saw a young picture of him. I think his like teeth used to be fucked up or some shit like that. Like,
I mean, he's definitely had work. To your point, he's definitely had some fucking work. These people all have work, but it's a matter of getting the best of the best surgeon so that like whatever things you do could just look like there was nothing done. That's the ideal, right? Is you get some shit done so that it looks like you had nothing done. And the problem that a lot of people have is all the Mar-a-Lago face that you see.
Yes.
These bitches with these giant fucking lips, and their faces frozen in time that look like they have Botox in 85 spots. Like you start looking older than you are. I mean, look at a lot of the
Simon Cowell, bro.
Simon Cowell fucked his shit up. OD. Look at fucking the Kylie Jenner or whatever her name is, and the other one, like
Chloe.
Yeah, there's Chloe, there's Kylie, there's fucking I forget
Kim and Kendall and
Kendall. Yeah. One of them, I saw a picture of one of them recently and had so much work done that like they looked older than what they are. Like there's a lot of like Gen Z types that got a lot of work done already, and they look older than the millennials who are older than them.
Yeah, it's horrible.
It's crazy, and it's just because we haven't gotten as much work as Gen Z has, you know?
You know what the weirdest one for me is? That when I see people with this shit, it's so obvious, is veneers. Like
Oh
people
my
who get
God, yeah.
veneers, like the teeth are so white and they're so like big in their mouth. Like it doesn't look there's a baseball player, and shout out to the Dodgers, even though they suck. Freddie Freeman, their first baseman.
And he has veneers.
Bro, like every time he talks, I'm
Bad
like,
ones.
it like it doesn't even look real. Like it looks like a horse's mouth or some shit. Like the teeth
So
are so big.
to your point, and you're making a really great point, actually. To your point, the veneers, whenever they give people veneers, they make them too perfect, like you said, and
Yeah.
too big, right?
Yeah.
And so it reminds me of I watched a bunch of videos on like hair transplant surgeons,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And they swear up and down, they're like, bro, I need to give people imperfections in their hairline. If I make their shit perfect, it looks fake as fuck, and it doesn't look good now, and as you age, it'll look even worse.
Yes.
And so some people get these like cheap hair transplants where the surgeon gives them like a hairline that's too low and doesn't have any imperfections.
Yeah.
And they look stupid. They
Yeah.
look dumb. And that's the same shit with the veneers. Like for me, if you look at my teeth,
crazy.
I have one tooth on the bottom that's chipped. I know
Yeah, but that's like natural teeth. Like, you know.
but that's what I was gonna say is like there's little things that give you character that make it so like that's you. Now I
don't
could
know
get
if you-
veneers, but it would look. I don't think it would look good. You know who got veneers, dog? You know who got
Who?
veneers?
Who?
Saga actually got veneers. And
Really?
I will say this. Over time, I do feel like it looks good now. Like he got good veneers.
Yeah.
But initially, when he first got them, I was a little bit like, I kind of liked your other teeth better because I thought his teeth were fine. I don't know why he was.
Some people just like can you look up a picture of Freddie Freeman and just
Yes.
like Freddie Freeman smiling or some shit. It's just every time I see him, I'm like, his teeth just don't look real, bro. That's why the veneers for me are the weirdest one. Like I'm okay.
Oh boy, yeah, I see.
Right? Like it's just too white and they're too like
Too big, too white. Yeah, totally.
it looks crazy. So I digress. But that's one where it's like someone gets a nose job, whatever, like, yeah, okay, I get it. But also like just keep your regular nose. The veneer shit to me is one that I'm so confused on.
100%.
Because Jay's a real one. Is Hassan going to DC?
Oh, he's going to DC. I saw him tweet about it, but I don't think he's going to be here. I mean, I'll text him, but I don't think he's going to be here when I'm here. I think he's going to be here for literally the exact time that I'm not here. But let me ask him.
Thanks, Jay. We'll hopefully get an answer there. I have no idea what that shit is.
Park Rose Permaculture has been sharing more ice footage if you haven't seen it. I have not seen it.
I don't know what Park Rose Permaculture is. But thank you, though. I care.
Park Rose Permaculture. Hold up. Let me check this shit. Park Rose Permaculture.
Ragtime. Isn't Ragtime like Annie?
Are either of you familiar with Ragtime, novel, movie, or play? It's a New Rochelle story. Curious as to whether you grew up knowing about it in New Rochelle. I did not. I did not know that. What I do know is that's that song, Bye Bye Miss America.
Yeah.
That's about a bar that we used to go to. What was it
That
called?
was,
it was right on North Avenue.
Not Beachmont. Was it Beachmont?
It was Beachmont. That's right.
Oh, really?
That song was supposed to be about Beachmont.
Well, that's John McClane or Don McClane or something like that sang that song, and then he died in a plane crash. But yeah, the Levee he's talking about is a bar in New Rochelle. Also, like the Dick Van Dyke Show was filmed, or the house was down the street from where I grew up.
Bro, right close to where you grew up in New Rochelle too. They filmed a fight scene in Goodfellas. Was Goodfellas
really?
or Casino? I think it was Goodfellas.
Oh, I didn't know.
Very close to where you grew up in New Rochelle.
Oh,
yeah.
Interesting. Jay Leno, I think, lived in New Rochelle or grew up in New Rochelle. Yeah, I remember.
Denzel was from Mount Vernon, which was right next to us.
Denzel's from Mount Vernon. There was a girl that went to our high school. Her name was Alexis. Her mother or grandmother or something was like Annie in the original Annie. And when I think, yeah, when I think of ragtime, I feel like it had to do something with Annie, but I'm just thinking that, but I don't think it has anything to do with it. But I don't know ragtime. Ragtime, I feel like wasn't that an old style of acting? Like ragtime was, I feel like an old style of.
I thought it was like some music shit, to be honest.
Oh, maybe it was like a music style, like when I think of ragtime, I think just super old, like 1920s, like.
It's a musical. So it says, Ragtime is a musical with music by Stephen Flaherty, lyrics by Lynn Ahrens, and a book by Terrence McNally. It's based on the 1975 novel of the same name by E.L. Doctorow. So yeah, it's like a musical. Set in the early 20th century, Ragtime tells a story of three groups in the United States. African Americans represented by Cole House Walker Jr., a Harlem musician, upper class suburbanite, blah, blah, blah. The matriarch of a white upper class family in New Rochelle, New York, and Eastern European immigrants represented by Tata, a Jewish immigrant from Latvia. Have you ever heard that? Tata?
No.
The show also incorporates historical figures such as Harry Houdini, Booker T. Washington, Henry Ford. So, yeah. No, it's pretty cool. Thank you for the history. Maybe we'll look into Ragtime. I'm not a big musical fan, but my interest is piqued because it's the home base, bro. New Rochelle, man. I live in Hoboken, New Jersey, and work in Manhattan. I wish I could vote for Zoran. Kyle, what's your prediction on the New Jersey gubernatorial race tomorrow? I think the Democrat's going to win. What's the name? Mickey Sherrill, I think.
Is that the lady? The blonde hair lady?
I think so, yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's a pretty good ad that they're running on TV right now where they're like, what's the first policy you'd put into place when you're governor? And she's like, that's a really good question. First, and I don't know how they do it, but she's stumped for like 2 minutes in the ad.
So she is up the least among all the Democrats.
Oh, really?
So Abigail Spanberger running in Virginia for governor, they have her at like a 98% chance she's going to win. She's leading by a very comfortable amount. There's other races. I'm trying to remember where the other races are, but there's a bunch of races where Democrats are comfortably up. Is
the New York governor is that? Do we vote on the New York governor?
No, I only think it's New York City.
Oh, okay.
We got New Jersey, Virginia, New York City, California is voting on that Prop 50 thing. Then you got other little ones throughout the country, but I don't think the whole state of New York is voting for anything. I think it's the city.
Prop 50 joint.
Prop 50 is the thing so that California will gerrymander to cancel out the Republican gerrymandering. So that we pick up more Democratic seats because the Republicans are stealing more Republican seats in Texas.
Oh, so that's a big time vote, right?
That's a big deal. I think that's going to pass. But Democrats are up everywhere, but it's the New Jersey governor race where she's not a strong candidate.
Yeah.
And so she's only leading by 2 points in the polls.
Yeah, the guy that's
the only
running
one
is
where the Republican has a chance. It's the only one. But I still think that the Democrat's going to win just because of the national environment. Every fucking Democrat I know is fucking chomping at the bit to go vote. Every Democrat is oh my God.
That's awesome.
I mean, I'm of the mindset now, and I never was like this in the past, but I'm of the mindset now, looking at the Republican Party and what they've become and the damage they're doing, I literally feel like for the rest of my life, I'm going to vote, bless you, I'm going to vote straight ticket Democrat.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been taught to do that shit too. My dad has always said, just vote blue no matter what.
Well, your dad was right, and he was more wise than my dumbass, who for quite a while, I would need to feel inspired by the candidate and need to feel no, this person actually represents my values on the next level type shit. But I couldn't really swallow the pill fully that no, the Republicans are just completely fucking demonic and evil. And even the worst Democrat in the country would be better than the best Republican. 100%. But that's literally where we're at is and I've said this all the time now, when people say, oh, and somebody asked this question the other week, oh, how would Kamala do? And my answer was, well, I can tell you what she won't do. She wouldn't cut pediatric cancer research. She wouldn't cut Meals on Wheels. She wouldn't cut fucking food stamps. She wouldn't be bombing random fishermen in fucking the Caribbean off the coast of Venezuela. And you know what? She would probably do a lot of shit that low-key pisses me off, right? She'd probably do a lot of shit that I'd cover that I'd be like, I don't agree with this. I don't agree with this. I don't agree with that. But at the end of the day, the worst of the worst shit that we're seeing, it never would have happened. It never would have happened. And so there is no equivalence. You can't say they're the same. They're just not. And so that's how I'm feeling about it now. And I think a lot of other people feel that way too. And they're fucking rushing to the voting booth to say anybody that's not a fucking Republican I'm voting for,
Yeah, well, I think this Jack will be voting for the Democrat in Jersey, but appreciate you, bro. Thank you for the $10. And I wish I could vote for Zoran too.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're not in the city. Metalhead Matt, thanks for the $5, bro. I'm with Bernie. Trump has done a much better job at securing the border. I Disagree. As Sagar says, 15 million were let in under Biden, and now crossings are near zero. Did you know that Joe Biden deported more people than Trump did? Let me repeat that. Joe Biden deported more people than Trump did in his first term. And that people don't know that because the Republicans are masters at relentless, shameless propaganda where they try to make you believe that Joe Biden had this fucking open border. No, he did not have an open border. That's bullshit. What happened is at the end of COVID, people started coming back in the country because fucking COVID ended. So that's why they started coming back in the country. He deported 4 million. There were still a lot of people who were able to get in, but Biden kept in place Title 42 for a long time after he was elected. That was the shit that made it so it's like no due process. We're just going to fucking kick you out of the country. And so his border policy was a lot more like Republicans than Republicans like to admit. And so now there's this like cope of like, oh, the Democrats are open borders and, you know, the Republicans are hard asses. And it's like, I hate to tell you, but this is one area where they're actually very similar. The Republicans are worse and the Republicans are more barbaric, but the Democrats are also in favor of like a strong border. And so when Bernie said that, I mean, he's just wrong. It was just bullshit. Like I bet Bernie has no idea that Biden deported more than Trump did. But he just repeated this shit because he was on Tim Dillon's show and Tim Dillon was kind of grilling him from his right. And so he was like, oh, yeah, Trump did a better job at securing the border. And he got a lot of shit for that. And I'm happy he got a lot of shit for it. He deserved all that shit.
I also find it weird that like they can say that like Trump literally said last night that the border crossings was at zero.
And
like
that's just
zero.
It's just
like,
totally made up.
Biggest, like that cannot be true. Like not one person has come in. Like, come on.
And also,
and like they don't even press him on that shit.
They don't, because he gets away with whatever the fuck he wants to get away with. But also, like, I'm kind of sick of this mindset, too, of, like, everybody just assumes that immigration is bad and immigrants are bad. And it's like, no, they're actually very good. It actually is very good. It's a sign that your country is fucking thriving, that people want to come there and they want to work. Facts. And people like to pretend like it's not a fact, but it's totally a fact. A lot of these jobs that are being done by immigrants are jobs that Americans don't want to fucking do. They don't want to be in a fucking strawberry field for 12 hours a day, fucking breaking their back and picking strawberries. Facts. So a lot of these immigrants, man, they're the best people I know. All the immigrants I know are the hardest working people, the fucking most family-oriented people, the most humble people. They fucking go to church and shit, and they're like very pious and humble. And like, I'm just sick of this nonsense of the default assumption that, oh, immigrants are really bad. It's like they're not. And actually, they're getting screwed over just like the rest of us. It's not like immigrants are, you know, screwing us over. And it's the billionaires that are screwing us over. And the immigrants and everybody else is with us. They're in the same boat as us. So I just hate they're good, bro. They're good. I like immigrants. Immigrants are good. I think we should still have a border and a process and like rules and stuff around that. And we should have a lot more immigration judges down there so they can fucking, you know, address the problem and sort of speedline the process. But they're good. And we need to stop pretending like they're not. Everybody sort of drunk the Trump Kool-Aid that like, oh yeah, immigrants are bad. Like, no, people should talk about billionaires the way everybody talks about immigrants, you know?
And I'll tell you what Molly told me. Leaving U.S. to go into Mexico was a lot harder than it was for her to get back in from Mexico to the U.S., which it doesn't say much, but she said it was she was surprised at how easy it was to get back into the U.S. coming in from Mexico when she went on a work trip.
True, but she is a U.S. citizen, so in theory, as soon as you show your passport, you should be good money.
Yeah, but like them not even like checking the car or anything. Like they gave she gave her passport. Yeah, I get what you're saying. But like she said, they didn't even like look in the car. They didn't check if like she was the actual person with that passport. Like she was surprised at just how like they just hand over her things and everybody came back in. Like there was no like even like really looking, I feel like she said.
And we went, remember when we went to Canada and they're kind of a little bit hard asses there, but
hard asses, and it's like a little bit intimidating. Like you feel a little scared. Like at least put a little bit of heat on them still.
Yeah.
You know, like
the only rule is you can't have like a criminal record going into Canada, which by the way, just so everybody knows, I'm fine with that here. Like I'm fine with criminal record. You can't come, but if you don't, fucking welcome. And there's a process and you can become a citizen eventually. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Thanks, Matt.
Thank you, Grand Region Thrag. He likes to hook us up. Thanks for the $5, bro. How is it that Trump and MAGA are more unpopular than ever? Yet whenever I go online, every other comment sounds like missing lines from Mein Kampf. It's so true, bro. And honestly, it's because the algorithm is rigged. I really think it's that simple of an answer now. Is that like most people who are voting Democrat and who are disgusted by what they're seeing, they're just not on Twitter. Like I'm one of a dying breed of like lefties on Twitter screaming into the void. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I am asking for the fucking abuse that these people dole out because I'm in their house, right? I'm also on Blue Sky, which is way better, you know, much more sane people over on Blue Sky. But yeah, that's your answer. Is like Elon Musk rigged the algorithm, and all this right wing bullshit is pushed out there, and so it gives people this misimpression that like what's happening online is real life. And to an extent it is, but also to an extent for that it's really not, because they would say, I mean, when the Republicans lose tomorrow, they're going to say it was rigged. They're going to be like, no, that was rigged. You know what I'm saying? And
It's
so
like,
they create their own reality, basically.
And it's
fake
like
reality.
the same thing. I said this, Molly's dad was telling me this. It's like the same thing with like going to, like a good restaurant or something. If you go on Yelp, you're only going to read the bad reviews. No one's ever going to write,
good ass point.
a good shit. Or like no one's going to come on Twitter and write, I had a great day. I had a great visit at the doctor's office. Like they're just going to be like, that's how it's supposed to be. The only time you're going to hear about something bad is when someone goes to the doctor's office and their bill is crazy and like there's bad shit to write about. So like you're only going to hear the bad stuff. You're only going to see the bad stuff. No one ever writes good shit.
And Trump and his people are just flat out propagandists. Like,
yeah.
They make a point every day. They get up and say, my mission today is to post 70 fucking things that suck off the dear leader and shit on the Democrats.
Yeah.
And so when you do that, it creates this impression that like, oh shit, people really fucking love this guy. And a lot of the shit, by the way, another point, which I should have brought up earlier, actually, is that there was a study that like over half of the shit happening on Twitter is bots. It's just bots. It's like 50, 60, 70%. It's just bots. So you got these big ass bot farms that like, you got all this pro-Trump garbage and people think it's real, but it's not,
Yeah.
Bro, he's at a 37% approval rating. Bro, we just covered the story. Take a guess what his approval rating is with young voters. So 18 to 29 years old, a group which he did better than any other Republican in 2024. But what is his approval rating right now with young Republicans? Take a guess.
See, I feel like it'd be higher, but maybe I'm wrong. 46%?
20%.
Oh, wow. It's lower.
20.
Wow.
20. He hit his unpopularity rating is now higher. It just became higher than what it was immediately after January 6th when his people tried to coup the government. He's at 63% disapproval.
Wow.
So it is like, that's where we're actually at. And anything else you see is like really just rank propaganda and bot farm
online. It's just bots or some AI shit. Thank you, though, Grand Region.
Like, you think people don't realize fucking inflation's going up and groceries are more expensive and people are
losing
getting
their jobs?
Like everybody feels it. Everybody knows it. So that you can't. Trump is a master manipulator and salesman, but people know that shit in their bones, and it's not going to work. Reality always catches up eventually.
Yep, facts. Paul's a real one.
Kyle, do you think Stalger is bought by big daylight saving time because you have to be a pure psycho to be in favor of these super early sunsets? I know this is one of the things. It happened years ago. I think people were telling me and him to debate it because
I think he just does that shit to troll people.
I kind of agree with you.
Shit to like just.
I kind of agree with you because there are no arguments other than like, oh, it's technically the correct time. It's like, who gives a fuck? This is all social convention. You know what I'm saying? But he might be a morning person, which is why he feels like that. That's probably the thing. Is like he's a hardcore morning person, and I could get it for a morning person. They want the sun coming up earlier because they're morning people, Whereas me, I'm more of a late guy, and so I prefer going down late,
Yeah. But even a morning person, like it's gonna rise eventually, like in a little bit. Like just
you can
wait.
See the shit come up.
Exactly.
Kind of nice to see that,
Yeah. I agree.
So shout out, Paul. Appreciate you, man.
Thanks, Paul.
Even here in California last year, Metalhead Matt, thanks again for the $5, bro. He's hooking us up, bro.
Yeah,
Metalhead Matt is paying your fucking mortgage, bro.
Yeah,
he's a real one.
Him in Grand Region. Thank you, guys.
Facts. Even here in California last year, voters rejected ending compulsory prison labor. That's crazy to me. Also, Qatar has funneled billions into U.S. universities for political reasons. I feel like this is the cope from AIPAC and the Israel lobby as they go, actually, Qatar has the most influence. And it's like, bro, who the fuck are you kidding?
Not?
No, it's definitely fucking AIPAC is like the most powerful lobby along with Saudi Arabia. The big ones are AIPAC, Saudi Arabia. And then outside of that, it's like, military industrial complex and health insurance companies. Like those are the biggest. But in terms of foreign countries, it's Israel and Saudi Arabia. Those are the biggest by far. So Qatar's trying to catch up and get in the game. That's why they said they're giving Trump a $400 million jet. Like that's it. They're them just trying to buy him in the same way.
Bought, the World Cup or whatever the fuck when they did that shit.
Yeah, and Saudi Arabia is also, they're pink washing and they're fucking sports washing and they're getting involved
comedy
in all this
washing.
Shit. Comedy washing, exactly. That's exactly. So, but I feel like it's cope to sort of single out Qatar because they're trying to catch up, but they got a long way to catch up to Saudi Arabia and Israel. And yes, to your point on California, I remember that, bro. And that was rough. That was rough because oftentimes when you have direct votes, people tend to vote for the more progressive thing. Like they vote for higher minimum wage and they vote for legalizing weed. But every now and then they start goose stepping and zig heiling. And this was an example of people literally had the opportunity to say, let's not have forced labor in prison anymore, which is literally just slave labor. And they were like, nah, fuck them. If they're in prison, do some forced labor. So that was a bizarre one. I remember when that happened. It did not feel
what's
good.
The labor? Because I was talking to someone yesterday. They were like, I miss like when like prisoners would come by and like actually clean the highways and have programs and shit like that. Is it stuff like that?
Yes, but
they don't pay them anything.
That's the thing is like, if you're going to do it, you should pay them. You know, like if they're trying to get their life in order and they're locked up and they don't have a choice and you say they got to pick a job, you can at least throw them fucking $15 an hour. You can at least throw everybody $15 an hour. Right. That seems fucked up to me. But also, they were in California. It's a lot of the prisoners who are literally front line fighting these like wildfires that are out of control.
Yeah.
It's like, are you kidding me? Fucking risking your life and also breathing in that smoke will literally take years off of your life. Like you will die younger because you fucked your fucking lungs up from doing that. And you do that and you don't get paid dick, or you get paid like $2 an hour or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, I remember there was a guy on Jon Stewart that was talking about that shit. And it was like, to your point, like $1 or $2 or some shit.
Crazy.
Fighting those crazy fires is madness.
And then they like charge you for like the fucking protective gear you wear anyway. So it really is just like it breaks even. So you're not fucking getting any money,
Jesus.
Paul Sucks. Thanks for the $5, bro. Kyle, while you and your MAGA friends play fight on Twitter, 40 million people now don't have food stamps anymore, but keep on. Well, Paul, that's literally
Kyle's fault.
Well, hold on. But Paul, that's literally what I said in my segment on this. I'm making the exact point you're making now. My point was, you motherfuckers are all yelling at me for a joke meme. Meanwhile, the guy who you all support literally stopped 40 million people from getting their fucking food stamps. So you're attacking me when I literally made the exact argument that you're making. So perhaps you should put aside your fucking dislike for me and hear what I'm actually saying, because I'm agreeing with you. I made that exact point. And I've been reiterating shit like that because it drives me crazy that everybody's fucking morality meter seems to be broken because nobody is stating the obvious. It's obvious to say you should not be blowing up random fishing boats in the Caribbean and trying to do regime change against Maduro. It's obvious to say you should release the fucking Epstein list and expose all the elite pedophiles. It's fucking obvious to say Trump shouldn't have pardoned a guy who was doing money laundering for Al-Qaeda. It's obvious to say the Republicans should cave and fucking not allow these health insurance premiums to double and triple and quadruple. It's obvious to say that 40 million people shouldn't be starved by Trump. And by the way, you undersold it because Trump also cut off 94 million pounds of food that was going to food banks. So now the food banks are low on food as more people need the help, and the fucking food stamp money is cut off. So we just learned today actually that he said he's going to release some of it. So he's releasing, I believe, half of the food stamp money, but that's still like people can't fucking survive on that. They can't survive on that. So it's fucking, it's disgusting.
Is there any progress on the government shutdown? Are they making any like attempts to fucking go back?
There's been no reporting on them talking at all.
Christ.
There's been no reporting on that. So I don't know, but I'm proud of the Democrats for standing strong, because if the Democrats cave and they give Trump what he wants, then healthcare premiums will become unaffordable for like everybody in the fucking country.
Fuck.
Double, triple, quadruple. I mean, I was covering it earlier. Like right now, there's some places in like upstate New York, it costs like $115 a month for your healthcare. If these subsidies go away, instead of paying $115, you'd have to pay $1,100 a month.
What?
People can't fucking afford it. They can't afford it.
That's a month?
A month.
Oh, they're bugging. Yeah, that's crazy.
Bugging. And so that's what this fight is about. So good on them for fighting, and Trump better fucking
I didn't know it was like that. Thanks, Paul Sucks. Paul Sucks.
Shout out to Sherman. Thanks for the $10. Hey, Kyle, are you still off caffeine? Recently had a weird anxiety thing a couple of weeks ago and was able to stop without any major negative effects, and I feel great, but love you guys. Keep them coming. So I'm on low dose caffeine. That's what I've been doing. So I usually drink decaf coffee in the morning, which is like 10 to 15 milligrams, depending on which brand. I used to take 100 milligrams in the morning in a caffeine pill. So I cut out the caffeine pill.
What is that?
100 is not crazy. Like in a normal energy drink, it's like 200 milligrams.
Okay.
So I'm doing like half of what you would do in an energy drink.
The equivalent of like cups of coffee that would be?
It would be like a half of a cup of coffee to a full small cup of coffee is 100 milligrams of caffeine.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's not crazy. 100 milligrams is not crazy, but that's what I was doing.
Yeah.
Now I cut that out. Now I'm doing decaf, which is like 10 to 15 milligrams. And actually today, I just tried for the first time. This is the brand. It's called these are 0 pouches. These are not nicotine. Most pouches are nicotine. These are not nicotine. These ones are just for flavor. But this company also has one that they say is for focus. And all it has in it is acetylcholine, which is like, it's this chemical that, your brain naturally makes it, and it sort of helps you focus, I guess they say.
Yeah.
And it's got 30 milligrams of caffeine. So right now, today I had decaf coffee, so that's 10 milligrams plus 30 milligrams in a pouch. I had an apple flavor one of these. It's in the other room right now, but it was caffeine and acetylcholine. And so I took a total of 40 milligrams, and that's the most I've had in a single day since like July. And I feel like that's a good sweet spot. I feel like that's a perfect amount where like I get a little bit of a pep and I didn't have a crash. So for me, I'm aiming at 40 milligrams of coffee, and I'm going to try to do that every morning is 40 milligrams. And I feel like, or caffeine, I mean, and that's the perfect amount. If you had a weird anxiety thing, the first thing I would ask you is, do you vape? Do you vape or do you do Zins or anything like that? Because I feel like the nicotine is more the culprit than caffeine. Caffeine, you can get an anxiety attack from it, but you'd probably have to have more than 200 milligrams for your average person. You probably have to have like 250 to 300 or maybe even more than that. They say you could take 400 milligrams safely each day of caffeine. I think that's they're giving you a lot of leeway, but how much coffee are you taking in? So how much caffeine intake are you having? Like how many milligrams is the first question. Second question is, do you vape or smoke cigarettes or do any nicotine? Because I feel like that's the thing that can really give you the anxiety, especially if you mix them like I did. I had caffeine on an empty stomach more than usual, plus vaping like crazy. That's what induced my shit. So thankfully I haven't had any issues since then, but I'm just on low dose caffeine. I'm going to keep it there. I'm not going to go above 40.
Yeah, luckily I've never had an anxiety attack, but like
bro, it was horrible. I never had one my whole life until that, and it was the worst thing ever. Like it was literally like,
what are you like
traumatizing.
getting nervous for like something, or like you just like
that doesn't, those words don't do it justice. The way I describe it is basically like you feel like you're gonna die. Basically, you feel like you can't breathe.
Oh shit.
You feel like you're gonna die, and you feel like almost like the walls are closing in on you. You feel like you're going to pass out or have a seizure or something like that.
Fuck.
It just, you feel like nothing's okay and I'm not comfortable. And this is not like, it's just horrible. It's just a horrible feeling.
It sounds horrible. That would make me stop doing some shit too. But I guess good for you, Shermith, if you haven't had any major effects since.
Yeah. So just keep it low on the caffeine. I would say that. Shout out to Richie. Thanks for the $5, bro. Did you guys know Ray Rice grew up in Urshel? Not only did we know Ray Rice grew up in Urshel, Ray Rice used to cheat off Corin in math class, and Corin was not all that
dummy in
math.
we had Mr. Hirsch, and we were a year younger than Ray, but we knew him. We would see him in the hallways. Like he wore like this sweater of him like truck sticking this guy every football day. It was like this purple sweater. And then I played basketball with him at this guy Brandon's house several times. But I think he just got back on Facebook. He's, I think, back in Baltimore now, and he's doing a lot. Like, he's always done a lot in the community, and he's doing a lot in the community. Like, I know that situation was bad, but Ray was always a good guy. Everyone loved him. He knew all the security guards, and he was the man. He was good at basketball too. I've got no issues with Ray. He's always been nice to me.
And you kind of knew him. I never knew him like that. I wasn't a guy I would dap up or see like that, but I know you knew him.
Yeah. Like if I saw him, he would remember me. I don't think he knows my name, but he will remember me. Yeah. I always speak highly of Ray. Outside of that incident, he was always a good guy.
Yeah, we were class of 2010. He was, I guess, 2009.
Yeah.
Class. I'm kind of weird like this. I'm curious what you think of this. I kind of wish that everything in my life was on a perfect date. So like I was. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was born in 1988. Looking back now, I would have preferred being born in 1990.
Yeah, it would have made shit easier than, like, fucking thinking back on stuff.
So the thing I like is we graduated college in 2010. So
2010,
that's a clean-ass number where now you do the math, boom, it was 15 years ago I graduated college. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, like, I wish everything was perfect like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? But, like, I feel like not many people think like that, but I do think like that. The thing, it sort of bothers me that I was born in
high school throws us off, 2006.
Mm-hmm.
That, like, if someone was
it's not clean.
Like, I can't think of that math for anything. Which, damn, next year will be a 20 years?
No. Well, yes, that's right. That'll be 20 years since we graduated high school. That's right.
Nuts.
I mean, bro, 15 since college. Think about that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
A decade and a half since we graduated college, dog.
Damn. And there's no one really to organize like any get-together shit. Not that I would really want to get together with everyone from high school, but like it'd be nice at 20 or 25
Our shit
years
was
to
too
do some
big, bro.
reunion shit.
Our shit was
Yeah,
just too big. Like our high school was not just a high school. It was like 5 high schools in one,
that's
you
true.
know? It
Yeah,
was
what I think we had
thousands of
1,100
people.
kids in our
Yeah.
graduating class or something like that.
And our high school was thousands of people. Like
Yeah.
1,100 kids just in our graduating class. That's so many fucking kids. That's
Yeah,
so
if
many
anybody
kids.
drives by New Rochelle High School or looks it up, it's a fucking castle. And then they built on an extension, which
Attention
was
to
it
it.
was like an art wing, which was even more space.
Which was right when we fucking graduated. It was like
Graduated.
the year we graduated is when they
Yeah.
built it. I remember walking through it towards
Yeah.
like the end of my time there. Like, I've never even been in this part of my own fucking school. This
Yeah.
shit is crazy.
I talked to people. One of the guys I played golf with, his graduating class was 70 kids. And there's people like that I went to college with from like upstate New York that were like 30 kids or 20 kids. It's like, I don't know how you can go through high school. I feel like I appreciated that there were so many kids because it was like, you kind of knew people and like you didn't have to see them every day type of shit. Imagine going in like graduating class of like 30, 40 kids, some shit like that.
Insane. Just so insane. Like, we're used to the total opposite of that.
The total opposite. I feel like, I don't know. I appreciated that shit more because then it's like a variety of cultures and fucking ethnicities and all this shit. Like if you're around like the same 30 people, you're all into the same shit. You all go to the same stores. You see each other outside of school. Like, I don't
But
know. Like,
the downside of our shit though was, like you said, there is no fucking reunion.
yeah.
There's just too many people. Nobody took the lead. Nobody was friends with everybody, so they couldn't even organize the whole shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I would like to see the kids who we were boys with, who we haven't seen in forever. I'd love to see
organize some shit.
what fucking Jimmy O'Neill is up to. I'd love to see.
He's still driving his like what was it, a Dodge Neon? No, or
Dodge SRT.
Yeah, SR, some shit.
Something like that.
And he always used to have the little popper thing on his muffler, so it'd be like,
yeah, totally.
I was like, yeah. And everybody thought that shit was cool, and I was like, that shit just sounds dumb and all.
Yeah, just classic like high school kid. Like, my car makes a loud noise, bro, and it's like, oh, that's so awesome, man.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, but I wish I was born in like 1990 and everything was on a perfectly even year. Like,
that would be nice.
That would be cool. All right, shout out to Cap. Thanks for the $5, bro. Corin, why do you hate Eminem? He was the GOAT back in the day. 8 Mile is also a classic.
I just never, I don't know. I'm not like a fan of Eminem. Like, I don't really like his style. Like I thought he was like pushed upon us in that mainstream MTV, Carson Daly, like TRL era. And I'm going to say something even more controversial. Like, I feel like they even hyped up some of his like rap battle shits. Like, yeah, he was nice. He probably like was in the trenches and doing some rap battle shit, but like, I don't know. I didn't like his flow. I was never like an Eminem fan with like Real Slim Shady shit never really banged for me. I don't know. I thought like him, Limp Bizkit, like were kind of really forced upon us. And like, they found a market for like a white rapper and they just propelled him to like the top of this shit.
I watched a great video recently that basically said the argument of the video was like, there's an Eminem-sized hole for young white Americans. And basically the argument they were trying to make is that for our generation growing up, if you were going to rebel, I know you know this too. We knew a bunch of people who were just like total Eminem heads.
Yeah.
Right. I know multiple people who were just like Eminem was their boy. They fucking looked up to him, and it was this like rebellious fuck the system type idea. But it was relatively safe because it was like, it's just a musical artist, right? It's just a rapper. Yep. And so you're gonna get your fucking rebel against the system shit, but how do you express that? You just like put on Eminem albums and like fucking wear shady limited clothes and shit, right? Yep. And then the argument that the video was making is like, that now has been replaced with young white men growing up going, how do I rebel against the system? Oh, I support Trump, who's honestly the opposite. He's the embodiment of like all the worst aspects of the system. But the fact that he's unfiltered and he fucking says wild shit makes these kids go, yeah, like he's the Eminem for what our generation was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I could see that.
It was kind of, if you watch the whole video, I'm kind of not doing the argument justice. And I'm sorry, guys. Post in the comment section if you know the person who made that argument, because I think it was I want to give her credit because it was like an amazing premise. But yeah, I mean, that argument kind of makes sense when you think about it, that like that's kind of what happened is like we had healthy outlets to get our like rebellion out and our teenage angst out and our anger at the world out. And then like we kind of matured at a certain point. And for these kids, it's like they're rebelling by saying, I'm a Nazi. And it's like, no, that's bad, you know?
Yeah.
But we need another Eminem is my point. We need another person who can sort of give people a healthy outlet to get rid of that teenage angst, to that like suburban fucking nihilistic angst.
I guess, yeah, but also the thing about us, and like you can relate to this too, like we listened to rap at like an early age too. So like when like he came out as like this white rapper, I was already like, I'm listening to all this shit already. You know, like it wasn't anything that was like new and edgy for me. Like I was already listening to like Lil Wayne and Hot Boys and all that shit. Like
yeah.
So like there was no like, oh, this is rap, this is cool. It was like, no, like there's other people doing this shit way better already. You know? So
yeah, I'm sort of in the middle on the Eminem thing. I don't think he's amazing. I don't think he's the GOAT, but I also don't think he's bad.
Yeah,
like,
I don't think he's bad.
Lyrically, it's sort of hard to touch him lyrically. Like he really is lyrically sort of a genius. And like
that's true.
Like, you know how they say that shit about Kanye, but Kanye's not a fucking genius. He's a fucking idiot with mental illness. Eminem's actually like a lyrical genius. And so I see it. But to your point, to me also, I kind of agree with you that it felt a little... Forced is not the right word. It felt a little try hard. He felt a little try hard to me. And it's so ironic because, you know, he would say it was the opposite. I was like saying fuck everything and I wasn't trying. But it's like, nah, it kind of felt like you were trying to do the whole fuck the world type shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And so to me, yes, I was more just give me some shit that sounds good. You know, and that's why we like Lil Wayne and Cash Money and, you know.
I appreciate the fuck the free world shit. All right, let's roll through some.
Shout out to Chicken Warrior. Thanks for the $10. Yo, Kyle, I was wondering if you've seen those many videos on YouTube of regular Americans demonizing and seeming to take pleasure in the fact that people won't be getting food stamps. Absolutely disgusting. I have not been seeing those videos, Chicken Warrior, but if I do, I will probably fucking cover that shit. So thank you for the heads up. You said it's on YouTube. I wonder, do you mean Twitter or did you actually mean YouTube? Because I certainly haven't seen those shits on YouTube or Twitter. But yeah, I mean, look, bro, there's 37% of this country still supports Trump.
Wait, people are happy about. Didn't you have one video of a guy?
Oh yeah, I did have one. I'm sorry. Yeah, I did have one. It was a black guy wearing some Jesus fucking hoodie, and he's like dancing because like the aisles are empty because the EBT people aren't there anymore, and it's like, Jesus Christ, bro, you got a Jesus thing on, and you're happy kids are starving, 18 million of them. Like, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. So yeah, I saw that one video, but outside of that, I haven't seen any others. I thought that was like the only one out there, but it sounds like there's more, and that's very, very disturbing.
Yeah, it's sad. Thanks, Chicken Warrior.
Shout out to Cap. Kyle, when I first started watching you back in the day, you reminded me a lot of Glenn Beck in terms of delivery. You guys also kind of look alike too. Oh my God. Bro, that is OD disrespect, dog. I look like Glenn Beck?
Isn't he like fat and like...
He's fat. He looks like fucking Colonel Sanders.
Yeah, no, he's bugging.
He's also annoying as fuck. I hate the way he delivers his shit. So, damn, that was low key sort of devastating to my.
No, he doesn't mean that shit.
Sonia, thanks for the $5. Kyle, look into Cliff Cash, the comedian. He's the real deal, unlike Burr, unapologetically anti-fascist and MAGA. Much love from MPLS, watching since 2014. Well, shout out to you, Sonia. Thank you. And I will write down. Have you ever heard of this person?
No, I've never heard of Cliff Cash.
I never heard of it either, but I'm about to. Hold on, let me see.
Sonia, you got to get an old school Minneapolis Lakers jersey, the blue with the yellow writing on it. Fire.
What's the name? Cliff Cash?
Cliff Cash. Gangster name.
There's also the I forget the guy's name, but he does the Daily Show sometimes. He's the black guy, Josh Johnson.
Oh yeah, I know him. Yeah. He's good when he hosts. I like.
And bro, he does a new hour like all the time. Like he'll go and do stand up and just like do all new shit because he's like sort of political and plugged in, and so he just goes and like talks about the news. And shout out to him because I know how difficult that is because I do a political show and I don't have to be funny. And even just talking about the news alone is its own beast, but like trying to make it funny also every week. And he does it. So shout out to that guy because I like that guy.
His delivery is good.
Yeah. Shout out to Time Bandit. Thank you for the $10. My idea for swing states in national divorce is Pennsylvania, Arizona, and Nevada join blue states because they're Northeast and West Coast, and Michigan, Wisconsin, Georgia, North Carolina join red states because they're in the Midwest and South. So Time Bandit, when I made a map with my idea of the swing state national divorce, my map was very similar. I had Georgia and North Carolina going red. I did have Wisconsin and Michigan going blue. I didn't have Arizona going blue, but I can see your logic for that.
Yeah, I feel like Arizona's like ready, just like because they fucking did that Charlie Kirk shit and they sold out that arena.
Oh yeah. It's well, Biden won it, but then Trump won it back.
Oh,
so
really?
it's there's some states, to people's point, like there are some states that are just like genuinely back forth, right?
Yeah.
And like I get it, but if we're gonna do a national divorce, you're gonna have to. Some places are gonna get a deal where it's like some people in the state are just gonna be like, I don't want to. There's gonna be Democrats in every state, and there's gonna be Republicans in every state.
Yep.
But it's just a matter of making it like 60-40 in each state, right?
Yeah.
And so he's very close. I only had like maybe one or two differences, I think, in my map, but he's very close to what I was thinking. I had like a block in the Northeast, a block in the West, and then the Midwest and Texas and Florida. And like the South, that was all red. So like the red area was all contiguous. It was all connected. The blue was separated between West Coast and Northeast with a little bit of Midwest in there. And like that, I think that would make sense. And you can make, the blue states can they're together and they could be one thing, but the red states are all, they're one thing. So I think we'd be so much better off. I mean, obviously the details matter and like how you divvy it up matters, but like, I don't know, man, it would be to have a 60-40 blue country and like be able to like actually think about doing something like universal healthcare, like that'd be amazing. Whereas right now we're like, I mean, these people are just destroying everything. They're like hell bent on just destroying the government and making it so that, nobody could get any help from the government ever. Fucking kick people off Medicaid, kick people off food stamps, like bomb any country we want. Like it's just horrible.
Thanks,
shout out to the Golden Child. Thanks for the $5. Kyle, do you have limits on how far you'll go with tattoos? Would you do up your stomach to complete the punk aesthetic, for example? No.
I would say hell no. Don't do a stomach tattoo. That's
no.
Like a weird one.
Especially because, bro, I'm 37 years old. Like even with me losing weight, I still got a little bit of a gut.
That's what I'm saying. Like a stomach tattoo is such an edgy spot to go because your stomach fluctuates so much. Where it's like,
yeah, and also like it's not muscly. Like it's gelatinous. So if somebody were to do that, it would be like fucking Jello in that bitch. But to answer your question, I'm pretty much done with tattoos. The only thing is, I do want this one to be updated because the Metallica one that I didn't even realize I fucking got. So I want.
Is that on your radar? Do you think it's like, is that something you're gonna do?
We know somebody who's gonna become a tattoo artist, and I said that person could have free reign to fix my shit up.
Oh, nice.
But I wouldn't go to a parlor and fucking like wait. I don't have time to waste to go somewhere and go through all this shit. So they could come to our place when that time comes and just clean that bitch up. And then
that's dope.
But that's all I'm trying to do. That's it. After that, I'm done. I got one on my back. I got one for my dad right here. The one on my back is a copy of one that was on my grandfather. It's like a bulldog with an American flag behind it. This one is for my dad. It's got his name in there and a rose. And then this one was just a cool design I liked. And then this one also was just a cool design I picked. And it turns out to be a Metallica tattoo, which who the fuck knew?
Metallica's not bad. I might get another. I want to get like the girl's name somewhere. I love my like one tattoo right here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I can't think of any other spots to get that shit. So I don't know.
I'm big on like when it's all done, I think this one's going to sort of be almost like a quarter sleeve.
Yeah, that could look gangster. They could
turn
that into something good.
It would look really nice. So
yeah,
I'm kind of that'll be cool when I get that done. Might have to start working out my arms again though, just so that I don't look like a flabby little bitch boy when I have these tattoos. Taylor, thanks for the $5. Kyle, be honest, is the century of American humiliation here? Also, love you, Corin. I mean, the answer right now is yes. Is it possible we could turn the ship around like very aggressively and quickly? It's potentially possible, but right now, Occam's razor is we started the fucking massive decline and it ain't stopping, dog. So yeah, the century of American humiliation seems like it's upon us. And we're just at the beginning because the dollar is still the world reserve currency. But I have a feeling that in our lifetime, it won't be. That like maybe, I don't know when it's going to happen, but some point in our lifetime, Corin, they're going to say, we're done with the dollar as the world reserve currency. It's going to plummet in value. There's going to be massive economic crisis here. Like, it's going to be bad.
It's going to happen. Yeah, no, I agree. Thanks, Taylor. Metalhead Matt back in the building.
Matt, thanks again, bro. Paying the mortgage over there. Regarding court rulings, in my opinion, the solution isn't to ignore them and undermine democratic checks and balances. It's to change the court, pack term limits. Also, Nixon broke the admit defeat precedent in 68. So, yeah, I don't disagree with you. Like, the idea of packing the court and doing term limits, basically like changing the nature of the court, that's perfectly legitimate and fair, and I support those things. My point was that given the nature of how conservative the Supreme Court is and how objectively incorrect they are on some things when it comes to their rulings, there are going to be instances where you have to be clever. And to be fair to Biden, he kind of did. Like, the Supreme Court slapped down one way of him doing his student loan debt relief. And so he said, I'm just going to do it this other way. And so we tried that too. And so that's all I'm talking about, is like being clever and intelligent and like reasserting the fact that you know you're right and finding a new way to do it within the bounds of what's considered legal. Because like the law is made up. Let's just call it what it is. Like, the law is fake, bro. Like, the law is just totally made up. It's whatever the fuck they want it to be at any given moment on their whims, right? And like sometimes they have bullshit arguments to back up their cases. Sometimes they have good arguments to back up their cases. What I'm arguing for is, in a scenario where it's very, very clear that they are not abiding by what the law is supposed to be, in those scenarios, it's, we're going to get this thing done and find a way to do it where we can put, the story over it of, no, we're actually abiding by the law. They're just wrong about the law. So that's my point.
Facts. Thanks, Mohammed.
Adam King, thanks for the $5, bro. Kyle, you got to add the ongoing Sudan genocides, complicit in via UAE arming to your foreign policy points. It's worsening and barely covered by anyone. So you're saying America is complicit because we're arming the UAE and the UAE is arming Sudan. I guess that's the argument that you're making, that like the money sort of laundered through the UAE, but it's our weapons that are funding them. I did not know that, but now I do know that, and I'll look into that and I'll take a look. But yeah, that sounds very bad.
Yeah. Thanks, Adam.
Mr. SciTech1234, thank you for the $10. Kyle, enjoyed your video on the right melting down on your tweet over the weekend. Seeing TJ Kirk and Mike and others defending you gives me hope for the left. Corin, favorite gas station dinner combo. So before you answer that, let me just say, I got a text from TJ, and that was nice of him. But I didn't see a video of him defending me yet, and I didn't see Mike from Humanist Report. I'm assuming I didn't see him defend me yet either. When we're done here, I'll go watch that and take a look. But shout out to TJ Kirk, the amazing atheist. Shout out to Mike Figueredo of the Humanist Report. Those guys have always been cool as hell, and they've always been. I've always like had very good relationships with both of them. And they're stand-up dudes. So everybody go subscribe to Humanist Report. Go subscribe to the amazing atheist TJ and Deep Fat Fried, his podcast with Paul's Ego. Those guys are great, and I appreciate that.
That's what's up. They showed you of gas station dinner combo. I mean, the only thing you can really get for dinner at a gas station is either like some pizza, or I stopped at a gas station one time and they had a banging. It was a like a beef patty, and then they had like this like a chicken patty too. So sometimes in that little hot shit, they could have pizza, which sometimes you could get away with. Beef patties are always acceptable. I don't fuck with the hot dogs at gas stations. But also your go-to if you're on a road trip is just get like 3 bags of chips and a soda, and that shit will keep you moving to the next pit stop.
There's a gas station in, I think it's Maryland, and they have this, everything mostly sucks there, but there's this one thing they have in the little hot fucking
pull the door. Yeah.
It's an empanada, and it's
that's what the fuck I was trying to think of. That's what I got.
Banging, bro. OD. There's one like a chicken empanada.
Yes.
You have the pizza, you're like, this is ass. You have the burger, this is ass. You have the chicken fingers, you're like, this is ass. You have the wings, this is ass. You have that empanada, and you're like, oh shit.
No,
okay.
I'm glad you said that shit, because I stopped at a gas station in Jersey and I was driving to the city, and it was a chicken empanada and it was a beef empanada, and those shits actually kind of slapped. Like,
I'm telling you.
If you're making empanadas at a gas station, you know they're kind of going to be on point, because it's like, why the fuck are they making those shits?
That's the low-key secret that people don't understand, is like most gas station food is trash, but randomly they make amazing empanadas. Amazing.
No, I'm so happy you said that shit. That's so true. Get the empanadas at the shit. This one you kind of answered already.
Shout out to Brian Wheeler. Mr. Kulinski, is the widow of Charlie Kirk more important than fighting to make America have free healthcare one day? From your question, what I assume you're implying is I'm somehow undermining my other arguments. I literally could not disagree more. It is getting more people interested in what I'm saying, and it is rallying more people to our cause. All people want to see is somebody who will punch these motherfuckers in the face and tell them, shut the fuck up. You're out of control. You guys are unhinged. You're the reason why we have to be like this, is because you rewrote the rules and made everybody fucking unhinged and crazy. Okay, now these are the rules, so we're abiding by those rules. So now I'm going to use that to our benefit. And in the segment where I talked about this and defended myself, I made these exact points. I was talking about how Trump is freezing the food stamp money, and now people can't eat, as he's having a party with billionaires in Mar-a-Lago, a Great Gatsby-themed party.
And they're worried about your shit.
And I literally made this point too, where I said, these people are saying I want them to die. I don't want them to die. I genuinely don't. I fucking hate them, and I don't like them, and I don't want to hang out with them, but I want them to have good lives. And that's the difference between me and them. The difference is they actually want me dead right now. which is why I'm getting fucking death threats over a fucking meme joke. Okay. They actually want me dead. I like to make fun and poke at them and joke, but I don't want them dead. I want them to have good lives. And I literally said, I want them to have free healthcare. And so again, it's very ironic that these people are sort of missing the forest for the trees here, because as they accuse me of like undermining these other points, it's like, no, that's actually the core of why I'm saying the shit I'm saying. Facts. That's the core of it. Is like, okay, I'm going to be a fucking brawler now. You want me to brawl? Okay, I'll brawl. But also, I'm going to come back home to the main points, which is, yes, I want universal healthcare for everybody, including the fucking people I despise. Yeah. Unlike them who are wishing I was fucking dead right now.
Yeah. Thanks, Brian.
Shout out to Josh. Thanks for the $10, bro. Orthodox Jew here. Started off hate watching Kyle in 09. Have gradually come to realize if Kyle was born in Nazi Germany, he'd be anti-Nazi. While my own aunt and uncle would be Nazis if born into it. Thank you, Josh. I appreciate that. That's actually very sweet of you to say. And I do like to think that of myself. That, because everybody's a product of their environment. It's true. But you like to think that you would think for yourself enough to realize when something is like obviously wrong,
Yeah.
And like, that's the shit. Like we were just talking about with free healthcare, like the fact that people don't realize how insane that is, that like literally 60,000 people die every year because they don't have healthcare in this country, what's supposed to be the richest country in the world. But we just have decided you can go medically bankrupt or you can not get care and die.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. And so to speak out against that injustice feels like you have to do it if you know those facts. Right.
Yep.
And by the same token, I mean, I think,
yeah, I mean, right, ice shit too, all that stuff.
Ice shit, all that stuff. Right. It's like you got to speak up. You got to speak out. And so I appreciate that. Thank you, man. That's actually probably one of the nicest compliments I think I've ever received. Somebody telling me I think you would have stood up in Nazi Germany. There's that famous picture of like everybody doing the Hitler salute to Hitler. And then there's that one guy standing there like that. Everybody needs to aspire to be that guy.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to aspire to be that guy. Like, no, this is fucking bullshit and you're fucking wrong. Even when everybody's saying, no, you will fall in line. You go, no, I'm not going to do
it. Yep. Thanks, Josh.
Thank you, Mr. Awesome Guy. Thank you for the 20. Is that dollars or is that some other denomination? I'm not sure.
It might be
Australian dollars, maybe. Is that what the A is for?
Yeah, it could be.
Okay. Anyway, thanks for the 20 whatevers, bro. I've been listening to you guys for more than 10 years from Australia. Would love it if Kyle could get lefty comedian podcaster Dave Anthony on Crystal Kyle and Friends. I think it would make for an interesting discussion. It's interesting you bring that guy up because I remember, I want to say like 10 years ago or like 8 years ago, something like that. Me and him actually got into it on Twitter because this was at the time when somebody did this punch. There was like some Antifa person who knocked out Richard Spencer or something. And like the debate at the time was like, should you punch Nazis? And I remember at the time arguing like, nah, man, that's like, don't just fucking assault people. Like that's a bad idea. And he was very aggressively like, no, you're fucking wrong. And
this guy, Dave Anthony.
Yeah. He was like, these people need to be fucking put in their place. And so they supported it. And Richard Spencer is kind of a weird case because he's become not a Nazi anymore. He's now not that anymore. So he's like sort of grown out of that, which is good. So for him, it's like a different case maybe, but
maybe it's because of the punch in the face.
Maybe, but yeah, to your point, like I definitely see where he's coming from now way more than I did back then. Where like at some point you realize that like, it's like some shit is broken. Some people are broken, some people are off, and it's just like there needs to be some sort of cultural, societal fucking lines drawn again where you say you can't do this. This is not acceptable, right? And so funny enough, we had a fought in the past, but yeah, I've seen him on Twitter. I kind of like the guy. I think he also he's another interesting example because he used to be friends with Jimmy Dore. Now he also hates Jimmy Dore.
Good.
So there's some other crossover there. So yeah, I mean, I'll reach out to the guy. I think he's very private. I don't know if he'll want to come on, but I'll reach out to him. He seems like a nice guy. I don't know if he still hates me from that fight, but we'll see. Gus Vaughn, thanks for the $9, bro, or $10, bro. Kyle, with this whole NBA betting scandal, how far do you think federal involvement will go? Do you think Trump's idea of the NBA being woke affects how severely they get investigated? Yeah, I think that's the only reason they started doing it, to be honest, is Trump knows they all vote Democrat. They all hate me. And so he was like, yeah, go to town, fucking destroy them. And so I think that's a huge, huge part of it. I think the feds will fucking, try to make them pay. I think they'll crack down. I think we've just seen the tip of the iceberg too. I think other people are involved. But
they're probably still doing a lot of investigating and they're going to come down on more people.
And I think what'll happen is Adam Silver will try to meet with Trump and try to be like, hey dog, what do you want? Like, what do you want?
He's definitely going to have a hearing.
He'll be on some like, I'll bend the knee type shit because they feel the hammer's about to drop, It's existential now for the NBA. I mean, imagine how many players may have been involved in this the betting rigging shit.
Yeah, Chauncey Billups is still not around. I don't know if he's like, I don't know if is he in prison or is he's not
No,
coaching?
he was released. He was in jail and then he was released.
Oh, okay.
And he's got to have his trial. But wasn't he like the Portland head coach? And now he's not.
Yeah, he's not on the sidelines right now.
Right. Yeah.
And they're winning like 4 games in a row. So
that's crazy. I saw the Brooklyn Nets are 0-6.
Yeah, they're hard. Their roster, like there was a photo of their
Pelicans
roster.
Pelicans collapsed.
Oh, they're not doing well.
They're like 0-5 or 0-6 too.
Yeah, Zion will probably get traded somewhere.
Yeah.
But the Nets roster, like they showed a picture of them at their media day, and like someone tweeted out, like, "Who the fuck are these guys?"
Total ass cheeks, right? Total fucking ass cheeks.
Thanks, Gus.
Sebastian, thanks for the 5,000 of whatever that denomination is.
That's wild. That like money is different like that.
Kyle, did you see anything about this guy, Randall Gamboa? He was deported to Costa Rica, arriving in a vegetative state. He ended up passing away last week as a consequence of whatever I said to him. So, Sebastian, yes, I did. I actually mentioned his case on one of my ICE segments. I forget which one it was. It was either the last one or the one before that. But in the segment, I brought up this exact guy. Bless you. At the time I covered, he hadn't died yet. They had said he was a vegetable, and all he could do was blink, and that's it. And that's when I covered it. Since then, he's passed away. So, yes, there's been, I think it's 22 people who've been killed in ICE custody.
Damn.
So this is it. I mean, these people, it really is like the Gestapo and they're killing people. It's like just horrible, horrible abuse. And so, yes, I have heard, and it's absolutely disgusting. And these people need to be locked up. ICE needs to be locked up.
Thanks, Sebastian. Metalhead Matt is a real one tonight.
Yeah, he's really hooking you up. Kyle, you said the one day you don't want to be disturbed is the Masters. I'm a golfer too, but for me, it's election day. Voted yes on Prop 15 California. My dog, let's go. Ours couldn't care less about fair elections. Go Zoran. 100%, dog. 100%. I love that you voted yes on Prop 50. I think it's going to win pretty comfortably. Election day for me is like my Super Bowl. Election day for me, any election day is like and debate days.
Yeah.
Debate days and election days are like my Super Bowl. So I'm all about that shit. But the Masters is the day where it's like, I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to hear from anybody. I want to be in front of the TV. I want to veg out. I want to text Corin and Bobby and Will and Brian and just talk about the Masters and just fucking chill. So it's different. It's different ends of the spectrum. It's like my Super Bowl versus my like fucking self-care day, you can say, is what the Masters is, you know?
Yep. Thanks, Matt. All right.
Shout out to Dan. Thanks for the €5. Pounds. Hey, Kyle, following up on last week's question about Peter Joseph on KKF, he is not on Twitter anymore. He despises Musk, but he's on Instagram and Facebook. Okay. So if he's on, I could have Crystal reach out on Instagram. We could see. Has he done anything since that Zeitgeist movie? Because I haven't heard about him in a while. Shout out to Sam. Thanks for the $5. Big day tomorrow. Any predictions for the results in New York, New Jersey, Virginia? I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'd be anxiously watching from Illinois. Thanks, y'all. I mean, look, the smart money is right now on a Democratic sweep. And I'll be honest with you, if it's not a Democratic sweep, if the Democrats, there is a scenario where Democrats win all except New Jersey. So it's possible that the Democrat running in New Jersey loses. That's possible.
The Republican running in New Jersey, I'm telling you, I see the ads. He looks very he looks very Jersey-esque. Like he's just like a meatheady looking type of guy. Like no bullshit.
If Republicans win anything more than just Jersey, they stole that shit. It is not. If Zoran loses, it's stolen.
Oh my God. If he loses, something shady shit is going on.
If Bamberger loses in Virginia, it's stolen. It's stolen.
I agree.
So So point number one is the most likely scenario is a Democratic sweep. If it's not a Democratic sweep and by strong margins,
some shit's going on.
The only scenario where it's possible is just the New Jersey one going Republican and the others going Democrat. But anything more than that for Republicans and the whole shit is fucking, this country's done. It's over.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But my hope is it's like literally double-digit blowouts in every race is what I want to see. And that's possible. It's definitely possible.
Thanks, Tim.
Squidward, thank you for the $10. Thanks, Kyle,
Tim.
would you golf against Trump with these stakes? Trump wins and the Trumps are America's new royal family. Kyle wins and Bernie is subbed in as president and we instantly get Medicare for all.
I mean, would take those chances.
Well, the answer is yes, but here's the problem. The problem is he's such a disgusting brazen cheater that no matter what happens, he's going to say he won.
Yeah.
So I would need assurances that
every whole video,
everything is going to be recorded. Everybody's going to see fucking everything. And like, we can get the real answer because in a real scenario like that, I would absolutely destroy Trump, destroy Trump. I would beat him by at least 5 to 10 strokes.
Yeah.
So
he cheats a lot. And Kyle knows actually what he does.
Crazy.
Thanks, Goodward.
Shout out to Green YouTube viewer. Thanks for the $5. Hey, Kyle, my friend and I are 20-year-old college students who love your videos and wanted to ask you if you played Zelda. So I actually was not a big Zelda guy.
Yeah, I wasn't either, but Zelda was popular as fuck.
Yes, you're correct that I'm the proper age. Me and Corin are the proper age where there were some people. Like, I think my friend Will played Zelda.
Yeah.
I did not. I was not very big on. I've never been a big like storytelling game person.
Mhm.
Like, I don't want to go through a whole thing. Like, I'm more of a let me just pick up the thing and play. Like, I like sports games, for example.
Yeah.
I like NBA shit. I don't like
The
doing
hockey
my
shit was dope.
career shit. Yeah,
Yep.
hockey shit, NBA shit, fucking Mortal Kombat shit. Like, I was that kind of a gamer.
Yep.
I loved playing Nazi Zombies on Xbox 360 with Will. We do it all the fucking time. We'd stay up till like 4 a.m. trying to beat our fucking highest level shit. But yeah, I never was a big
20-year-old college student even knows about Zelda. That's like Zelda was back in the day.
Aren't these? Yeah, but I mean, I feel like there's a lot of retro gaming that happens now.
Yeah, that's
there's
true.
a literal store by us that is like a retro gaming store where you go in, you can get any fucking PS2, N64, Super Nintendo, like whatever you want, you can get.
But I feel like it's so like like Jed has an old Super Nintendo, but he grew up with it. It's not like with all the gaming shit they have now. It's not like I'd be like, I want to go buy
an old system.
Yeah, like an old ass shit. What was
Dreamcast or whatever the fuck?
No, it was like the black
Sega Genesis.
Atari or something.
Oh, Atari. That's the older one.
What like so
you'd be surprised, dog. Like there's a lot of
that want to do some vintagey
shit.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a decent number.
That's true.
A decent number. I mean, there's plenty of people, more people for sure, just all about the new games and doing that shit. But retro gaming's a thing, bro. It's definitely a thing.
That's true. That's true.
Nathan Ogilvy, shout out. Thanks for the 10 Australian dollars.
Yeah, I think he's Australian.
Good day, Kyle and Corin. I asked ChatGPT if Rogan gave Elon a sloppy toppy. ChatGPT said no, there's absolutely nothing indicating Joe Rogan performed any sexual act on Elon Musk. ChatGPT is fake news. That's exactly right. People are sort of losing their minds over my titles are causing quite a stir. I don't know if you've seen this, but
no. I saw one title on that I just saw before I came on a tweet. That was like
the Fuentes one. Yeah. It was like Tucker and it was Nick Fuentes and Tucker Carlson suck and fuck each other in gayest conversation ever. Yeah. And it's funny because like most people are just like laughing and enjoying it. Then there's always some subset that's like, this is homophobic.
Oh
it's
my
like,
gosh.
Come on, bro. Fucking chill.
Have you did one with the sloppy toppy in the title?
I just did that one today. The title was I remember this one. The title was Joe Rogan gives Elon Musk Joe Rogan gives sloppy toppy to special needs billionaire Elon Musk.
Oh man, yeah, that's a good one. Oh, thanks, Nathan.
It's honestly the sloppy toppy isn't even the magic in that one. It's the special needs part that really is just like cherry on top. I must say. Jerry, thanks for the $5, bro. Any advice on being more secure in a relationship? If my SO had a show with a guy, I'd be a little worried on cheating, but Kyle has complete trust. If my significant other had a show with a guy, I'd be a little worried on cheating, but Kyle has complete trust. So in other words, he's saying, how are you secure in knowing that like Crystal was not hooking up with Sagar? Well, first of all, Sagar is literally a baby. Like compared to us, he's way younger. I don't know. What is he? 30, 32, something like that.
Oh, damn. I didn't know he was that much younger than us.
Yeah. And so, I mean, literally like over a decade younger than fucking Crystal, or about a decade younger. So he's a baby. Now, granted, I'm also younger than Crystal, and that wasn't an impediment. But the other thing is their values don't really align, and that's actually super important to her in a relationship, you know, that the values have to align. And also, she knew him before she even fucking knew me, right? They were already doing their show together before I even came into the picture. So they've known each other longer and have done business together longer. So who am I to, you know, I come in and then I'm like, you better stop doing a show with this man that you did the show with before I even met you.
Like who the fuck cares?
Yeah, who cares? Yeah. So anyway, to answer your question, if it's a serious question about being more secure in a relationship, the only way, as a guy, the way you build security in yourself and in your relationship is to develop yourself as a person. And what that means is fucking get yourself a hobby, right? Actually work on something, care about something that, you know, really keeps your interest and keeps you going day by day, whatever it may be. It could be a sport. It could be a fucking nerdy type thing. It could be reading. It could be whatever. Working out, whatever it is. Find some shit, give your all to it, and just generally try to keep your shit together, you know, groom yourself, work out, fucking whatever it might be. And once you develop yourself, then everything else sort of comes naturally. Everything else feels natural, just sort of comes organically from that.
And I would say that's one of the most attractive things in a relationship is seeing like a significant other be passionate about some shit that they're passionate about, you know?
Yeah, just handle their shit. If you can handle your shit as a person, that's attractive. So you learn how to handle your own shit and take care of yourself and have interests that, you know, keep you going, then that will naturally attract other people. And you'll also be able to deal with other people easily, because when you like something and you immerse yourself in it, then dealing with other people feels like it's not a chore. It feels like, you know, you're not worried to do it. You just do it normally and naturally. Yeah. You'll talk to people and it's like, whatever. You're not going to get nervous about it or whatever the fuck. Because why would I be nervous? I got the other shit I like to do. So I'm going to do that shit. I'm not going to worry about what I'm going to say to this person. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. No, it's good advice. Hopefully that helped, Jerry.
Shout out to AC Poll. Thank you for the $5. Kyle, I love your show. Love everything you do. You guys are awesome. Popping champagne from Mamdani tomorrow. Corin, just kidding. You're cool too.
Thanks, AC Poll. I'll be popping champagne too. I really like Mamdani, man. I feel like a lot of shit he's doing is pretty cool.
I do. It's a shame he was born in Uganda, or else he could be the president, you know?
Facts.
Yeah. Shout out to Diego. Thanks for the $10. Thanks, the Teamsters Diego. And Sean O'Brien continue to outdo themselves. Ohio branch endorsed Ramaswamy. And the son of a bitch did a Republican press conference with J.D. Vance last week, all while UPS cut 48,000 jobs. Bro, how does it work? When can you guys vote him out? That's my question. Because I know that the Teamsters, the rank and file, are going, fuck this guy. I know they're just as done with him as I am, right? Especially because he sort of stayed out of the race. Trump won, and now Trump is just like destroying the entire fucking economy, right? So, like, I don't know, man. Ever since he stabbed Biden in the back after Biden bailed out the Teamsters pensions, the Democrats bailed out the Teamsters pensions, and they got stabbed in the back. Like, I'm sure the rank and file are sort of furious at Sean O'Brien because he's a joke of a person. And my guess is, look, I can't prove this, but my hunch is that there's some funny business going on, right? Like some fucking corrupt something behind the scenes, because that's the only way you could explain what he's doing, like what's going on now, you know?
Yeah, that's wild. 48,000 jobs is crazy, bro.
OD.
Thanks, Diego. Thanks, Moon Daydream.
Thanks for the $5, Moon Age. Appreciate that. Thank you, Matthew Hickman, for the $5. Hey, Kyle, big fan. Currently watching on my flight home. Cool.
Oh, that's very cool. Up, man.
Hopefully your flight's not too long.
Yeah.
Dennis Veronin, thanks for the $5. Kyle, it's been 7 years since you went on Jesse Lee Peterson's show. You said you would be back. Been years, bro. Jesse misses you and praises the Donald.
Does that guy still do his show?
He still does his show, and he still somehow finds liberals and lefties who will come on, and it's always the same thing. You know, he always asks like those same questions, and they always fucking.
I think he asked me to be on his show like years ago, like 10 years ago.
Funny.
Shit. Yeah.
That is so funny because like this is your shit here. Like this is you don't even do a political show.
I don't do a political show. Yeah. But like because I was associated with you. That's funny. That guy still does the show, man.
Yeah, I think Adam Mockler just went on. He's like a young liberal commentator. Shout out to Raw Racer. Thanks for the $20, bro. That's a very nice donation there. I'm in Orlando, so I understand you guys have it massively worse than us with the early sunsets in winter. I'm the opposite. I hate having to get up and drive to work before the sun rises. So this morning, what a nice change. Yeah, look, I'll give a pass to people who live in SoCal and who live in Phoenix, Arizona, and who live in Florida. You are allowed to be okay with the time change because you never really experienced the worst aspects of it, that like the sun sets at like fucking 4:30. You know what I'm saying?
The sun would be down when he's driving home, I'm sure too. So it's like
Florida, probably not. In Florida, the sun's probably still setting at 5:30. So he drives home at 5. He's still got sunlight, bro.
Yeah, I guess.
You know? So like it's different. It's different. And by the same token, I can understand somebody living in Florida who says, I love the winter. Because they never fucking experience it. And it's always fucking 100 degrees there, you know? So I get that. But everybody else, I'm telling you, bro, everybody else in the country, fuck that. We want permanent daylight saving time, you know?
Yeah, shout out to Orlando, man. I don't know. Do you have like Universal and Disney passes? Because I'm jealous. I want to go back to Universal. Thank you, though, bro.
Shout out Mr. Slugger. Thanks for the $10. Good evening, guys. Question for Corin. Apologies if this was already asked in a prior chat, but would you be open to selling any of your Pokemon cards? If so, I would be interested in buying some.
Bro, let me know. I did a video on my Pokemon cards. I got them right here. Bro, did you see some of my cards?
I did not. What you got there? Oh, a fucking shiny Charizard? A fucking Blastoise? Oh, shit.
A Japanese Charizard?
Ooh, okay.
I have some, I have some bangers in this. I got like Venusaur.
Do you have a Mewtwo?
Bro,
you have a Mewtwo in this bitch? No way.
Oh, wait, do I have Mewtwo?
Yeah, like a fucking
Shazam!
Oh my god.
That was from the Pokemon movie too. Like they gave that away at the
Bro, got
movie
a
theater.
Mewtwo, bro. Oh my god, that's the one
And
I always wanted, dog. I always wanted that shiny ass Mewtwo.
Pikachu.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
you
then
got some bangers, bro. I wonder what those go for. I wonder, like on eBay, you could take a look on eBay, like what they go for, the really nice ones.
they go for some real money. Like this one here, the Zapdos is first edition, which is like even more.
Wow.
And then this one, I'm gonna do another video on because I showed this in the video, but you can't really see it on the film. But if you look in the background, there's like crosses and graveyard shit.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really like see it. But apparently that one was
Worth
like
a lot.
is like worth more because it was banned because of the artwork. There's like crosses in the graveyard in the back and shit. Like,
Bro, look it up. Look up what those are
I know, I
worth
might.
because there's like a big, fucking community that collects
No, I
those
know.
shits. And I remember when I would buy the individual cards at this place called Squiggy's,
Yeah,
and
I
it would cost between like 20 and $50 it would be for the different cards. And I wonder now, have they really held their value enough where it's like it's worth way more than that now? Like, are some of those worth $500?
Like these are the original ones from like 98, 99. And I mean, and they're in good shape. I don't know. The only thing that like I have to get them graded because I feel like they're worth more when you get them graded. And then like I'm nervous like to take them out of the sleeve and like get any type of grease on them or some shit. But like
I wouldn't even take them out.
Slugger, send me a DM, man. Let me see. Maybe I'll send one of my Charizards.
But you got to do some research, dog. You got to.
Yeah, I know. I've looked up some of them. I think like the ungraded Charizards go for like 300-400. But like graded, like graded, they go for like 1,500, 2,000. Some of them go for a lot.
Bro, like, you're sitting on like fucking $4,000 there in your hand. That's crazy.
I know. I just gotta. The grading process kind of sucks because you got to take the card out. You got to ship it away in some cardboard shit so the card doesn't get fucked up. Then it's like a process to get it back, and like it's a whole thing. So I just don't know how to do that. I know they do it at card shows, but I'm nervous about going and get them graded. I just don't know how to do that whole process. But send me a DM. Maybe I'll sell some shit. Cap back in the building.
Cap, thanks again. $5. Corin, my Halloween tradition is to turn off all the lights. I ain't giving out no candy. How do you feel? LOL.
Nah, fuck you, man. Fuck you. Like,
I'm sort of with Cap, bro.
Yeah, I know you. Like,
I'm sort of with Cap. When I was living by myself on Halloween, I'm not fucking leaving the lights on and fucking going to the door every 5 minutes. Like, sort of fuck you,
I'm the opposite. I'm like, I feel like I want to see kids' costumes and like give them some candy and put a smile on someone's face.
Honestly, bro, I'll say it for both me and Cap. You're just a better like person than we are. You're just like it's true. I'm too introverted. No,
like, but like you want to help more people on a larger scale. Like yes, free healthcare, all that type of shit, which I want to, but also like fuck everybody. But I feel like I'd get more enjoyment in seeing a little kid in like a Spider-Man shit and giving him a piece of candy and like running back to his mom like yay, like that to me like hypes me up.
No, I hear you. And that like you're just a better person interpersonally. You know what I'm saying?
I do respect if you fully commit to it. Like if you're at your crib and you're like, I'm putting all my lights off and I'm not answering this shit for nobody. Like, okay, I get it. But if you're like in your house, like grumpy on some shit and you open it for some people and like, you like if I see you in there, I'm kind of like, I see you. But if you make it
you can't.
that,
you gotta hide. You gotta hide.
Exactly.
Like Cap, and I'm sure Cap agrees. You gotta hide, bro.
Yeah,
like you gotta be upstairs, fucking away from the action for sure.
Exactly. Like if you turn your lights off and I can still see you walking in that shit, I'm like, yo, it's Halloween. But if you turn your shit off and you're hiding, and like I'm like, oh, maybe he's just not home. All right, I could go for that.
Yeah, facts.
Thanks, Cap.
Shout out to Offensive Humor for $5. I guess he was on my side in the fight this weekend. Seen Kyle on Rogan 2019, always been more center, but since this BS administration and thanks to Kyle, I'm more left than ever. Shout out to both of you. Love the show. Thank you, Offensive Humor. I appreciate that.
People are coming around, man.
I really hope so, bro. I really hope. Because I don't know. I just feel like I'm losing my goddamn mind watching what's happening in this country and like seeing like how is everybody not 100% in agreement with me right now?
Yeah, like you said, it's probably just a lot of bots and shit, man.
Thurston Howell III. That is an awesome name. And thanks for the $20, bro. Longtime fan of Secular Talk. Love your content. MAGA cancel mobs coming for him makes me want to support him more. Kyle 2028. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. That is very nice of you to say. That is very sweet of you to say.
Appreciate you, Thurston. Cap is blessed.
Cap, another $5, bro. Thank you. What's the most amount of money either of you spent on clothing? I'll tell you mine. I spent $2,500 on a varsity. God
bugging.
damn, bro.
You're bugging. Drop that on a super chat, man, and return the jacket. I'm just playing.
OD.
That's a lot. I mean, you must have really liked that jacket. I like a winter coat or some shit. I can understand a varsity jacket. That shit had to be super fire. But the most, I don't even know the most I spent. Like it's got to be a jacket or something.
So I would, for me, it has to be a suit. It has to be a suit.
Oh, suit
like
too could be expensive. Yeah.
And I don't know. Maybe I spent $1,000 or $2,000.
Oh, that's an expensive suit.
Maybe 2,500. If I mean, I don't remember, but it's somewhere in there.
Oh wow,
somewhere over 1,000 and around 2,500. And
well, for a nice outfit that you get a lot of like.
Well, yeah. It might have been a tuxedo or, something like that, I get a lot of use out of my business suits too. I wear them all the time for the show and stuff, but and I don't even get the highest level shit. Like I get, I could, if I wanted to, I could go to like Brooks Brothers or something, but I got more like Express stuff.
No.
But it would be something like that. It would be something like that. But I don't like to spend a lot of money on clothes in general. I like having a lot of business clothes, a lot of jackets, a lot of button down shits. But if I'm being honest with you, a lot of my button downs and shit are cheap ass fucking like Amazon.
Some regular shit.
Even some of my jackets are Amazon jackets.
Some of them they work just as well.
Yes, yeah, totally, 100%. Chicken Warrior, thank you for the $5. Also, Kyle, what you said about Erica Kirk was very poignant. Also, it's hard to describe, but there's something off-putting about her. Yeah, like that's the thing. Everybody's getting mad at me. Like, bro, I'm literally just saying the shit that everybody's fucking saying.
Thinking, yeah.
Scroll through social media. It's not just me. It's a lot of left-wingers. And, bro, low-key, it's a lot of right-wingers.
Yeah.
Who are going, I don't know, man. This shit is kind of fishy. Like, what's going on here? So it's just funny that the point is they had to make an example of me because their goal of putting her like outside of criticism failed. You can't have her as the head of TPUSA and say you're not allowed to fucking criticize her. That's insane. It's literally a political organization doing political shit.
Yeah. They're making it like you can't say anything on this guy that,
Exactly. And I'm not going to play by those bullshit fucking rules. It's not going to fucking happen. It's not going to happen, Thanks,
Chicken Warrior. All right, we'll roll through some of the.
Shout out to Richard Backus. Thanks for the $5. Kyle is a Christian who grew up in the black church. You give them way too much credit. They have the same issues as any church, also very anti-LGBT. Yeah, that's probably true. I think I'm biased in this sense that, and Crystal used to go to a black church, actually. She said they're just like so charismatic. The preachers are so charismatic. They make religion fun.
Yeah, the songs that they sing in churches, oh, God, those are bangers.
The preacher giving like a dope-ass speech about some shit. Like, I was actually fortunate that I grew up Catholic. My mom raised me Catholic, and I did communion and confirmation and all that stuff. But like going to Catholic church every week was the most boring shit ever. It's just some white dude standing there going, and in the homily from Paul to Peter, they said on 17.
Yeah, I'll fall asleep in that bitch.
OD. But from what I've seen of black churches, it's more like the charisma comes out. They tell you an actual story and like try to connect it to some shit. So I guess that's the thing that sort of throws me a little bit where I'm like, if I was raised in that scenario, I might still be Christian. I might actually just because like it's fun. I want to be part of that fun shit,
Yeah.
To your point, I'm sure there's a whole bunch of problems. To me, I just think of evangelical fundamentalism. That's the like most negative connotation I have. So like those crazy Christian fundamentalists who believe in the rapture.
Yeah.
They're the worst of the worst. So that's why I save most of my ire for them.
What was that? Well, there was like someone could pray the gay away or some shit. Wasn't that like a black pastor or something like that?
Oh, there was a black.
He's like, I ain't gay no more.
That was a black church goer. Yeah, who did this whole like.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Did this shit and was like, I ain't gay no more. I don't like men's no more. Shout out AC Poll. Thanks for the $10.
Thanks,
Kyle,
Poll.
I know you may not like this, but I just want to ask, after John's recent show and Jen going full MTG Tucker apologist and appraising J6ers, you think you could at age, or I think it's supposed to say stage an intervention because this is bad. I mean, shit. I don't know, man. I'm not a magician. I'm not a magician. Did you see the Jon Stewart thing? I did a segment on it. If you haven't watched it, you should watch it. Jon Stewart.
We already sat down with the New York Times guys.
Yeah, New Yorker interview. He had bad comments on Rogan.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah,
and he also had bad comments on the Saudi Arabia shit.
Uh-huh.
Where he like refused to criticize the comics for taking the Saudi Arabia money.
Oh, really?
So yeah, it was the first time I was like, damn, bro, like your commentary is sort of outdated. Like you're sort of stuck in 2018 type shit. Like you haven't really kept up. So that was a letdown. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know John, and I'm not really that close with the Young Turks anymore. So I'm in no position to like actually stage an intervention and try to.
Yeah, Jank, I feel like has just gone on the crazy wagon. Like I feel like he's kind of just went like just full crazy on like
I mean,
takes and the
he
way he.
still has some of the things he still has. Some of the old school jank, like, fucking money in politics and all that stuff. Some of that, yes. But yes, there is also more of like a,
I
like
feel
he's
like there's
trying,
a theatric shit with him now. Like
and he's trying to do a little bit of the centristy shit of like horseshoe theory. Like, oh, look, we can work with Tucker Carlson and fucking, MTG or whatever. And it's just like,
nah.
you really can't. Like, you really can't. They're fucking terrible, right? And if they're right on something, they're right fucking by accident, and they won't go all the way and criticize Trump, and they don't really fucking mean it, right? So it's just one of those things where, as he's gotten a little more centristy in both sides, I've gone the other direction. And so it is what it is. What are you going to do?
Thanks, AOC.
Jerry, thanks for the $5 again, bro. Corin, have you tried doing jiu-jitsu classes with your wife, or is the sport not really your thing? Tournaments could be a cool YouTube video to upload.
It's not really my thing. But there, like, we had a couple of the jiu-jitsu people over at our house the other day, and like a couple of the moms that I didn't expect would try it have tried it, and they're actually like speaking very highly of it, and they really enjoy it. So I said there was a couple of the dads that I know, and I was like, if he tries that shit, I'll try that shit. And just this week, Molly's gym is closed. There was like a incident that happened that the gym is closed, and so like she's doing a competition on Sunday, and I told her like I'd be a training partner of hers for the week because I feel like I'd be a good partner for her because I have a little bit of strength. I'm a little bit taller, so it'd be like a good, and I don't really know too much, so I'd be comparable to probably like another woman who's like good. So I might train with her this week. So maybe I'll put some videos up. But if I do ever get into it, I would document that shit because it's a cool sport, and everyone who does it does speak highly of it and loves that shit. But I just like I'm too far removed from like getting knee in my fucking rib.
But also, you like wrestling with your wife. I don't know. If I was wrestling with my wife, eventually that shit would turn sexual as fuck.
1,000%. Yeah,
it wouldn't be like, oh, I got you in a headlock. It'd be like, oh, did you just touch there? Like it would be, it would evolve into some shit. So yeah, I would be careful if you're wrestling and recording that.
I mean, it definitely will, but like, I mean, like, I'm gonna try and help her as much as I can until it leads to that part.
It'll be interesting to see if you get into jiu-jitsu because I know your brother likes it. Yeah, I know Molly likes it. I'd be interested to know if you get into it. But in my mind, I always feel like you still have another good gym run in you where I feel like you'll get back on your diet shit and then you'll get in the habit of going to the gym like fucking 3 or 4 times a week. And like once you start going, you won't break that shit at all. And then all of a sudden you'll be back on I'm trying to get my 6-pack. I'm trying to fucking get my upper body beefy a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that. I feel like that's in you and just waiting to come out at some point, Yeah,
I appreciate that. Yeah, I feel like I liked CrossFit and I liked the gym just because it was like me versus me type of shit. And I can just do to the extent and push myself to where I can push myself. Jiu-jitsu is like there's another person there that can actually just choke you the fuck out. So if I'm on some lazy shit like that's gonna get fucking highlighted really fast. But maybe.
Yeah. I know a lot of people, you got to be careful with CrossFit. I know a lot of people who hurt themselves. Crystal fucked her back up when she did that. And I know somebody else who needs surgeries and shit because it's very
there's a lot of fast-paced, like high movements,
right?
Like high weights. I always did it to the point where it's like I didn't do too much weight. Like I never pushed myself so much where I felt I would injure myself. When you're starting to like go great, like heavy with it and like really get into it, that's when you can really fuck it up.
Totally. Yeah, totally.
Taco face fart.
Taco face fart. Thanks for the $5. Kyle is 1 tier below Miss Rachel in the wholesome department. That is amazing. I would say I'm like 20 tiers below her in the wholesome department, but I appreciate that.
Rachel, she's a beast, bro. I respect her for speaking out on her fucking topics and shit.
So amazing. She's so great.
Yeah.
Razor, thanks for the $5. Fan of yours since 2014. Kyle, love your work. Being gay, sometimes I do get a little butthurt at using gay to attack bad people. Shit, but I know you mean well. Well, yeah, and Razor, like, first of all, let's be clear. We fucking love gay people. We love gay people. We love trans people. We love the community and we respect the fuck out of you. It's sort of like it actually, I'm going to cite something kind of funny here, but it's true. There was an old South Park episode. Do you remember this, Corin? And in the whole point of the South Park episode was to say, it was like, there was like this biker gang and they would be on their bikes and they would make the noise with their mouth like,
oh yeah, dude.
And in that episode, the kids would call those bikers fags. And so at some point, people were like, well, stop saying you're anti-gay. This is wrong. And he's like, no, dude, I'm not saying they're gay. I'm saying they're facts. And that like played out a bunch of times where they kept repeating it. Like, no, I'm not saying they're gay. I'm not saying they're like homosexual. I'm saying they're facts. And it's like, there was like a separation of
the words,
the words there where there's different connotations to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's where it comes from. And the other thing is like, when I use some of that sort of terminology too, I'm literally referring to like Rogan trying to please Elon Musk. And what's a good way of saying, oh, he's bending over backwards to try to please Elon Musk? Well, he's blowing him, right? Yeah. Like you just go right, he's blowing him. And so that's not anti-gay. It's just saying like if one person's really trying over the top to please another person, you might suck their dick, right? And so that's where it comes from. So anyway,
he's got love for everybody.
Yeah, I feel like this shit is sort of obvious, but like, yeah, we're unhinged, bro. I hope everybody understands that. Like, we are committed to being unhinged. And so, if you don't like it, God bless. But a lot of people fucking like it, and I think I understand why they like it because we can't afford anymore to be so like buttoned up and proper. And when they go low, we go high because we saw what that led to, dog. And like, fucking Trump is still there. So we gotta fight fire with fire. It is what it is.
Facts. Thanks, Razor.
Thank you, Soul 74098. Thank you for the $10. In old Corin and Kyle episodes, I recall the time Corin said that he uses 2 Q-tips at the same time to clean his ears. Then Kyle saying, that's genius. I also use 2 Q-tips at the same time.
I do.
Yeah, I never,
It's a game changer, man. Like, it's like you're pleasuring both of your ears at the same time. Like, why is your right ear going to get pleasured first before your left ear? Like, just do them both at the same time. But I feel like I remember my grandma saying at one time that it was bad to like put 2 Q-tips. I feel like Dr. Oz once said some shit about putting 2 Q-tips in your ear. So like she watched Dr. Oz and told me that it was like bad to do that shit. But no,
Oh, you muted yourself, bro.
Oh,
there you go. You're back.
I used to do the Q-tip brand, but I went to the store, Ocean Discount, like some shit, and they had this other Q-tip where the stick is a lot like thicker and firm, so it like doesn't bend in your ear, and it's just so much better.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, like it's a lot better, like because Q-tip is like one of those Kleenex shits. Q-tip, I think, is the brand. There's probably something else called for like the ear cleaning shit, right?
No, that's Q-tip. I mean, or cotton swab, I guess you could say. No,
I think the brand is called. I think the brand is Q-tip in the blue box.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, it's a different brand and it's got a harder thing. But yeah, I 100% definitely said I do 2 Q-tips at the same time. So shout out to you if you do that too.
I do one because there's 2 different sides that have the cotton shit on it. So I use one.
I'll use 2 Q-tips.
Okay. So you just don't care. Okay.
So you flip it and you use the other.
I got you.
Yeah, only one side of my Q-tips probably get used the whole time.
Okay, I got you.
but shout out to you because you're saving more Q-tips.
Soul, you fucking cracked the code, bro. You cracked the code. Thank you. Doesn't matter who cares.
Thanks,
$20.
Really nice.
Kyle, the problem with splitting the country up is they would immediately be on some living space type shit. Yeah, like that's the other. To your point, we would need to be ready for war because you know how they are. They're fucking crazy. They're like the crazy ex. Right. And like the second you break up with them, they're trying to fucking ruin your life and slash your fucking tires. And so we got to have a fucking military ready to go. We got to have tanks and fucking guns and everything. We got to have air defenses. And
that's going to be wild. I hope it doesn't get to that point. That'd be
want to talk about building a wall? You got to build a fucking wall from blocking the blue states from the red states. That's what you got to do.
Yeah. That would be nuts.
Yeah, they're fucking crazy. They're insane.
Thanks. Doesn't matter.
Thank you, Slow X Max or Mox Panda. Thanks for the $5. How much flack do you think Führer 47 gets for starving tens of millions of families off SNAP over the holidays? It depends what you mean, how much flack. From internally, from within the regime, none. They all fucking love it, and they are demons, and they don't care. Among the voting population, a lot. And I just saw more polling. People are blaming Trump and Republicans for the shutdown still. No, they're not blaming Democrats. Way more people are blaming Republicans.
Good.
So, yeah, he's going to get a lot. And I think, that's why his approval rating is 37% right now. A new poll just came out, 37%. And it can go lower. And it's going to if they fucking keep this up, But thanks for the $5, bro. Appreciate that. Jerry Mendez says $5. Thank you for the $5. Kyle, remember when you used to win over right-wingers in 2020? You getting ratioed by Magaloons was impossible. Where did that Kyle go? Yeah, but here's the thing, dude. I was too kind. Like, that shit didn't work, dog. Like, that's why I am how I am now.
You're probably still winning over right-wingers.
Yeah, I'm probably weighing over the same amount I did now as I used to, or maybe even more now.
Yeah.
But I'm also getting the ire of the right more. Like I was operating under the false assumption that like I believed in persuasion and argument more than I should have, and I really was optimistic to the point where I felt like, we could win fucking 30% of these fuckers back to our side. And so it was a very like empathetic hand holding approach. And think about me going on Rogan and making the arguments to him and him fucking coming along. But then what ended up happening is if you're not forceful, if you're not aggressive, if you're not clear, your shit could be misinterpreted. And then they could go right back to the right like that. Right. And so what I noticed is the right is more successful by being relentless. They are more successful by being relentless on their talking points.
Yeah, ruthless.
So that's what I do now. I'm ruthless. I'm relentless on my talking points. And yes, I could win people back. But to your point, I wear it as a badge of pride that there's a lot of MAGA people who are viciously coming after me. Somebody commented in my video today. They were like, I've seen what makes you cheer, so I'm happy I make you boo. Because, yeah, the things that make you cheer are like alligator Alcatraz. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like that makes you cheer. So if that's making you cheer, then yes, I'm happy. I'm proud that I make you boo. Boo me more. Like I welcome your hatred, like FDR said about the economic royalists, the people on Wall Street. And so, yeah, man, like my lesson from this last election was you got to tell the truth. You got to be relentless. You got to be ruthless, and you got to let the chips fall where they may. And that's what we're doing now. And so is there a place in the movement still for people who want to be a little more hand-holdy? Yeah, some people can do that. Fine. God bless. But I think my strategy is better. And I think that's what we need now is people to knuckle up and metaphorically fight to the point where it's like, we don't accept no for an answer. And so maybe we'll get more people that way than we will by like holding their hands and singing Kumbaya and dragging them slowly. Because oftentimes what ends up happening is sometimes you end up making them go even further right wing, right? Yeah. Like you validate some of their bullshit, make them feel okay about having these hideous beliefs. No, it's not okay. It's not okay.
Facts. All right, here we go.
Awesomely Curious, thanks for the $10 again. Hi again. I've moved on to making flyers, social media, and reaching out to leftist organizations, working on a website. I'll share the link later. The empire ends with us. Much love from Chicago. Thank you, Awesomely Curious.
Thanks,
and Curious. Good luck with all of that. That sounds awesome.
Facts.
Matthew Fuller, thanks for the $5, bro. I'm the same age as you guys, but you seem more hip hop and I was more rock. I'm curious, any rock bands that you liked back in the 90s, early 2000s? I can say for sure. Well, first of all, I'm going to pull up my my iTunes here for a second.
Yeah.
But right off the top of my head, I could say for sure, I fucked with Fuel. I liked Hemorrhage.
I don't even know. Oh, maybe if I heard it. I don't know.
Fuel. Just where you lay down.
No, I don't know that
Drag
shit.
the waters till the depths give up their dead.
What did you
expect to find?
No.
You don't know that? Hold on, I'll play it for you. Well, actually, we'll get copyrighted, so I won't play it for you. But Fuel, Hemorrhage.
Okay, I'm gonna listen to that one after.
That's a banger. As I scroll through,
I feel like there's songs I just don't know. I wasn't not a rock guy. If there was definitely rock songs I like. I just can't think of them off the top of my head.
Yeah, a lot of like I feel like alternative rock was more the shit that we liked more. Like there was a bunch of alternative rock songs that popped off.
It wasn't like heavy rock type of shit.
Yeah, and those are the ones that I like. So yeah, to your point, Corin, I do feel like a lot of it. And by the way, I'm like 100 songs deep, and I haven't seen a single fucking rock song yet.
Yeah.
I got a lot of hip hop, a lot of R&B, a lot of pop. But every now and then there'll be like a single song from a single band or artist that I fucking love that'll make it in here. The Fray, I have a song from The Fray in here.
I remember The Fray. They were How to Save a Life. But that's not like, that's alternative rock, I feel like maybe.
Exactly. It's alternative rock.
I
actually have a Nickelback song in here.
Nickelback bangs?
Someday it's called. Nickelback song.
Yeah.
I'm still scrolling, dog.
Rock shit. I definitely we'll get down on some rock.
Here's a pretty rocky rock song. It's called Stitches by the group Orgy. That used to be on TRL when I was a kid, and I liked that song. So I added that. That's pretty rock.
Sounds familiar, yeah.
I got a couple ZZ Top songs in here. That's like old school. I probably have them in here because of my dad.
Yeah.
I heard them from him, and then I have a Tame Impala song. Feels like we only got last night, baby. Every part of me says go ahead. Zed, Clarity, that's not really rock. Blues Traveler.
Blues Traveler was a good one, but that's not rock.
That's not rock either. That's,
All right, let's move on. There's
Empire of the Sun, Walking on a Dream.
That's maybe no. I feel like those are not rock.
Chevelle the Red, that's rock. Good
Dave
Charlotte, I Don't Want to Be in Love. Puddle of Mud, Blurry.
That sounds like a rock song.
Yeah. So these are some of the rock songs in my phone. I hope that answers your question, bro. Anyway, Upset, thanks for the $5. As a crossbody bag propagandist, this is what I'm rocking: the North Face Jester Lumbar Pack Green combo. That sounds pretty cool. Okay. North Face Jester Lumbar Pack Green combo.
Yeah. All right. I'm still not on the crossbody bag yet, but we'll get there. Oh, are you looking it up?
I am trying to look it up. Yeah. Oh, is he talking about the
the crossbody shit.
Yeah, I see it. It almost looks like the one that goes around your waist. What's that called again?
Fanny pack?
Fanny pack. It almost looks like a fanny pack to me. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think I know what those are.
Yeah. Anyway, that's masculine now, bro. Rock it. Do your thing, bro. Ethan, thanks for the $10, man. Brett Favre reminded me, have you seen Francesca Hong for governor? She's a DSA member and polling #1 in Wisconsin. Cheers from Green Bay. I did not see that, but a DSA person polling #1 is phenomenal in my book. So
what's DSA?
Democratic Socialists of America.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's cool.
Shout out to Francesca Hong and shout out to you, Ethan. That's great.
For governor, she's polling.
I'll be seeing more about her soon. Yeah.
Oh,
well, they don't have a race tomorrow, but running involved now, I guess, for whatever the race is.
That's what's up.
Yeah, good stuff. Tariq Abdallah, thanks for the $10. Yo, joke. If Crystal became a neo-Nazi, what would her name be? Crystal knocked ball. All right, I'm out. That makes sense, actually. Crystal knocked. That's the Night of Long Knives. When the Nazis fucking killed a bunch of people. Yeah, so it makes sense.
Yeah, good jokes. Thanks,
AZ Poll, $5. Thank you for that. The danger of Fuentes Tucker is that now this start to conflate being an actual Nazi as anti-Israel and therefore being based. That's very bad. Yes, and this is a point I've been trying to make, but perhaps you just made it better than I've been making it. The point I made is this. So you got Shapiro and Mark Levin and those people are arguing that, hey, man, Tucker and Nick Fuentes are beyond the pale. And Fuentes in particular loves fucking Hitler, and that disqualifies him. I actually totally agree with them on that. But here's the problem. The reverse of that is true also when Tucker and Nick Fuentes say, you, Ben Shapiro, and Mark Levin are beyond the pale because you, even at this late date, after all of the murders of innocent people, you say send more money and more weapons to Israel and support them no matter what the fuck they do. And so they're both wrong and bad. And so my take on it is they're both sort of beyond the pale. Like, fuck both of them. And so, who was it? Mark Levin said Fuentes should be canceled. Like, let's actually cancel these people. And my reaction is like, all of you should be fucking canceled. Mark Levin never met a war he didn't fucking love. He's still defending the Iraq war fucking 20 years out. Like, what are we talking about? So anyway, yeah, like, it's very bad that we don't want people to conflate. Like, if you're anti-Israel, you have to also be a Nazi. That's fucking crazy. No, being a Nazi is fucking horrible. Being an anti-Semite is fucking disgusting. But you can and should criticize Israel for what they're doing. So anyway.
Yeah.
There you have it.
Thanks, AC Pool.
All right, Paul OV, thanks for the $5. Hello, friends. Go Dodgers. Have y'all seen Rusty Buckets, the Stephen A. Smith Hater Manifesto? I think y'all would like it. I haven't watched it yet, but I will watch it because I know who Rusty Buckets is. Shout out to him. I also know he happens to be
on Stephen A.
He made a video on the Stephen A. Smith Hater Manifesto, but he's actually political too, and he's a lefty. He does all like basketball videos, but he's also a lefty. Yeah.
Oh, maybe I'll check that.
So shout out to him. He's the man. Shout out to Rusty Buckets.
Yeah, thanks.
Robe Life, thanks for the $5. Only thing missing from Kyle's costume was a boom box blasting Andy Gibbs shadow dancing. Yeah, I mean, I was rocking it. You look like you're rocking like a Hugh Hefner type shit now too, bro.
Yeah, and that thing.
Lifrium, thanks for the $8, bro. Kyle, what about using right-wing language style in arguments? Example, being pro-abortion is pro-life and upholding the rights of white people. I wouldn't use racialist arguments like that because I just don't like them. They never appeal to me to bring up race like that. But yeah, framing like a right-wing framing of an argument is something like, is it really America first to send $40 billion to fucking Argentina? No, it's not. And I do use that. Like, there are certain things I will use that sound sort of appealing in a broad sense to the right also. I use some of them, but the example you give, I wouldn't go that far because I just don't like racial arguments. But thank you for the $8, bro. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Lipram.
Thank you, A. Wright, for the $5. Do you think Erica Kirk was always a grifter or became a grifter when the opportunity presented itself and now she's in her single woman couch era? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I just know that I know what I see. And what I've seen is very disturbing and weird. And I'm not saying anything beyond that. I'm just saying it's disturbing and weird. And we're allowed to joke about it. We're allowed to meme about it. And don't let anybody fucking bully you out of doing that. Because these motherfuckers on the right have been way worse about way more shit. And so you're allowed to cut loose and joke online. You're allowed to do that. Thank you, Picks, for the $5. Blackout November 25th to December. No work, spending projects, no spending events, restaurants, buy local. Go fuck yourself, Donald J. Trump. Canada won't forget. DC is 51, not Canada. Crystal ball rocks. All right. Well, thank you for all that. We appreciate that.
Thanks, Picks.
Red Bliss, thank you for the $10. I'm definitely more of a winter guy. I'll wear a short sleeve shirt and shorts in mid-40s weather, but I live in arid Colorado. Okay, that makes sense. Totally different field than the East Coast. Chicago, mid-December, no.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's interesting. Yeah, it's about the, humid air versus dry air. Like, it's weird what happens with temperature when you get rid of humidity or you add a lot of it. It changes
in Colorado, everything. It could be mid-40, like, and then 10 minutes later, it could be 70 or some shit like that. But
yeah, that's wild.
Yeah,
that's wild.
Shout out to you. Thank you, bro. Molly's dad in the building.
Molly's dad, thank you for the $10. If it wasn't for your mother-in-law, your wife would never have had Halloween. In my day, they did rotten eggs. I got hit with one trick-or-treating when I was 10. I hate Halloween. Thanks, Emma.
I mean, something traumatizing can throw off your whole like swag, I don't know. I'm a fan of Halloween. I like seeing the kids have fun, get candies, and wilding out.
My controversial take about holidays in general is I've never been big on the holiday season just because I don't like the time of year, just because I love the spring and I love the summer. And as soon as you get me in the fall and the winter, all of a sudden I'm like, fuck everything. And so even around like Christmas,
so Halloween should be in the summertime and you'd be good with it?
I'd be better with it. Yes. And but I know it doesn't, like, we've linked it with fall in our brain, so it wouldn't make sense. It would feel weird in the summer, but like even around Christmas, everybody's so fucking happy around Christmas and all that stuff. And I'm just like, bro, can we please get out of winter? I hate winter so much. You know what I'm saying? And the real ones who will fucking agree with everything I'm saying is the people with seasonal affective disorder. Because I was watching some shit on this earlier. They say that like people have seasonal depression if they have a melatonin disorder and their brain produces more melatonin than other people. So basically think about it like all day, you're just fucking tired because you're not getting enough sunlight to wake you the fuck up. And that's what it's like for people who have it. And so I probably have a little bit of that shit because I've always felt like this around winter,
Yeah. Yeah. George, we're always trick-or-treating over here. So it's not going away. But that's to my point. People don't egg people anymore. People don't like toilet paper anymore. That shit needs to come back. Because that's a staple for Halloween.
Bro, don't give these bratty ass kids any fucking any tips, Edward, thank you for the $5. Kyle, can you react to Dave Smith saying Joe never invited you back to his podcast because your ideas and arguments weren't good enough? I mean, maybe Joe felt like that, and that's perfectly fucking fine.
I feel like you swayed him on a lot of shit.
There's some stuff I did, but I think the last time I was on, he was like in his DeSantis era where he was like kind of sucking off DeSantis.
Yeah.
And I was like, look, here's all the reasons why DeSantis sucks. And it definitely didn't land. It definitely hit like a brick wall. Right.
But you're right.
Of course I was right. I'm right about fucking everything.
Yeah.
And so, Dave Smith, Dave Smith did this long thing about me a while ago. I never even fucking watched it. I don't really care. I think we've had him on the show. I think I've like debated it before. I'm more than happy to discuss shit with him again. But, Dave Smith is, I don't know, man. He's kind of weird. Like he does this whole, like, I'm a principled libertarian thing. And then he says like Trump should be impeached, but then he randomly starts hopping back on the Trump train when it's fucking convenient and making right-wing arguments. I mean, he should be flipping out the most about Trump invading blue cities with the fucking military. He should be flipping out the most about ICE fucking cracking skulls of innocent people. This is like a dyed-in-the-wool libertarian issue. And I really don't see him out there much talking about this shit. So, I don't know. Me and Rogan, we had a genuinely organic fucking falling out. Nobody said shit to each other. I didn't text him. He didn't text me. It was like we got along until we didn't fucking get along. And then as soon as he started riding MAGA nuts, I was out there going, fuck this guy. He's fucking wrong. Right. But here's one thing that's for sure. If anybody thinks that I'm spurned because I wasn't invited back on or something like that, bro, anybody who knows me will tell you, Corin can fucking tell you. It got to the point where even if I was invited, I was like, do I really want to hop on a fucking plane? Do I really want to go? Anybody who knows me knows
that's a fact.
I don't fucking do appearances fucking anywhere for shit. I don't look forward to that. I don't look forward to coordinating with other people and going on shows or whatever. The first time or two, it was cool. And I really liked it because I was a fan of him at the time.
Yeah.
But as time went on, and the idea of like, you got to hop on a plane, you got to go to LA or you got to go to Austin, it became like a chore. And I wouldn't even want to go. After a while, people don't know this. I literally blocked him on my phone. when I started leaning into criticizing him a lot, I literally was like, at some point he's going to snap and text me some bitchy ass shit. I don't want to hear it. I blocked him. I blocked his number. Like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to fucking hear it. And so to his credit, he had never sent that to me, but now I won't know even if he does.
Shit, I think I would hit you up more like, yo, you going back on Rogan? And you're like, I don't care.
I
was more
I've always been like that.
Yeah.
So, you know, people can, like, Rogan tries to spin everything as, and he did this with Mark Maron, right? He was like, oh, Maron's got all these criticisms of me, but it's not actually about anything I've done. It's about the fact that he's a jealous loser, right? That's sort of the argument that Rogan made. And Mark Maron has been a difficult person to deal with, etc. But he was making substantive criticisms, and Rogan didn't address any of those shits about comedians selling out and comedians going right wing and being hack and being anti-trans for the fuck of it, right? And so Maron was right, and nobody rebutted it. By the same token, like, there's nothing Rogan can say about, oh, it was personal for Kyle. He just didn't like me personally. I actually really liked him personally. Like, he was a very cool guy behind the scenes. I have literally not a single beef. I've never made a personal attack against that man. All I've ever done is said, on policy and substance, you are actively hurting this country by making fucking young men go right wing and vote for their own fucking destruction and the country's demise and the looting and pillaging of a bunch of billionaires who you fucking give a hot stone massage to on your show, along with MAGA assholes.
Facts.
And so, yeah, that's my rant on that.
Light's been a real one. He's a fan of yours.
Thank you, Light, for the 179 schmagegans. We appreciate that. And shout out to you, man. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Fart Twain, thanks for the $10. Years ago, Ben Shapiro pearl clutched at a joke from Ethan Klein. He said when they both get sent back to the ovens, he hopes Ben goes first. Low-key vindicated after all this Fuentes stuff. You know, Crystal actually made a similar point about that earlier. Like, Ben Shapiro has been so right-wing, and he's fostered the hatred of, like, black people and immigrants and gay people and trans people. And, like, for some reason, he thought that, like, oh, if I open this door, there won't also be hatred of Jews. And it's like, bro, if you're telling everybody to hate black people and you're telling everybody to hate immigrants and you're telling everybody to hate gay people and trans people, all those same people also fucking hate Jews. And so eventually they were like, yeah, you pointed me in the direction of hate. I'm going all the way, bro. I also hate Jews now, you know? And so, like, he sort of put this on himself. He helped create the monster that's now devouring him. It's true.
Thanks, fat one.
Lizzie, thanks for the $5. Zoran's victory seems like a sure thing. Still vote, but my concern is that suppose if he goes back on his word, becomes another Kristen Cinema. It is. I mean, look, it is what it is, right? Like, it's always possible in politics that somebody fucking does that somebody pulls the old switcheroo on us and gets bad. But, like,
he doesn't seem like that type. I don't know.
But also, like, what are we supposed to do with that, right? Like, does that mean we never vote for anybody ever? We totally check out of the political system? Like, the fact of the matter is, with how much of a terrorist fucking death cult the Republicans are, people just gotta vote for the best Democrat. It's that simple, you know? So anyway, I hope he doesn't. I agree with Corin. I don't get that vibe from him. I just don't, but we'll see. Love you guys. Kyle's setting MAGA hair on fire. Thank you, Justin. Appreciate the $5, man. And yes, I am. It's kind of funny because, like I said, everybody's saying the same shit, but I'm the one that's taking all the heat. It's kind of interesting, isn't it? Greater Wisdom, thank you for the $5. Hello from Chicago. Fun fact, Illinois is one of the few states to recognize worker co-ops as a business entity. NBA hot takes and predictions. Love y'all. NBA hot takes and predictions. So I think in the East, we're going to be looking at New York as the favorite.
Hopefully.
I would say. But I think you're also going to see Chicago is surprising people. I think the Hawks.
Really?
No, I think the Pistons will surprise people.
Yeah,
the Pistons will surprise people.
Yeah, Pistons are going to be pretty solid. Toronto might be good too. Toronto's got a good roster. Like, teams that like gel well together, that have good chemistry, I think are going to do well. And Toronto, I think, is one of those teams.
Yeah, and shout out to Illinois. That's awesome for the worker co-ops thing. Thank you, bro. Tennis with Shane. Thanks for the $5, man. Ever think about doing shorts like TYT and Pac-Man? They get tons of views. I've had great results with them and can help you make a few if you're interested. I haven't really put much thought into it, to be honest. I haven't really put much thought into YouTube Shorts. It just seems like sort of a different beast. So I don't know. I'll consider it. But thank you for the offer. I appreciate that.
And I think
thank
like YouTube now like cuts up, or StreamYard or whatever, like cuts up videos itself into shorts.
Oh, that's interesting.
I try to do some shorts though. Like Molly says, it's good to like switch it up, and it's just like quick hitters. Sometimes
we've had good moments on the podcast that could make some good ass shorts.
Yeah,
too.
100%. Yeah, I gotta cut some up. Thanks, Tennis with Shane.
Thank you, Anonymous, for the $5. Kyle, did you hear about Hassan Piker going Emperor Palpatine on his dog last month? Unsure if that ever came around to your timeline, LOL. If you're talking about the shock thing, I have seen it. And as I said on the last podcast, I don't think he actually shocked the dog. I think it became like an anti-Hassan hate mob.
Yeah, you had a whole thing.
Sam O, thanks for the $5, bro. Hey, fellas, have both of you seen The Bear or Shogun on Hulu, as well as Star Wars Andor on Disney+? They are all great shows. I've seen the first season of The Bear was amazing, and I loved it.
Yeah,
the second season fell the fuck off. It fell off. It wasn't the greatest thing ever to like, what the fuck is this?
Yep.
It got really artsy and weird and bad. Shogun I have not seen. And Andor, me and Crystal started watching, but we had stopped. But it was good what we had seen, so we'll probably go back to Andor. But yeah. Shogun, maybe I'll take a look at Shogun too. I haven't heard that.
I haven't seen Shogun or Star Wars. But The Bear, same thing as Kyle. I watched the first season. I think I watched the second season.
Dope as fuck, the second season.
I stopped watching.
I mean, the first season.
Yeah, first season was super dope. I like the actor, that guy.
Yeah, he's cool. He's cool. I like that guy.
Apparently, the Springsteen movie like flopped and didn't do well.
I didn't even know there was a Springsteen movie.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, thanks, Samo.
Kander Uden, thank you for the $5. One of 3 YouTubers you covered on a segment recently got fired from Amazon for inciting violence because of his video on Charlie Kirk.
Wow.
Crazy. See, this is what I'm saying, bro.
I doubt if it was because of the video. Amazon laid off mad people.
Yeah, but I mean, the right truly, like, they're literally taking down people's names if they made jokes about the Charlie Kirk thing. They're taking down their names and trying to get them fired. Like, there was a whole fucking movement. The vice president said you should do that. So it's like these people, they're such fucking hypocrites because they spent fucking years saying free speech and we get to say what we want. And now it's like, no, you should get fired if you say something I don't like, It's
horrible. Thanks, Kander. We're almost towards the end.
Shane O'Sullivan, thank you for the $10, bro. Sup, guys? Stopped drinking, smoking, and started hitting seltzer pretty hard for the first time. Loving vanilla polar. What's your favorite seltzer? Guys, I know it's boring as fuck. I know it's kind of pathetic, but I'll say it. Everybody knows it. I'm an original seltzer guy. I don't like any flavor because to me, the whole point is to replace water. Mm-hmm. And so if I'm replacing water, I don't want any I don't want orange. I don't want fucking strawberry. I don't want anything in there. Yeah. And so I just want the bubbles. I want cold seltzer with bubbles. So I'm an original guy. But if I had to pick a flavor, I would say like a black cherry type shit.
I was just going to say that. I haven't tried the vanilla. I don't know if I want to mix vanilla with my seltzer, but black cherry is very good. Black cherry, you can't go wrong.
And I want a faint taste in my seltzer. If I'm going to get a flavor, I want it to be faint. I don't want it to be like a soda. You know what I'm saying? And so that's a big point.
I've been trying to go lemon. But the lemon lately has been starting to taste too artificial. So
I got you.
It's not that faint lemon taste. And also I bought this one time, this Howell's, but it comes in this bottle, this can, the long shit. So every time I drink it out in public, people think I'm having like one of those hard seltzers.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
So I don't really like that they put it in that can. So I might have to switch away from them. But black cherry, yes.
Shane, what you're doing is great for your health. I'm telling you, if there's one health tip I can give you that actually will change your fucking life, stop drinking soda. Stop completely. If you're going to have a soda, make it a 0 sugar, 0 caffeine soda. Okay.
I have too much soda.
And by the way, I've been having Fresca today because we ran out of seltzers, but this is 0 caffeine, 0 sugar. So I don't feel as bad having it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But basically make it so you cut out soda completely and just drink seltzer all day, and your health will get people who don't do that and they go to that, you're going to lose like 5 pounds just from not drinking sugary ass sodas anymore.
I know.
And so I'm telling you, it'll change your life. You'll feel a lot better. No more crashes in your mood and shit. So that's my Kyle tip. Cut out soda. Just have seltzer. Every now and then allow yourself a 0 caffeine, 0 sugar soda is fine. Maybe once a week or whatever the fuck. But stick to seltzer. You'll be feeling great.
Yeah, facts. Good for you though, Shane. Thank you, bro.
Jorgensen, thanks for the $5. I went and read the MAGA dating report you mentioned last week. The fact that 1/4 of the population sees themselves as one with Trump is crazy cult shit. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, people are yelling at me for being hard on these people, but you know what? It's about fucking time somebody was hard on these people. This is out of hand. This is ridiculous. We're literally in like an abusive relationship with a gaslighting fucking violent partner, and we all have to walk on eggshells and pretend like they're not fucking insane. No, I'm going to say they're insane because they're insane.
Facts. Thanks, Jordan.
Bogey the Kaizen Dragon, awesome name. Thank you for the $5. If everyone who participated in the No Kings did a general strike, do you think you could force a presidential resignation? How long would it take? That's a great question. I genuinely don't know the answer to that. I do know that if 7 million people randomly decided we're not going to show up to work, that would have tremendous consequences. Even if you had fewer people than that, but it was all in one specific industry. Imagine if all the truck drivers said none of us are fucking going, and only the truck drivers stopped. That alone would totally ground the economy to a halt. And so they could force some real fucking changes. Yep. So, yeah, I mean, people have the power. That's the thing, is like, people don't realize we actually have the power. It's just a matter of, can we be organized and can we use it? Right. Yep. And so to this point, we haven't really been organized enough. We haven't used it properly, but there may come a time where like that needs to be done. And a general strike is a way to do it. So yes, 7 million people, that would make a huge difference, but even fewer people than that targeted in the right places, it could make a giant difference. So I don't know if we could force a presidential resignation. We could certainly force some shit from that.
Facts.
Thank you, Cliff Booth. Thanks for the $5. Did you see Rogan's episode with Katie Sackhoff last week? She goes in depth on children's cancer legislation being slashed by Elon. He didn't retain a word. Oh my God, bro.
Yeah, not surprising.
Yeah, he's so like, you can't do that and then have on Elon and fucking play patty cakes with him. What a piece of shit. What a fucking piece of shit.
I haven't seen any of his shit.
Drew Zimmerman, thank you for the $10. Voted Obama twice, wrote Bernie twice, voted Stein last election. I want Rogan to run as an independent in 2028. Sorry, Kyle. I won't vote D or R again. Voted Obama twice, voted Bernie twice, voted Stein last election. I want Rogan to run. Why Rogan? Why Rogan? He doesn't believe in any of the shit Bernie or Jill Stein believes in. He's like a fucking enlightened centrist goofball.
Yeah, I don't know. Back to like, just vote Democrat, man.
You just seem confused. I'll just say that. You seem genuinely confused, because that is like, you're all over the map with those shits, you know? John Barlick, thanks for the $5. My mom's hospital got called by ICE trying to look to see if they have immigrants. It's crazy. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my God, bro. That is so crazy.
Hopefully she hung up the phone and fucking said fuck off.
Shout out to Jay. Thanks for the $5. Thick ass Godzilla in the picture. Corin, I know you guys said you didn't like Steak and Shake, but you got to try their Frisco melt, and the tallow fries are actually really good. Trust. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. No,
I don't even know where a Steak and Shake is. You know what I want to try?
I don't know where they are either.
Arby's has a commercial for these. It's like steak cubes or some shit that actually looks banging. But I don't have an Arby's by me. But
if you got one by us, maybe I'll try that shit.
Try that. Let me know. It's like a steak. They got like steak cubes, and in the commercial, the shits look like moist and banging and chewy. And it's tempting me to go drive to the closest Arby's.
There's one by us. I'll try them and let you know.
Try that shit. Let me know. And it's steak, so it's just healthy meat.
Slow Mox Panda, thanks for the $5. I'm disabled at 14, forced on $12,000 a year income, and am dying faster from poverty stress than MS, seizures, and much more. I get punished for making over $200 a month. Jesus Christ, man. That's so crazy. I'm sorry, bro. I'm really sorry to hear that. And I'm really sorry that we live in a fucking society that, you know, the government decides to cut your fucking, you know, disability benefits and stuff like that. It's just crazy. So, I mean.
Yeah, it's nutty.
Yeah, that's crazy. I wish you the best, bro. And I hope that this sounds crazy, but I know that CBD for some people has anti-seizure properties. So you might want to pick up some of that. Maybe that'll help out with some of the symptoms. But good luck, bro. I'm sorry to hear that. Tomo, thanks for the $10. Wine mom from New York City. After mailing their ballots, my husband and daughter got cure letters saying the signatures didn't match. Never happened before. I just hope nothing weird is going on.
Uh-oh.
Bro, you want to talk about a YouTube short? Make this a fucking YouTube short. So we're already seeing evidence that they're fucking tampering with this shit in New York City. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It sounds like the Cuomo campaign is fucking, or somebody associated with them is doing the whole, like, I object to this, you know?
Yeah, they're going to push back either way. Hopefully hopefully he wins in a landslide.
Slow Mox Panda, thanks again for the $5. Part 2. So I get why prison is appealing to the bottom 20% when $40K a year taxpayer money per inmate goes to cover all their needs, and they get money for work too. I mean, yeah, there's stories of people in the hood that'll like commit a crime so they can go to jail so they can get their fucking like teeth fixed, their dentistry done and shit.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was saying earlier. It looked like they had some fresh Nikes on and full sweatsuits and jackets. Like,
yeah, that's at the Club Fed prison. That's the fucking, the Diddy shit.
Oh, like the higher end spots.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like pretty cozy over there where he was chilling.
Fargonaut, thanks for the $5, bro. My dad had a red t-shirt like yours too. Just wanted to point that out. Pretty cool.
Shout out to the red shirt gang.
Rachel Atwood, thank you for the $5. Big trend I'm seeing in Congress, in congressional candidates for next year. Youngish, rural, coded white men. Plattner is just one of many. What does this mean? I think what you're seeing is, millennials finally going, okay, I guess I got to fucking take the reins, and that's what it is. I think it's young, rural coded white men. But I'll tell you what, that's actually a little bit of a cheat code to getting lefties elected, because unfortunately, people are so fucking bigoted that like they'll give you a pass for a lot of shit if you just look like a white bro, And so Plattner, he gets a pass for a lot of shit because he just looks like a white bro. And so, in a sense, you can almost get away with leaning more into being a lefty and leaning more into defending minority communities because you have this like rural white bro type pass. You know what I'm saying? So it's sort of fucked up to minority communities and to women, but it's true that I feel like there's a little bit of a, okay, more from that. It's like how Biden can get away with saying some shit that's like some woke shit because like he's just an old white guy.
That's what I'm saying. That's like how grandparents get away with saying some like racist
totally
shit. Like
it's the same.
like,
it's the same thing. Yeah. Like, well, that's grandma.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
if a white guy says like, I think workers should own the means of production, they go, okay, you want workers to have power. But if a black guy or a woman says workers should own the means of production, they go, oh my God, you fucking communist, Yep. So they kind of get away with shit.
Just wanted to shout George out. You are very smart, George. We appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you, bro. Appreciate you. Kyle,
his high school class was 52. I don't even know what the math on that shit is.
Yeah, that's crazy. Will Bosch, thanks for the $10. Kyle, I would like to nominate you for YouTube Video Title of the Year for your video on Tucker Carlson and Nick Fuentes last week. Incredible, much love. Thank you, Will. I appreciate that.
The one that, the jerk off.
It's funny. Yeah, it's a suck and fuck one. But like, it's funny because when I do the titles, it's always like sometimes they come quickly, sometimes they don't. Yeah. But like, you got to keep raising the stakes when it comes to like creating.
You're good on. Yeah.
And so I'll think of some shit and type it down. I'll delete it. I'll come up with something else and I'll run it by Crystal. What do you think of this? And if I get a genuine laugh out of her, I know like we got one.
Yeah, I saw that one and laughed. So that was a good title. You did a good job with that one. Thank you, Will.
Kyle, I've been a huge fan since 2017. You're the reason I voted Bernie in 2020. Tennessee primary. Really glad you're becoming unstoppable in media world. Thank you, Casey. I appreciate that. And it's nice. Tide. It's nice to see people who understand what we're doing and how we're fighting. Because whenever people don't get it, it kind of makes me go, really? You don't see it? No, Trump fucking talking about Arnold Palmer's cock and winning, and now I'm not allowed to be an asshole too? Like, no, we kind of have to be in this media environment, if you haven't noticed.
Yep.
Right? Who's going to get their message out there if they're fucking boring as shit? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Jacob, thanks for the $5. Trump is now banning states from removing medical debt from credit reports. Trump is evil. That's exactly right. We covered that on, I believe, our Friday show, either this one, the last one, or the one before that. That's what they do. They also, the overdraft fees, they brought them back and made them higher. So it used to be, Biden cracked down on those overdraft fees. Trump brought them back. So just fucking terrible. Rachel Atwood, thanks again for the $5. Hey, Kyle, my buddy Curtis Daly at Turn Left UK is low-key your mini-me protege. He'd be so overjoyed if you had him on KKF to talk UK news and stuff. Well, I can promise nothing in this moment, but I will look up
Curtis Daly.
Curtis Daly at Turn Left UK. So let me type that up. Hold on.
Do we care about UK news and stuff?
Curtis Daly at Turn Left UK. I'll take a look at him. Do I care about UK stuff? Yeah, I kind of care. I'm kind of interested in what's going on over there, I'd say, for sure.
Appreciate you, Rachel.
Mayor of Ohio, thank you for the $5. Just got out of Bulgonia, and oh my fucking God, y'all. Gotta go see it. It's peak. Y'all would really fuck with it. It's so goofy. Stavi is in it too. Oh yeah, that's the thing with Stavros Halkias. He's that fat comedian. He's the fat comedian who's like sort of balding, and he's a lefty.
I saw him. What's Bulgani? A movie?
It's a movie that he's in. He plays like a cop or some shit. But I like Stavi's comedies right up my alley, so I feel like I trust him if he's in a movie. I want for it to be good, so I should take a look. Is it in theaters or can I watch it on some like fucking streaming service? I'm not sure.
I haven't seen it in theaters, but again, I haven't seen much in theaters.
Kyle, I voted for you for Monmouth County Commissioner and Emma Vigeland for Monmouth County Sheriff. Side note, since you're a VA resident, have you been to Nando's? Best chicken ever.
I've been to Nando's.
I've been to Nando's. Yeah, I've been to Nando's in DC. There's a Nando's in DC, and it is phenomenal chicken. It is very good chicken. And I'm really not a big rotisserie chicken guy, and I'm really not a big grilled chicken guy. But this is good chicken, like very, very good chicken.
They make like a good crispy chicken too, right?
I haven't had it if they do.
Oh,
I've
okay.
had the fucking the like rotisserie, like the grilled type shit.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
think I've been to Nando's. They've got good shit. Thank you, Creflo.
Yeah, thank you, Creflo, and I love that you voted for us. That's fucking hilarious.
That is fun.
Abraham, thank you for the $20.
Thanks, Abraham.
Hey guys, both of you are awesome. What is the best case scenario for a Venezuelan or any other Latin American country being invaded and it failing and exploding in Trump's and the GOP's face? I mean, shit. Best case scenario. I mean, best case scenario is that this is all like Trump is going to treat this like Iran, where in Iran he like did a couple strikes and left right away. Maybe he'll like a couple strikes on a military site and leave and declare victory. That would be a best case scenario. I'm saying for the world, like fewer deaths, fewer fucking destruction. But you know, I don't know. I'm afraid he's gonna lean in and do a real like actually go for it on some regime change shit.
Hopefully not.
So it's a terrifying thing. But he's got to be fought no matter what. Because the best case being still random strikes in Venezuela is insane. Like this is insane. This is way worse than anybody thought when he first got elected, and we got to point that out.
Yeah, I don't know why he's fucking picking on Venezuela. Like, chill, bro.
Creflo, thanks for the $5. A live Corin and Kyle and/or Crystal, Kyle and friends live in Asbury Park would be lit. P.S. I apologize for Spanberger. She was born in my hometown. Well, right now, she's the one who's gonna get the dub. So I'm just happy she's beating that Earl Winsome Sears or whatever her name is, lady.
Spanberger's from where?
Spanberger is from Virginia.
Oh,
she's from Virginia.
Okay.
She's the person running for governor in Virginia. But
shit, a live show in Asbury Park. That's where.
See, now this is the problem, right? The problem is now it's sort of not even possible for me to really do live shit anymore because I'll get murked. Yeah. Like they will literally murder me. So
yeah,
you know,
Asbury Park is dope there. I went there last summer and I saw like a concert at that Stone Pony shit where it was a good concert.
Sergeant Pepper, thanks for the $5. My household of 5 voted yes on 50 yesterday. The only issue I disagree with you is how to pronounce Mario. Go Dodgers. It's all right. You're allowed to be wrong, Sergeant Pepper. You're allowed
Mario too.
to be wrong. Mario is correct because we're New Yorkers, and that's how you say it. You say
as
Mario.
Opposed to Mario. Yeah, no.
Mario.
I wish the Blue Jays won. That would have been cool for Canada.
Matthew Heath, thank you for the $5. Hey, Cobb, been watching you since 2016. Do you watch hockey? If so, who is your favorite hockey team? So, Matthew, it's actually really interesting that you say this because I'm just getting back into hockey now. Like, literally just did it. Like, I literally turned it on last night to watch some of the highlights of the games. And I just learned, did you know this, Corin? There's like a Utah team.
Oh, yeah. They're like the
Mammoths or some shit? Is it
Mammoths?
Mammoths?
Yeah.
And when the fuck did they create that shit?
I don't know, like 2-3 years ago. It's
Bro,
so
I didn't
random.
even know about that.
No. It's so random. And they had like a mascot unveiling, and the mammoth like came out of this block of ice. It actually was pretty dope, but it was just like it's so random.
Bro, but low key, I was like, that's crazy. They created a team and I didn't even fucking know about it.
Yeah.
So anyway,
yeah.
I just started watching again. To answer your question, I'm a Rangers fan. When I was a kid, my dad took me to a bunch of Rangers games growing up, but he also took me to a bunch of New Jersey Devils games, but it was fewer than the Rangers games. And I went to some Islanders games.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I've been to all those shits.
Yeah, I've been to one Islanders game. I've been to a few Rangers games. But to your point, like going to games in jerseys was always easier to get tickets, and they had the best teams. The Devils like won mad Stanley Cups. The Nets made it to the finals, and tickets like were affordable. Going to a Rangers game are fucking impossible now.
Is it? It's really expensive now?
Dumb expensive.
Me and Crystal are going to go to some Capitals games here in DC.
Smart. Yeah. Is Ovechkin still playing? Or
I have no idea. But
he might still be.
We go for Wizards games, and we're going to go to the Capitals games. That's why I started watching again. So we're going to go and see, because I know hockey live is amazing. I've always loved hockey live. Dope. It's fucking so fun.
Yeah.
But interesting fact, I was at a Rangers playoff game when they won the Stanley Cup in 1994.
You went to a Stanley Cup game? I didn't know that.
No, to a playoff game during the playoffs, not the Stanley Cup. But in 94, I was there for playoffs games.
Oh, interesting.
So, isn't that cool? Isn't that fucking cool? So shout out to my dad. That was one thing he always did, took me to hockey games and shit, you know?
I went to a hockey game. I don't know if it was because they played the Vancouver Canucks in the Stanley Cup and beat them. I have a puck from a Rangers game with the Vancouver Canucks logo on it that I think like a player threw over, or I caught it in the stands or something. But I have an old Vancouver Canucks puck that I got to find.
That's crazy.
Yeah, the Rangers were beasts back in the day. Those were good hockey games.
It was awesome. So anyway, I'm happy to get back into it, and Rangers are my favorite. Give me 1 sec, Carl. I'm going to take a quick piss.
Okay. AOC poll. Corin, I got you on for tickets if you want, bro. I'm in the entertainment at Epic Universe whenever you want. I forgot where I asked for tickets to. I want tickets to everything and everything. But if it was Universal Studios and Disney, bro, I might actually have to hit you up because I think I'm going to Disney I think I'm going to Universal and Disney in February. So send me a DM because I will hit you up on those tickets. Are dumb expensive. We went to Disney last year or 2 years ago, and it's like $200 a person or something like that. It's insane, and that's for one of the parks. There's like 5 different parks. Universal, I know they just have Universal, and then Islands of Adventure, you have to pay more. But shout out to you. I'll take tickets for whatever. My mom gave me tickets to off-Broadway show the other night, or maybe 2 weeks ago. I took those tickets. I'd take tickets to any event. So thank you for that offer. Send me a DM and let me know what those tickets are for. Epic Universe. I don't know. All right, let's wait for Kyle to get back. Appreciate you guys rocking with us. We're making our way through. I think there's like a couple, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 15 left or something like that, maybe less.
Do you have any idea how good that felt, bro?
That was like seemed like a good amount of peeing time,
bro. It was amazing. It was incredible. Corin, I got you.
Hands?
No, I never do. Of course, don't be ridiculous. Corin, I got you 4 tickets, bro. If you want, I'm in entertainment at Epic Universe. Whatever you want. What's Epic Universe?
That's what I was like questioning. I forgot what I said I needed tickets to. I said Universal and Disney, but I don't know what Epic Universe was. But
so it's some shit like that. That'd be awesome.
Hopefully,
bro.
I said we're going in February for my my cousin's bat mitzvah in Atlanta. We're gonna drive down to Disney. So I said send me a DM because I'll take tickets.
You're gonna drive to Orlando, Disney?
Yeah.
Oh shit,
from Atlanta,
bro. That shit is expensive as fuck.
I know. That's what I'm saying. If they got the plug, man, hit it up.
Because yeah, you got a full ass house too going down there. You know,
it's like $200 a fucking ticket.
Fargonaut, thanks for the $5. I bet Kyle has begun snoring by now. LOL. It comes with age, but I don't mind. Just me being funny. I do not snore. Actually.
I don't snore either. Yeah.
No, I used to mumble in my sleep. Like I used to mumble talk in my sleep, but I don't anymore. And yeah, I don't snore, so that's good. That means I don't have sleep apnea, which could be really fucking debilitating. Kyle literally posted a video of him popping on protesters. What you posted about Charlie Kirk isn't comparable. LOL. Posted a video of him popping on protesters.
Oh, pooping. The one of him shitting on them at the No Kings parade or whatever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that shit was fucking. I mean, he's the president, and in that thing, he was wearing a crown, pretending he was a king.
Yeah, that's
like it's just like his trolling is not cute anymore because he's ruining everything. Like there was a time in 2015 where it was kind of funny when he would snap on everybody, but now it's like, bro, like just fucking stop. Like, could you just stop destroying the country? You know?
Horrible. Thank you, Juan.
Corin or Kyle, thank you, QC Man 2000 for the $5. Corin or Kyle, have either of you guys been approached to sell out to the right like Ruben or Tim Pool? And is there a price that could have gotten you? There's not a single fucking dollar amount in the world that could make me sell my fucking soul. And I have not been approached by the right.
I'm surprised no one's been approached you. No one would approach me. I'll take some bread if they want to approach me.
Plenty of people, plenty of like advertising outlets have approached me. You know what I'm saying? Like plenty of those motherfuckers reach out, but I never fucking talk to them. I never respond. I've literally never had a conversation with an advertiser. So yes, I mean, if I had sold out to like fucking DraftKings or some shit like that, I could have made $1 million off those fuckers. I could have made $1 million off Polymarket or one of those fuckers. Hassan said Polymarket offered him like $3 million for 1 day of him sponsoring them for his election coverage.
No.
Yeah, and he said no. And he was like, no, I'm not doing that.
What's Polymarket? Is that a betting app?
Polymarket is like a crypto betting market thing. And it's illegal in the US. Like you can't use it here, but it's overseas people use it. And they probably use it with a VPN or whatever in the US. Wow. But yeah, like that's what he said.
That's crazy.
So like there's a an audience of my size, a lot of outlets would pay me a lot of fucking money.
100%,
and I've talked to fucking none of them.
Yeah,
not a single one.
And that's been since day one, man. I respect that shit fully.
Yeah, and I'm just happy now, especially seeing how they're selling out Saudi Arabia. The comedians are and stuff. It's like, you know, what is it? Fucking last man standing. I'm the last one with any fucking credibility. You know, it's so crazy. It's so crazy. Bernie Sanchez, thanks for the $50, bro. That's a lot of money, bro. Thank you so much. Lots of love, Kyle. Been subscribed since you had less than 100K in 2013, 2014. I think we avoided a civil war breaking out after the 2024 election thanks to the Trump victory, but perhaps it really has only been delayed. Love from Chicago. Bernie, that is a great fucking sobering point right there. that like, yeah, think about it, if Kamala won, there's no way Trump would have said, "Oh, okay." He would have been like, "They fucking stole it. They did it again. They rigged it," and they would have been some shit worse than January 6th that happened. And
I
so
mean,
Trump,
it could still happen. Like,
well, that's his point. His point is like, we may have just delayed the Civil War, because
he's not going out easy on the next shit. Like,
exactly. So like, yeah, I mean, it's right, and it's fucking terrifying. I mean, it's so crazy, right? Every other president. Have you ever seen the video of all the presidents when they lose, going like, "I'm here to concede, and I want to thank my opponent, and we're all Americans, and I'm here to help however they want." Like, all the presidents say some shit like that, then you get to Trump, and it's, frankly, it was rigged, and frankly, I think we won. It's like literally everybody has hit a higher moral standard than this fucking disgusting freak.
Yeah,
and we're still dealing with him. We're still dealing with his fucking bullshit.
It's gonna be doomsday again. Thank you, Bernie.
Yeah,
Appreciate
we're fucked.
you, bro.
We're so fucked. Eddie, thanks for the $10, bro. How long will CBS last under Weiss? There's no way they're going to stay in business. Yeah, but here's the thing, Eddie. Like, their legacy, right? So it's just the name CBS that is going to attract advertisers, and it's just like money and power begets money and power. CBS has money; they have power. They're owned by a fucking billionaire,
and they're definitely in bed with Trump now. That's how they got 60 Minutes interview.
Exactly, they're definitely in bed with Trump now, and so they're going to get funding from other big money companies, right-leaning like they're going to get funding.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, even though I agree with you, their ratings are going to tank. Nobody's going to be interested in watching them because they're not real news. They're going to go full Fox News bullshit, right? Yep. And so it's going to go down, but it's not going to matter. Like, CNN's ratings have always sucked. It doesn't matter. They still get the money. They still fucking get advertisers paying them. So it's hell. Exactly. It's hell on earth.
Yep. Yeah. And that was like, when he did the 60 Minutes interview, I was definitely like, it's because he got paid and he agreed to go on their show or some shit. Like,
totally.
Yeah, he's in bed with them.
Renato, thanks for the $10. Might be a reach, but I see Kyle as a left-wing Nick Fuentes. Don't get me wrong, major ideological divides, but your delivery, crudeness, humor is exactly why secular talk is bigger than ever. Thank you very much, Renato. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, I could see where that argument comes from. I could see where it comes from. But it's just a shame that this is what we've come to. They're like, I'm just an asshole who rants online, and he's just an asshole who rants online and a Nazi, but somehow, like, we're the ones getting all the attention. It really shows how the culture has degraded in a way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look, I'm not dumb, but I'm also not the brightest guy in the world.
Nah, you're pretty bright.
And like the fact that I'm the one that everybody's got to come. It's like, really me? It just feels wrong. But then again, a lot of people I respect, like Jon Stewart, he says the same shit. He's like, me? Really? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So maybe it's like, it's a reaction people have if they're humble enough.
Thanks,
Mark, thanks for the $5, bro. Have you seen the Why I Hate Politics show? He called Stephen A. Sucka Ass Smith. I have not seen that, but now I'm interested in that too. I'm gonna look that up. Why I Hate Politics show.
Sucka Ass Smith. I don't like Stephen A. Smith anymore, man. He's going
me
down.
Either. I don't either. I agree. Why I Hate Politics show. Okay, I'm gonna look that up later because I want to see that. Jesse Van Wee, thank you for the $20.
Thanks,
Hot take: as a decade-long secular talk fan, I was far more burned by Kamala's loss last year than either of Bernie's defeats. Dem voters being cautious/misinformed about a long shot versus USA diving headfirst to fascism is unforgivable. I see where you're coming from. That makes sense to me. I understand where you're coming from, and frankly, I was shocked too. Because it just felt like she had definitely done enough that in a sane country, they would go, you know what? This guy's a little fucking crazy and unhinged. Let's just go the safe direction. And look, I mean, according to some people, Greg Palast, he did big fucking, dug deep on this. And he said she did actually win, right? So there's that theory out there too. But I agree that something about the diving headfirst into fascism thing is worse than voters at the time missing that, like, Bernie was the answer. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just weren't quite ready yet.
She said like, the Kamala one hurt her more than the Bernie one.
Yeah, basically, that she felt more burned by Kamala losing than by Bernie losing, and I get it because
Bernie could hurt me.
It hurt me too. Don't get me wrong, but the Kamala thing losing was Trump was like really broadcasting that he was totally fucking insane,
and
that he was going to do fascism, and people still supported him to some extent.
Yeah,
like that's just crazy. That's just crazy, because now they're ready for a Bernie type. I think the country is.
I think so.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jesse.
Cut the Camel, thank you for the $10. Is Dave Smith trying to get Groypers to go to his comedy shows? Yeah. I think Dave Smith is trying to be like, hey, look, I'm one of the good ones. So Nick Fuentes, as you know, Corin, is a Nazi. Mm-hmm. Dave Smith is Jewish. He's a Jewish libertarian. He had him on his show, and he fucking played patty cakes with him. So it's like, He's trying to do I'm one of the good ones. And hey, Nick Groiper fans, like, hey, I'm cool too, right? You guys like me too, right? It's just so cucked. It's what Tucker did too. Tucker had on Nick Fuentes and fucking bent the knee. And it's like, you guys are really scared of this fucking little twink in his basement? Like, come on. Fucking pathetic. It's pathetic. But anyway, yes. The answer to your question is yes. I think that's actually happening. Brian B, thanks for the $5. Love you guys. Kyle, you're on fire. Today's my B-day, and all I want is a Zoran win. Well, Brian, I got some good news for you in the moment. That looks very, very, very likely, my friend.
Right?
Very likely.
Thanks, Brian.
Yeah, happy birthday, bro. Happy birthday. We love that. Let's see. What's the actual date? It is November 4th. Shout out for your November 4th birthday. Fargonaut, thanks for the $5. If y'all are looking for a politically relevant movie, musical to watch, Kiss of the Spider-Woman is heading to digital soon. Okay.
What was it on before?
Never heard of that one. Never heard of Kiss of the Spider-Woman.
Thanks, Fargonaut.
AC Poll, thanks for the $5. Last thing, enlightened centrists equal unity above all, no justice, accountability, and self-reflection. It's all just about unity and grace. Yeah, I mean, I'm very sick of them. I'm very sick of the enlightened centrists. I'm done. I'm done with them. You know, like, grow up. Like, you really want to be in the center when you see these psychos on the right? It's just like, it's such a childish way of looking at politics. It really is.
Thanks, AOC Poll.
Far Twain, thanks for the $5. I thought you were crazy for questioning Tyler Robinson being the guy as his roommate was cooperating, but now I find out that the roommate is missing.
There's some weirdness going on with that shit.
100%. And that's the other thing, is they try to, like, shut everybody up when it comes to that case. It's like, why did everybody drop this?
Yeah.
There's no reason to believe. There's zero fucking evidence. That shit fell apart immediately, and everybody's just pretending like, oh, yeah, they got the guy. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. We have no idea what the fuck happened.
Yeah, I agree. That's a weird one. Thanks, Mercury.
Mercury, thank you for the $5, bro. Appreciate that. Candor, thank you for the $5 again on the guy who got fired from Amazon. Apparently, he got called in and was told his video on Kirk was creating a hostile environment. Oh, my God, bro.
So it was the video.
Yeah, so the right-wingers get to post whatever the fuck they want. Left-wingers can't do anything comparable. Incredible. Matt Turner, thank you for the $5. What if Cheryl loses but Zoran still wins? Go Knicks. Yeah, I mean, it's possible. It is possible.
Cheryl's which one now? Jersey?
Cheryl is the Democrat. No, in Jersey. Who's the weakest of the candidates. She's only up 2 points.
Yeah.
All the other ones are up like 8-13 or some shit. You know, so it's possible. That's possible. But I still think the most likely is Democratic sweep. So we'll see.
Thanks, Matt.
Jorgen, thank you for the $5. There is no Utah team. There's still the Arizona Coyotes in my heart. I didn't know they got rid of the Coyotes. I didn't know they ditched the Coyotes to bring in Utah.
The Coyotes moved to
Oh, that's fucked up. I like the Coyotes. They were I used to play them on like NHL 09. I used to use that team when I played with Will.
And they had a fire jersey too. Totally. And I think like Wayne Gretzky was like their owner or general manager or some shit. But I think
fuck him because he's OD Republican. Did you know that?
Oh, and I didn't know that.
OD Republican.
Damn, man.
I know. It's like learning somebody's like just lost their mind, you know?
I feel like Jordan got a pass because I feel like he always said like Republicans buy shoes too or some shit like that. Yeah, but
he was never nobody ever caught him at a fucking MAGA rally or some shit. Yeah, you know, he hasn't been caught at Mar-a-Lago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
So like honestly, I think he votes Democrat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, you might be right. Yeah. Thanks, Jordan.
Courtney, thank you for the $5. Please post your videos somewhere we can watch them with no ads. I'd rather pay you $5 or $10 a month instead of YouTube. Well, if you do, Courtney, if you do YouTube Premium, you can watch my videos with no ads.
Oh, really?
I don't know how much they charge for YouTube Premium, but if you do YouTube Premium and you watch my videos, none of them will have any ads. YouTube Premium basically buys it so that YouTube is ad-free. So yeah, you can do that. You could also, if you want to, you could also listen podcast style. You could go on like Spotify and listen podcast style to the show. That's an option as well. But I don't know if they have ads there and shit. I have no idea.
Thanks, Courtney. Last three.
Steve R., thanks for the $20. How does the government reopen? Troops who drop bombs on sovereign boats get paychecks. Are checks and balances fucking dead? Is it true TSA and lower level government aren't getting paychecks? I can't believe that. So let's go through one by one. How does the government reopen? The Republicans are going to have to cave and give the Democrats their Obamacare subsidies. That's really the bottom line. And the Democrats have stood strong at this point. I hope they fucking continue. That's point number one. Point number two. Yes, the troops who are dropping bombs on sovereign boats are getting paychecks. That is correct. Are checks and balances fucking dead? Yes, they're absolutely cooked. Is it true that TSA and lower level government employees are not getting paychecks? Yes, that is true. So it's as bad as you think it is, if not worse.
They're still showing up, so fucking hats off to them for still going to work if they're not getting paid.
And some are not, and I get it why they wouldn't. You know, because some people got to go pick up a fucking day labor job or something to pay the bills.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah. Thanks, Steve.
So shout out to you. Thanks for the $20. Tony, thank you for the $10, man. One possible guest you could have on KKF is author Andrew Kurtzman. He reported on Rudy Giuliani for the last 3 decades or so and wrote 2 books about him. Oh, interesting. I'll add him to the list.
Writing a book on Rudy Giuliani must have been fucking so depressing.
Totally. Talk about a downfall. He went from like America's governor to like fucking
shame of a
just
man, like
miserable embarrassment of a person, you know.
Thanks, Tony.
Matt Turner, thanks for the $5. Phone bank for Zoran if you don't live in New York City. You heard the man. Everybody get on that.
All right, last one.
Last one. Thank you, Slow X Mox Panda. Thanks for the $5. Kyle, if you see this, I've used MMJ CBD for 15 years to survive dozens disabling symptoms, and that's half my income, and risk of eviction for using my meds too. Jesus Christ.
Damn, I wonder what state. Right? Eviction for using medications?
Yeah, that is what it sounds like he's saying, right? That's half my income and risk of eviction for using my meds. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's crazy. I'm trying to like actually comprehend what you're telling us here.
Yeah.
But I hope I just hope your disability payments keep coming, because I know Trump has been cutting back on that shit.
You know, everything.
Yeah. So terrible stuff. But anyway, good luck, man.
It's been a hot minute.
Almost 4 hours. Jesus Christ, that's a new record.
Yeah. Thank you for posting up. You got anything else?
No, man. We are good money. Hope everybody had fun. Thank y'all for hanging out. We appreciate it.
Love you, bro.
Yeah. All right. Love you too, man. Peace, guys.
Later, everybody. All right. All night stream when? No, never. I'll ask next week. Jay, see you later, bro. Thanks, everybody. Love you guys. Military employee, you get the good night.